Show.
RTM podcast show.
To the world and them girls.
Young Spray, Queen Ice Cream.
I hear me.
In Northwest London, born and raised. In Kilburn is where she spent most of her days. Chilling out, matching, relaxing, all queening. Then her and Mafiella did start diva twinning. And Young Spray, well, I was up to no good. Always making trouble in the neighbourhood.
What?
Did a one liquor rubs and the judge didn't care. He said, I'm sending you to prison right now for 2 years. I blew my mum a kiss and then when I saw tears, her face showed the limit of the pace she could bear. If anything I could say, the sentence weren't fair, but I thought, nah, forget it. Your mom had no fear. Have no fear, mama. I know I'm only 16, but I'm built for this. Yo, I pulled up to the jail around 7 or 8 and I yelled to the sweatbox, yo fam, link you later. Welcome to Feltham, I was finally here. They took me to Swallow and it started from there. That's where it all started, man. You're just like me, I'm just like you. I was a bad you too. But you could change, man.
You can change. Have faith.
RTM.
Really the most.
Show you a little something. You see this here? I just talked to the other day. What's this man then? It's a matching, you know. It's a matching. What's this? Man, it's a belt, man. It's a matching. I know all this time, this hanging thing here. Man, it's a belt. Use it, don't abuse it. So.
Boom. Welcome to the RTM podcast show, season 11, episode 13, the last episode of the season. Alhamdulillah. Just clapping that we've reached the last episode because it's an important season, to be fair. But anyway, Big Bad Spray, Young Spray, here with my co-host.
Guest co-host, honestly Trina, honestly speaking.
She loves saying guest co-host. It makes her feel like she's not really here, you know them? Because she's getting mad. Do you get what I'm saying? Because she keeps saying it bare times. Like, she don't want to be here. But anyway,
I can't believe
it's cool, whatever, because safe, guest co-host, you're mental anyway. My proper guest that I own, this is all I need. I just need the guest.
He wants me out of it.
Yeah, you're gone. I
wants
can't.
me out of it.
You know what happens when they get their own show? They start
Season
going mad.
11, it's
They start
over.
going mad.
It's over.
Honestly speaking, is out now. As you can tell, she's going mad.
Oh,
Do you get what I'm saying?
God.
But the special guest today, we're going to have a proper episode today.
Yes.
I'm not drinking today because big up O.B.E. My brother, he's telling me I'm drinking too much, so I'm not drinking today. We're going to have a good episode, proper episode. Today's special guest, O.B.E. in the building, Mr. Christopher Preddie. Appreciate you, my brother.
Blessing and love,
Appreciate you, my
Seriously,
brother.
blessing and love.
I appreciate you because I see the works you're putting in and I see what side you're batting on. So I even know that, I respect that you even here, because a lot of people, they're shook to come here.
No, but
I'll be honest.
No, but this is what it is, and
Do you know what I mean?
and that's the reasons why I even respect you for coming out, because like I said, I know there's a lot of man them out there like, who's this? You just keep shouting, but talking like, come off the roads, come off the idiot thing. But once again, I do it with love. Like, I wouldn't be saying it if I didn't really love the man them. I'm only saying it because like man's been there, done that. We've worn the t-shirt, and we see the same cycles happening over and over and over again. So when you reached out, I was just like, do you know what? Big power moves for that, man. Thank you, man, for inviting me.
Because you know what it is? Every now and again, I have to like go back to the essence. Obviously, you might have seen some clips, we go viral sometimes. We go mad every now and again, innit? But I do try and every now and again, don't care about views, don't care about none of that, but just have an important episode. And I feel like Shocka's one was a very important episode.
Very
Big up Shocka.
Big
I feel like that was very important as well. But the only difference is sometimes when I do them episodes, like Shocka's, it doesn't
gain as much views as maybe the F3.
No, facts. Well, let's just even jump onto that just a little bit, because that is exactly what it is. I'm an activist. I'm online. I talk about young kids, you know, the ones there being stabbed, and everyone, when I put up a young person being stabbed, everyone's watching a video and everyone's got comments, and then some people will even say, Chris, put up a positive post. And then I'll put up a positive post, nothing.
No
so where is
engagement.
the community? We see that we want certain things. So you're right, Spray. Get behind that last, I thought that podcast was amazing.
Sick.
This young man was
Powerful.
able to come out and say what he had to say. It doesn't get any bigger than that, because a lot of us are hiding behind a facade. You know, no one's there. We all want the hype and the glory. So if we can get behind it, we always sit there and say as our community, you know, it takes a village. But why are we not supporting the ones, or if not supporting that, the episodes that actually really, really mean something,
what I'm saying?
you know?
Even the Sickle Cell episode, there was no repost or anything, but
No,
it was
Black Kings posted that.
well, shout out Black Kings.
Black Kings.
But once again, in the sense of, in general, though, Spray, like you're saying, you go viral, but not in a bad way. It should be
It should have
all
went
the bloggers,
viral. Yeah, that should have went
everybody
viral,
should be like, you know what? As much as we know that sometimes we need that, because obviously, once again, everyone needs their little dopamine here. Everyone needs a little argument. Oh, look a bus joke, ha ha ha. We all need that, but the substance on what sometimes we are creating, it needs to be pushed more to the forefront, because it doesn't allow our young people to understand that it's real out here. You know, it's not just glitz and glamour. You're gonna get a man like Shocka that says, "Yo, I fell off."
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Real talk.
Real guy.
To
Real,
me,
I
that
rate
was
him.
so emotional. Like,
rate
just
him.
to hear like a man speak with such vulnerability.
You don't
Because
care.
normally they want to shut it down.
But this is
like, so for him to say it, and like to even, I saw the embrace. There was a lot of embrace on his social media and everything. But like to just see it, it was such a beautiful thing. And I think it's so powerful. And I feel more men should be able to feel comfortable to express that.
And I'm glad you even said that. And for men out there, we can sit there and find that emotional stream of us. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make us feel less masculine, but at the same time, there's a lot of men that still sit there and say to me, do you know what I mean? It's either down to our peers and also down to women. There's still a lot of women out there that doesn't allow us to have that vulnerability. You know, seeing as, do you understand what I'm trying to say within that kind of sense? So man, them shy away from it. Oh man, it's got to be like, do you know what I mean? But if we as a people can understand that, listen, man, we're all going through something, man. We're not better than anybody. There's been days when I've sat down and I've realised that I was suffering through depression and anxiety and didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'm running around in my teens and they think I'm smoking, drinking. I don't even know what depression is. I suffer with dyslexia and my mind's out of there. What's anxiety? What's this? I'm just sitting there thinking that I'm extra vigilant. So when I'm walking on the road and I'm turning my shoulder and everything, I just think I'm on point. Little do I know I've got anxiety, rude boy. But who do we talk to? PTSD.
With me, that was a good episode as well for me, because like my mental health is through the roof. So it's good for me to know that there's madder people out there. They're getting taken away.
No.
Real
talk.
You know what I'm saying? I just needed to know this, because my certain days I feel like, oh my gosh, what's going on up there? But then I control it by the evening. It's back in control. But there's man that they can't control. I'm going.
But
mad
no,
Big up Shocka though.
but
but I
it's
know
true
what I
you're
mean.
saying, and I know what you mean, and that's what I was just about
you
to
know
say
what
to you
I'm
just
saying,
now.
innit?
Right now,
Like-
great. That's so good, but what I would ask you, even in the sense of for some of the man, what do you do then? Do you know what I mean? If you know that sometimes you're like, raw, do you sit down? Do you meditate?
Do you know what it is?
Do you just take it
And
away from yourself and
That's
people?
why big up Shocka as well, because I said to him, I keep speaking him up, but I have to keep picking him up, because I said to him I actually needed that episode at that time, because he's obviously been through all of that, innit? I don't know, like a lot of us could have possibly
On
been
the
through the
road
same
to-
thing.
yeah.
One
as
step
him,
away from
but
it,
we
I'm
just
telling
didn't
you.
get.
just
Do you know
didn't-
what I mean?
yeah.
We just had that episode in our room.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
innit?
no,
Or
I'm telling you.
just it
This is
wasn't.
facts.
It wasn't witnessed by anyone.
100%.
His episode
100%.
was witnessed by people that needed to
Yeah.
phone people.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I might have had episodes in myself
Yeah.
that needed to phone people.
Yeah, that's a deeper one.
Do you
Yeah.
get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That needed to phone people, because there's no reason for the sync to be broken.
No, but I love the fact you even touched on that, because obviously I'm in prisons and everything, and like you said, behind the door is Wolfsman that literally break down certain things, and that's the deepest time. You know,
the
no one's there.
mental health is
Because
through
all
the
you've got
roof.
is yourself, the time to think. You know, understand? And that time to think there for most men, we don't want to do that, because that's what we now know as personal development. That's what we know now as truly understanding who you are. And you can't do nothing. You can't go and punch up a man and feel better. You can't go run down a girl and try and
sit in
finesse.
it.
You've got to sit in it.
Yeah.
And some man, like you said,
You could go punch up a man still, but
you could.
yeah, you can.
And most man
On the way to dinner, you can.
and like I said, most man will to try and get away from that and try and
Remember
escape
Tiny?
that.
Yeah.
Tiny was like, oh, just to, like that's how certain man. That's how they deal with.
That's
their-
how they deal with
They're
their emotions,
venting.
of course.
But
They're released.
me, I feel like in prison, we just stay there for a sec. Like you do get into your highest being. Like, it's mad. Because even if you people, I'm sure, that deal with people in jail, there's always bare positive. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that when I come out. Very always like. Do you get what I'm saying? You're always ready to change. Maybe or just be better, be a better self. And then when you get out, the truth of the matter is, you start getting poisoned by the world
and getting sucked back in.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So what do you think in that kind of sense? Because obviously, like I said, I despise the prison system in that kind of sense, because they go on like they've got so much support for you guys. And even sometimes when I'm going in, when you guys are coming out, you ain't got the support network. You're just going to your PO and whatever. Man, them saying, I just go in there for half an hour and I bowl back out. So what kind of support are you guys getting? Of course, you're going to go back to a certain degree. So do you think there's a lack of support, or do you think there's sometimes within the man them, we need to realise in a sense of, when you're rolling around certain man, you know what you're going to go and do. So try and keep yourself away from
exactly that.
certain things.
But you know what it is? I haven't been in the system for a little while, alhamdulillah. So I don't really know the license thing at the moment. But I do know it's very much stricter than when I was on license. Like, they'll send you back quickly and fast.
Yeah.
So it's not as, because before it was like, come out on license and you're on road. You know you're on road. You could do what, like, man was getting nicked in that on license. I remember when I was younger, I was getting, and then you're getting bail. Now,
but it's such a shame, because most men got talent though. Like, every prison I go to, and I'm not just talking about talent in the sense of rapping. We all know that
the best footballers,
chefs,
best basketball players,
writers.
Listen, I saw a man I cook up a madness in the kettle. I said, big man.
Yeah.
Nah, I have to rate it. I saw a next man thing was hanging off. Yo, electrician, man. I
was just about to say, think about it. Think about the things we do.
Don't do.
Like,
you're putting stuff. Big man, I don't even know if you like to do
man
like
are making plug sockets.
Come on, like tinfoil and everything. So you've got to respect some of these guys and what they're actually doing. And what's a shame is they're not being able to come out and be able to see that as, do you know what? Most of us see it as second nature. So what, a lot of the stuff that we learn from, whether it's role, from whatever, we see it as second nature, but there's something that we all do, that no one doesn't do. So if you can find that thing that you niche. Do, that niche, that you don't even know why you're good at it, you're just good at it. Whether it's numbers, whether it's, you just don't even know why. That's your niche. I was going
to say, there's a lack of infrastructure once people are released, like, because there's staffing resources and all sorts of things. So when they come out, where they should be like focused in, or someone like, the system wraps around them and has a wraparound care to kind of focus them in on what they're actually good at. There's not a lot of resources there. So then people end up falling back into bad habits 100%. And then re-offending again and 100%. Going back through the vicious circle. And 100%. Once you're on that circle, it's kind of hard to jump off.
Difficult.
It's a roundabout.
Absolutely.
Like, it's literally a roundabout. And when you try to jump off, sometimes you injure yourself.
We're finding it difficult. And I feel like I'm a law-abiding citizen now. I'm not on, and I still find it difficult.
It's hard.
There's still times when I'm looking at myself like, right, bills coming through, like, all right, cool. Everyone's feeling that pressure, just what I'm trying to say. And that's what's so sad, because there should be better support networks and not always us pointing the finger all the time. And that's what we do as our generation of our council culture. Everyone's willing to counsel someone, but no one ain't willing to be like, hold on a minute, what's happening? Why? I say all the time, a young person just don't get up in the morning and just want to stab someone. It didn't just start there.
Yeah.
Why?
That's the
why
outcome.
does he feel? Yeah. Why does he feel like he wants to do that?
Yeah.
And once again, when you start looking back,
angry.
But then why is he angry?
Angry,
you have to go back.
There's loads of things.
So much different reasons.
Yeah, of course.
Absent parents, like,
fear.
Bullying, harassment,
And a lot of us are suffering through fear. Not even in the sense of, when I say fear, I say false evidence appearing real, or false expectations appearing real. So when I was growing up in school, I remember one time, like, I didn't want to fight some guy, but the expectations of me, I had to.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, Chris is gonna brock him up. I'm like, right, they want to brock him up.
And
I'm not gonna lie, this guy. This guy was like, literally, his River. He just came over from Africa. His name was River. He was tough, bro. I saw him. And like, like, when you can understand. I don't care. I was bad in school, but you can look at the next man and be like, nah, I don't want it. I don't want it. And everyone's like, Chris is going to fight. But like I said, false expectations of me feeling like I had to do something. But I'm not going to lie, I shadow out, bruv. You get me? I found him at 5th period. I said, yo, River. Listen.
River's even mad.
I don't even want to fight, man.
No, I would never want to fight River.
Listen.
Like, the ones that your name's River. That's too much mind games.
And when he was solid as well.
Obviously, solid. I'm going to give you a yellow. It's going to be a wide free zone though. But just, do you know what I mean? He was solid, was too mad. But Yeah, he was solid.
No,
big man.
listen, don't
But
worry.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that for today anyway, because we didn't do that with
You
Shocka
did.
as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. No, of course.
I think you tried to keep it one or two.
But
we
that's
gave
why
him
I
one.
kept it yellow.
But no, but literally that is something that I've seen time and time again, and it's just like we need to stop that because it's an expectation. You don't even know. Sometimes you can even tell your brethren like, "Rah, don't even do it," and he might even say, "Rah, cool, don't do it." But because you feel like, no, I have to do a certain thing or I have to act a certain way. It was the same for me when I decided to leave the roads. Like I decided to leave the roads, and it was mad of my transition because no one doesn't have my transition. So I got opportunity to go to a performing arts. When I
You
was
know what? I'm gonna
Go on.
because we
haven't
normally
even
run.
started.
Yeah, I know.
we normally
All right, cool.
No, we
cool.
don't. No, because
All right,
we but that's what I've been doing lately though.
Yeah.
Just starting it how it starts.
Okay,
And
say the word.
then I'll
Yeah,
get
yeah.
into your story.
Yeah.
Because it's good to just start it how it starts.
Of course,
'cause we just
absolutely.
talk about
Yeah,
everyone,
absolutely.
there's so much. But we're gonna get back into everything anyway. But we normally start with like where you was born, where you're from. Because obviously we need them to get to know you in it.
Absolutely.
Understand how you've even
got here,
got
where
to
I've got
where
here.
you're at.
Major.
So we're gonna go through the whole story, find out. So
Yeah.
yeah, where you was born.
Yeah, born and raised in North Whittington Hospital.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, come on, Whitty, bruv. You know what's there. So born and raised in Whittington Hospital. Grew up there my whole life. A lot of my family, predominantly from South London. So when my mum was 6 months pregnant with me, she moved to North London. So that's the reason why I'm in North. But then there's a lot of people that might be like, oh no, his name and everything. And yeah, do you know what I mean? They're all over there. They're all over there. And sometimes,
Big family.
Yeah, big family. But sometimes everyone thought like I had that though. I didn't have it. Yeah, because back in them days, we don't have phones and all that kind of stuff. So call a lot of cousins to do what? You know what's there? I'm getting broke up already. You know what's there? You can't be on the high road. Yeah, I'm going to call my cousins from Lynch. I'm going to call my cousins from Brick. Yeah, by the time they get here, you're getting broke up. So I didn't have, even though the name was, I didn't have that. So I grew up North London, 2 sisters, and my
Taylor
single mum.
Boogie
you know
still.
what I mean? And I was the youngest out of the 3. And lucky enough, my mum sent me to a school outside of London, which was Potter's Bar, Hertfordshire, when I went to secondary school. And
Where do you go to primary school?
well, I went to primary school in Holloway. It was a school called Ring Cross, but it's closed down now. It's not even there. You know when certain schools get taken over. You know when it's there.
How
Not
was you in there?
satisfactory.
Do you know what the worstest thing about it? I was all right, but I didn't realize that I suffered with dyslexia. So as I was going through primary school, them days it wasn't even heard of.
It weren't a
You're just
thing.
seen as just
Yeah, you know.
Troublemaker.
you're just a
We
magic.
didn't even they didn't even tell us about ADHD.
Like literally, so I had dyslexia, and they used to also say that I was hyperactive. So you can only imagine. I'm getting told off. Man can't sit still. You know, no one's there. Man's not paying attention. I'm looking at the words. It's flying off the paper. I don't know what's going on. I remember forgetting how to spell silly words. I remember one time going to one girl like, "Yo, Sarah, how do you spell king?" She's like, "You don't know how to spell king." I said, "Ruka, if you don't, why are you
Be
shouting?"
quiet,
Because
yeah.
I would turn up this whole table right now, cuz. So sometimes I'll just turn up in school. Certain teachers will be like, right, you see the teachers going around saying, right, everyone's going to read a line. I'm looking at the 5th person and thinking, rah, my mind's out of there, bruv. Right, that's it. Calls a riot,
Mind
bruv.
games,
Get
mind
kicked
games.
out, bruv. And that was it throughout the whole time through primary school. But they didn't understand. They just thought I was just a bad youth, you know what I mean, in that kind of sense. Then I went to secondary school. It was the same thing, but my mum put me into quite a grammar school in that kind of sense. So it was really, really high expectations sort of kind of thing. So that just even hit me even
must have
more
been
harder.
challenging.
So I'm in
Where was
Clark. That was in Potter's Bar, Hertfordshire.
yeah, man.
Yeah, so my mum sent me out then. So she didn't want me to go to no the schools like Highbury Grove. I wanted to go
good.
Grove,
Big up, mummy.
Holloway, Central, you know,
Big
I was
up,
there,
mummy.
DK and White, like all the schools. I was like, all the man them. My mum's like, nah, you're going up there.
Big up, mummy.
I had to wake up at 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, just to get to school on time.
Because
I
you're
used to
too
look at
hyperactive, innit?
yeah, my mum was like,
So
no,
she
no.
probably clocked it.
Yeah, she clocked it for morning. She
know
said,
what I mean?
yeah, what, Holloway? Yeah, no. You're going over there. So she just sent me, and it was the best thing because it made me also see a whole different life. Because some of the students that was there, they already had jacuzzi and car, and my mum gives me £10 a day. Sometimes you want to box them and say, oh, come here,
me
brother,
that.
get me. Let me have it.
Oh, they're definitely
You
done
know,
that still.
but at the same time, it still allowed me to be like, there's another world, Chris. Because when I was growing up in ends, I didn't see no other world. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense. So it was nice to let me know that, okay, there's different people out here doing different stuff, and I don't have to feel like so isolated, feeling like I have to act a certain way. But that took time. So in school, year 7, year 8,
What was the ethnicity?
predominantly white.
Yeah.
So literally, I remember one time, one of my friends, which was hard for me because I remember one time I was in year 8, and my friend Nikki said to me, "Oh, Chris, like, how do you feel like you're the black person in the class?" I said, "No, I'm not." Man, I had to look around. Bro, man is, you know. Wow. And then you started realizing it. But yeah, I got it. Like I said, when I used to get detentions after school and everything, I'd be leaving school sometimes late. No one didn't want to leave school late at 4:30. You're getting the NF, they're chasing you down the road, vans pulling up. Yeah, come on, you're monkey.
Yeah, it's all mad
I'm
up there.
I'm 13, you know, thinking, raw, why is man much want to
Running
dumb my
for your
height, bruv? You know
life.
what's there? So I went through all of that in school, all the racism,
was
going
just
into the
about to
boys'
say.
toilet saying, go home, N-word, you know one's there,
What
monkey
about the
this.
teachers?
The teachers, there was one or
You feel any
two.
racism off them?
A few of them, yeah. So a few of them, in the sense of like they were more than racist. They were like, in the sense of the way they oust you out in certain situations, or if there were certain
Pick you
things,
last.
yeah, pick you last, or certain things going on in the sense of who's getting to go to the dinner hall first. And
Yeah,
all them
you're
mind
last.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're behind.
yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
You're-
of discrimination.
Absolutely. So if there was something going on in the sense of someone's getting the wall, like, do you know what I mean? Everyone had their little favorites and everything. Even if I was the best at running, they were like, yeah, you're still not winning. You get me? This guy's winning. I'm like, bruv, I'm beating him all the time though, bruv. You know what I mean?
Yeah, put
He's
him-
coming
yeah.
for, like, put him first, bruv. You know what's there?
Yeah,
Let's
he's
not give-
representing the
Yeah, let's
school,
not
not
give him
you.
too much. No one's there. And it was only until I got into year 9 they found out that I had dyslexia. So now I'm in year 9 and now they're saying, oh, Chris, you might need a teacher and you might need extra support. So I'm saying, all right, cool. But you got to remember, I'm 13. Having a teacher sit next to me in class,
Yeah,
it's not happening, bruv. Yeah. So I'm already like against it. So it's something that I should have took, but I just dismissed it. Do you
Yeah,
understand what I'm
too
trying to say?
much
Because
special needs.
it was just too much for me. Do you know what I mean? Because I wanted to, once again, fear, false expectations. I wanted to keep up the expectations on what everybody knew of me. I can't have next man, bro, Chris has got a teacher because he doesn't even know what he's talking about. Lie that, bruv. Now I'm going to end up fighting you. And I felt like I've gone through that. I love my mum to bits, but I went through the whole school of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, my mum was one of those parents in the sense of, she will be buying me stuff, like I said, and it's too big for man. You know, I was there, man's rolling it up. I'm like, mum, like, I went
She's
through.
just making sure it's lasting couple years.
But you
know,
can see,
like-
Spray, I haven't grown. So by the time I got to year 10, I'm still saying, I'm still
Yeah,
at the same place,
it's
you know. I'm like, mum,
yeah,
allow
it's mad.
me. Yeah, allow
mad.
it. It's not
It's
working.
better than the jack-up
Yeah. Mum thought she was doing good
Thought
stuff
you
and
were gonna
everything.
grow.
You get me? Because she's one of those old school parents. One time she thought she bought me Adidas. It wasn't. It was 4 stripes. It was called Tracks.
Yeah, mad.
Oh,
Man
my
was
life.
ripping me, bruv. I tried to rip off one of the stripes to try and make it Adidas. It was peak
Yeah,
for my
mind
life.
games.
Yeah, fighting. See, looking at my mum thinking that you don't understand, especially going to that kind of school where
Yeah.
everybody had
And they have.
loafers, Revels. What?
Revels,
Yeah.
you know.
People was turning up. Get me one. Wallabies. Had the wannabes. Man's trying to size my train. No, it's not right, bruv. Yours is square. Allow it, fam. My mum was still sending me to school. So I was going through all of that. And due to my dyslexia and everything, I just dismissed school because I work in a different mind frame. So even school sometimes, even now, they sit there and say, you know, I hated the dictionary. Like, why are you going to go and give me a book of words and tell me to find a word that I don't know how to spell? Make it make sense. Sound it out, Chris. And sometimes the word could be CH, SH. My mind's out of there. So now I'm getting told off for
Dictionary
taking
is my
too long.
favourite book.
Yeah.
It was my favourite book.
What? The dictionary?
Remember I was a smart you.
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I keep hearing you. Yeah, you're
yeah,
smart.
So yeah, I
So
used
words
to, I used
for
to
you
find words in it. Like,
That's 9. My mind was out of there.
Yeah.
It's
Rude boy, too
unfortunate.
rude boy.
I think like
Know about them rude boys from school.
Ah,
Like,
there,
they're
bruv.
too
Find what-
early with their
Yeah.
rude boys. And,
Yeah, it was just that.
yeah.
And that's the.
I know about
I'm not gonna
them.
lie. That's the way I got through school. So I had a popular life socially in school because I was unknown, but I had a dreadful life in the sense of my
Academically.
academics, and I shied away from that popularity. So my popularity was shining away from what was really, really going on behind closed doors in that kind of sense. And like I said, I went through all my school.
Did you do any GCSEs?
Yeah, done GCSEs, and I always say to the kids, because I go into schools, and I say to the kids, I got the best grades when I was in school. I got an F because I was fantastic. I got a G because I was a genius. I got a U because I was unique. And all the kids look at me like, no, you're a waste, fam. I'm like, yeah, but that's what it was. Yeah, I got a U. That means that I didn't even write nothing on the
It's
paper.
unclassified,
Big man,
yeah.
that means that I went to sleep. My mind was out of there. I saw the first question. I said, yeah,
Same.
sleeping. I could hear everybody in the hall, Chris is sleeping, Chris is sleeping. I was that you know?
Safe.
I think at that time, like teachers, they taught in one particular way, and I think they didn't know that you have to try and teach in various styles
Not
so
all
that you're not.
teachers. My mum was a teacher.
Majority.
Yeah.
Like, but
Don't
there's
paint everyone with the
different
same
there's
brush.
different learning.
Because we don't like being painted with the same brush. I
hear you, but there's different learning styles, and I feel like generally we teach to the masses,
Yeah,
and so the
100%.
people that don't conform to the masses,
100%.
they get left behind.
I just wasn't academic, but like you said, I got a great memory. If you show me how to do something, I will know how to make it or do it or whatever. So once again, it was just a different kind of
Learning.
cognitive
Did you
learning.
like
Yeah.
I loved, like I said, I love sports and I love construction. I love science. Do you know the ones there, like, you know,
Doing.
make it, yeah,
I
do
hate
it,
science.
like doing stuff, Bunsen burners on and everything. What? Turn it off. We get me time, tell man to put their hand over it. Yeah. Like,
mad.
loved all that. Mind games with people. Like, yeah, I used to do all of that. But what I didn't actually take on, and like I said, getting the bad grades was, like I said, and I say to the young people all the time, I thought everybody was walking the same road with me. So when I see certain of my friends, they were acting naughty sometimes, but then I realized, bro, you're doing your work. So man, like you, Spray, I used to hate you, fam, because you're able, like you said, I'm able to get...
Do that quickly,
I'm not doing that, so I'm just losing all day, every day. So when I saw a certain man graduating, talking about, yes, man's going collie, what man's going collie? What
about me?
No, collie. And then when I had to go,
went college?
I had to go back and do it all over again. So I had to go and do my GCSEs again,
school.
bruv, in school. So you saw,
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, so I'm 17 and I had to go, like, obviously not in school, but I had to in college.
Yeah,
but I had to go back to like a local kind of
yeah.
college, but then I had to still do it in, you know what I mean? Go back to a school and do the test papers and all the rest of it. So I had to go back and do that again. But I watched so many men go to college. They were doing their thing. And I remember when I didn't want to go to college, so that first year when I didn't want to go back and study and everything, it was like, I'll just be on the roads. I should be doing this. Like, I'm glad to just be out there and doing my thing. And then you start realizing you're calling all your friends and man's like, you can't talk. So I might as well go college anyway, because every man was finishing at 3:30, 4 o'clock anyway. So I'm just walking around like Billy No Mates. And then my mum used to love me. And then I became just any random guy in the yard. I turned 16. My mum just started moving mad to me. Like, you're going to have to come out if you're not making no money. Wow. Yeah. She sent me job center morning, early. Mad. I'm standing next to the drunk and fed. I said, bro, I can't be here. What's going on? I'm at the job center. And then that's when I decided to go back, get my GCSEs, got past that. And it enabled me to go to a performing arts college like I was going to jump into. And
did you ever consider crime?
Oh, I was doing all of that before. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I said, man was shooting, man was on, like, all...
Before what? School?
From school. So from 13 all the way up until probably my early 20s, I would say.
Dabbling.
Yeah. Man was involved, EA Sports. Do you know what I mean? Like, but... My mum didn't know, and the gracious thing of me, which I was able to get through, was I didn't get a criminal record. I didn't get so like I said, by the time I got to 20, like it was one of those two things where man was like, "Why are you leaving? Like, you're nice." Like, when I mean I was nice, like food, like my operation, nice.
Maxwell D, big up Maxwell D, man.
So everybody was looking at me like, "You don't need to leave," but my thing was be observant and be like,
"I'm gonna let you carry on." In a sec, because you just said that, because I do remember my pal Maxwell D.
Yeah, cool. So no, Max.
Big up Max.
Yeah, cool. Go to schools all the time. I see him all the time.
Oh yeah, he's doing great stuff.
Yeah.
Max is someone I can vouch for, innit? Yeah, that he was really doing his thing, like
outside Crime Watch.
Forget Crime Watch. That's when we was younger. We're licking it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about shotting, like allegedly, but paper. You get me? Cause remember, man's did. That's big. I mean, that's big, bro. But I'm saying like. Paper, and he's left it. Like, I know he could have excelled.
Yep.
I 100% know. Do you get what I'm saying? But he left it for music.
Makes
and I remember we was thinking, is he going mad?
Yeah. So it was that kind of similar thing, because I was very, very, like I said, not out there as a character, even though my character was out there, but I never pushed really what I was doing. I kept it tidy away, do you know what I mean? Because I already knew that, man will run up in your jump, man, find out what you got a night, what you got a box, what? Man's coming through and they don't care who you are. So I ain't telling no one nothing. For my whole life, bruv, I was telling man them, I'm still on the 2 in the blue and still on that. Like, do you know what I mean? You have to tell man them that, yeah, man, I'm just cutting through, big man. I'm just trying to cut through. And I started to realize that in the sense of, I watched all my friends started to get bagged. Everyone's getting nicked. Man got in jail. This one's happening. That thing's happening. But the good thing about me was where I was growing up in Finsbury Park, when the police was coming around and everything, I was always observant and smart enough to walk away. When the man them want to argue with boy them, I'm going away. So they didn't even know who I was. So I remember one time I was standing outside and they caught me slipping and they was just like, who are you, mate? We never seen you before. And I just carried on walking. I said, yeah, I like to keep it that way. And from that day, I wasn't that guy that would just flare up and have these silly little situations that my man them was having. And then in the end, I said to the man them that I want to go and do this performing arts thing. And yeah, them man was just looking at me like, Chris, you're moving crazy. Like,
performing arts is in what, acting?
Yeah, so I thought it was just acting. So imagine this now, my youth worker says to me, Chris, you got opportunity in acting. I said, all right, cool, I want to do acting. Say no more. Got there 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm seeing bare girls. Get me? I'm thinking, all right, cool, maybe the man them are coming late because obviously it's an early thing, innit? Do you know what I mean? I saw one guy come out the toilet, pop socks and everything. He was like, all right, let's go. I said, leave it, bruv. I said, what? I looked at man and said, yeah? I said, big man, if you come next to me, bruv, or lick your lips, bruv, I'm going to decorate your whole face, bruv. You get me? But the worst thing about it, bruv, the way he looked at me in disgust, this is him. You're not even my type. Now, I'm not even gay, but I felt offended. I was like, what do you mean? Like, man's not ugly brother. Like, no home. Like, no. But what do you mean you don't like me? But it just threw man off. You know, I was there and he just looked at me like, I don't even like man anyway. Try to bop off. And the man said, gave me a red card.
No, I just had to.
Man, give me a red card. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. But like I said, and then from that moment there, I realized that I was winning. Because like I said, cool, my man was getting there, but there was 20 girls. Who do you think needs help when Sereny's picking up? Me. Who do you think needs help when my girl is stretching? Me. I'm in ballet every morning, spray. Walk one ladies. You're not done now. Yeah, I was involved. Ballerina. Yeah, Billy. Yeah. So man, them can sit there and laugh at me. But remember, you was jamming on the block with sausages.
Prodigy.
You was there. Yeah.
Prodigy. Remember, Prodigy used to have to do.
I was involved.
In America, I think they'd have to do that.
I was involved. But then, like you said, how do you tell your man them that you're doing ballet? It's not a kind of conversation that comes up on the block. You know, no one's there like,
there was
yo,
loads
man,
of
them smoking.
though.
Yo, but man, them, I'm doing ballet still.
Loads of who?
Guys doing ballet. I did ballet. So there was guys there. They would lift us up and stuff
Yeah,
like
but
you said.
but not the ones off the block. You're getting mad.
Not many like myself coming off the block.
you're
Like I said,
she's
when I walked into there, like literally,
everyone else was
they
mental.
knew me. They was like,
No, but you know everyone else, the road they were trying to take in life.
Yeah, of course, you know.
Yeah,
but
you
me,
know, you're getting mad.
I just said I did ballet in Brixton. I'm just letting you know.
That was
She
not
just
where.
wanted to let people know she was doing ballet. You know, like
No, but
What about you?
No, but I rate it because I'm not gonna lie. It's a hard thing. Man,
Yeah.
them, you don't
That's
even
why
know
you
how
got
to
them
lift up
car
your leg and hold it there, you know.
Yeah, they
now
don't
you're saying,
know.
oh, no, it's not red card. No, bruv. It's hard, bruv.
Man, then you got man lift up your leg.
No, it's a different
but that's
type
why I
of
said-
muscle.
No, it's
They
a
don't
di- no, it
understand.
is. You
Yeah,
don't
and your
understand
centre of
them. Listen,
gravity.
Beer calf.
Listen, I'm telling you,
That's why I said that's why your calf
It's not
is
a
like
joke.
that.
It's not a joke. I respect
And then
all
even
of you
just
lot.
your centre of gravity,
Oh,
they don't
man.
understand. Like you can fight because your
Listen,
gravity.
I can't
What?
believe you're
is-
thinking now you can fight.
It's, no,
I
honestly,
can't believe she's
like,
thinking
there's
ballet taught her to
gravity.
fight. Oh
Like, 'cause
my
some
God.
people are swinging.
Honestly
but
speaking
yeah,
out now.
No, but it's
Honestly
movement.
speaking, like she's thinking ballet
I'm
taught her.
telling you,
Oh my
your
gosh.
centre of gravity. Some
She's
people are
getting mad,
throwing
she's
and their
getting
gravity's off, and now they're falling.
She's getting mad, she's getting mad.
Literally, no, I
Nothing
get
to
it.
do with
I get
ballet.
it. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. And
Maniac.
it was one of those mind things.
So
in the
I
sense
got to
of,
watch out for them guys going ballet, yeah?
Letting you know.
They was just
Yeah,
going to
they was
swing it.
just- yeah,
But you
they
never
was
know,
just going
mate. Them
mad.
man will kick you up, you know. Them man will kick you up, cuz them man will kick you, fam.
Kick to
Yeah.
the face.
Face shots
Flag
all
kicks,
day.
everything.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
day.
come on, man.
Behave with them man there. So like I said, it's like, how do you tell the man them that you're doing that? And like I said, that was my transition coming off the roads and then
Did
going
you
to...
tell them?
Yeah, so I end up telling them. But
Crazy.
the worst thing about it, I just told them to come to a show, which never again. I'm never doing that again.
Never.
Yeah, never. Swear, it was the...
I would have
By
never.
far, it was the
I'd
wrong
have
thing
kept it
to...
to myself for
It was
ages.
the wrong thing to do. So I told him just to come to the show. So they didn't even know I'm doing ballet. I just said, come, because they think I might be rapping. I said, come to this show. Get me. It was in Belsize Park, all posh and everything. So I
Mad,
said, yeah,
yeah.
come down there.
He
So
told
they
you to
came
bring your
came
bridge.
down now. I'm already backstage and I can hear the man them. They're making gun noises. I said, oh my days. I've never felt so embarrassed. And then now all the white girls and everything, they was like, Chris, is that your
Is that
friend?
your friend?
And then the worst thing
Yeah,
about it, what we hate when people stereotype. So I was like, hey,
How do
don't
you know?
don't
How do you know?
stereotype. You know what's there. But then when someone's stereotyping and it's actually true, I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's actually true. It's actually my friends.
How do you know
It's actually my friends. They actually are making gun noises. Why? Why are you not
You
making
feel
gun noises?
shame, innit?
Shame.
Oh my god.
So I've come out now and I was doing this little pose and I was coming out like doing my little walk and everything.
Yeah, you know.
And as I got into the middle,
Too
yeah,
mad for
chest.
them.
And I was standing there and I
Too
stood there like that,
crazy
like
for them.
looking up in the air and all I heard was, oi fam, is that Preddie blood?
Too crazy for
Man
them.
said he looks like man called me a fairy. Man said
Yeah.
he looks like a fairy. I said, allow
Oh
it, big man.
my
As he
God.
said fairy, bare girls came out in their tutus. Man them said they was ripping the whole show to a point. It was only due to I gotta love mum sometimes. And if any mums are out there, keep doing it. Do you know what I mean? There's always that one mum. Excuse me. I am trying to watch the show. I said,
Yes,
tell her.
mummy. Yes, mummy.
Tell him to shut up, bruv, because you're embarrassing me, man. Them.
Yes, mummy.
And then I got off. Most of like there was about 4 or 5 man. Them. Most of them was just like, nah, fam, what you doing? You kind of fell off. What you doing? And there was 2 man that they just saw the vision. They was like, what, bruv? Do you see these girls all the time? I said, yeah, man. We'll do ballet still. I said, look at you, bruv. You get me set. I was like, no, I'll do the ballet thing
Yeah,
still.
get mad.
But yeah, I ended up doing that for 3 years. And like I said, I've done ballet.
years is mad.
Contemporary.
3 years is
Ballroom.
mad.
Like katak,
3 months
street
is
dance,
too much.
like
3 years
tap,
is going mad.
the whole lot. Free.
You
yeah,
I did all of it.
He
I
can
did
do it
all
now.
of it. I
He
did all
can
of
definitely
it.
Well,
get up
listen-
and do a quick ballet
A
thing.
quick pirouette.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
good.
pirouette.
Don't.
100%. I know he could just get up and start going mad.
And it's always in me. Like I said, it wasn't something.
Huh?
It wasn't.
Oh,
No,
but
cool,
this
cool,
too
cool.
much.
It was something that I wanted to do in that kind of sense of I wanted to act. So even now with a movie, like I don't sit there saying that I want to dance or do ballet and anything. I'm not doing none of that.
No, but you do. It's
if someone
performing
come to
part.
me and said, right, well, I'll give you $1 million to come in this film, but there's a little piece of dancing in it. Hey, boy, I'm dancing, yeah, choreography, whatever needs to be done, I'm involved. So my mum always knew that I had that from young. Like I always had, you know, like that sort of a talent, creativity, writing. So I started doing spoken word when I was in university. And that's when I really, really started to pick up my strengths in the sense of being able to release certain things that I started to realize that was trauma. But you don't realize it.
It is a good release, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
No, seriously,
Even
my writing's been a blessing to
me
me.
being an artist, writing lyrics, spoken word, obviously,
Very
poems. Because I used to write poems in jail. That's how I started rapping. It started with poems.
It's the best thing.
Do you know what I mean?
What did you study at? It might be obvious, but what did you study at university?
So in university, I just done a degree in performing arts. So ended up getting my full degree in performing arts.
What did you get first?
Yeah,
2-1?
first I got a couple of extensions and everything. Yeah, no, I was doing my stuff. Even I was quite surprised. I was like, saying that and CP, like, but this is what happens when you actually really, really put in the work and doing something that you love. And by then, when I got to university, they were kind enough to understand my dyslexia. And then, like I said, there was a tutor there and I took it. Do you know what I mean? And I wasn't ashamed then. Do you know what I mean? I was like, no, I need to work. So sometimes I'll go to her for 2 hours, an hour, making sure that I'm up to date with my coursework and all the kind of rest of the stuff. Because practical, I was cleaning up. Do you know what I mean? It was just me making sure that I was keeping up with, obviously, like, you know, the theory side of it.
I think people don't know that it's good to get the help because you get 25% extra time.
100%.
Like there's so
Yeah.
much more. So like, don't be
100%.
ashamed if you have like a neurodiverse condition.
I say it to the kids,
like,
man, please.
make sure you disclose.
Even now in school, don't be ashamed because there is certain people that will know, but there's certain of us that we don't. And don't be afraid to put your hand up and say, Miss, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you don't win by not doing that, John. So what I'm
Big
trying
up
to say.
Solomon.
Brixton Food-
Brixton Soup
yeah.
Kitchen.
Soup Kitchen. Yeah, big up Solomon, man, all the time.
Yeah, because
all the time.
I done his interview and he was kind of said the same thing. Like he think he's dyslexic as well, you know. But he actually went uni, all of that. But he didn't realise that he could do it. There was something that he done. They help you.
Yeah, they give you
Something that-
additional
They
reasonable
literally
adjustments.
help
They
you.
make
can't remember
reasonable
what it was.
adjustments.
I was in that first generation of what they now call an AI. So I was in that first generation of there was a software that came out called
Yeah,
Dragon.
that's
Dragon. I
Come
Yeah, I
hated
think he
Dragon.
was
Sorry,
saying
but
that. He
I
was saying
hated
it.
Dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
I
I think
hated it
that's
still.
what
I
It was like,
hated it.
because it didn't help, man. It didn't help. My mum didn't even understand what I was saying. I was like, Dragon.
You have to articulate.
have
If you
to
don't articulate,
yeah.
it will spell it
I
wrong.
think
It'll
that's what
say
he was
something
saying. I
else.
think
Yeah,
that's
so
what
they
he was saying.
tried to have softwares like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I needed things like rulers that had different shades, so
Colour screens.
and that kind of stuff. So yellow was quite good for me, but just
Yeah.
white and black.
No.
It wasn't.
words just-
Yeah, it wasn't great for me.
Yeah.
So that was absolutely a real blessing, but it was hard because, like I said, as I went to, obviously, like you said, we were saying, I went to university, but I got kicked out at the age of 16. So my mum ended up saying, "You're moving mad, rare." So when I went to university, I was already in a hostel.
See, like your mum and dad, yeah, were they together?
No,
Never.
they got, the worst thing about it, they got back together 4 years ago. And I lost my dad this year, January. So I'm lost
Sorry
to
to
prostate
hear
cancer.
that.
But yeah, it was a madness. So imagine my dad not being in my life for 30 years. And then he went to my mum's house one day for my birthday, which he knows where I live. So I'm like, why you keep going there? What? You know why man was keep going there. You know what's there? He
Shout
went
out
to
my dad.
Yeah, went to my mum and get me. He's like, yeah, where's my son? Well, you know, for 30 years, but he lives by himself. So you know where he is. So once again, them two started talking. And then before you know it, I'm going to my mum's house where I grew up and everything, and I'm busting the door and I'm seeing my dad, you know, and that was hard for me because I grew up with 30 years of, not in a bad way, hearing my mum talk a lot about the hardship that she went through, you know, a lot of this domestic violence, a lot of that kind of stuff. That's the reason why she moved to North London in the first place, because she had to get away from him in that kind of sense. So I was just an angry child on some, right, when I see, man, it's turn up season. So anytime I saw my dad and everything, I just had bare animosity towards him. So when he come back into my life, I was just rude to him, man. You know what I mean? To a point, my mum was just like, allow it, like, give him a chance, all the rest of it. I was just like, you boy, you know what? You're not my dad anyway. I don't care, like, rare. And just one day, me and him actually sat down. I've got 3 kids myself, and I don't see my oldest son. And me and him sat down, and I was able to reason with him.
Why don't you see your oldest son?
Unfortunately, the mum don't allow me to see him. Like I said, once again, with what I does, loads of politics, you know, once there. And what I realised,
Do you want to see him?
of course.
Oh, I don't.
And what,
How old?
he's 11 now.
You might have got trapped in it. You don't want to see him.
And no, of course not. But like this is what so clearly happens in the sense of when you're in a certain situation. And unfortunately, I wasn't with his mother. It was kind of like friends with benefits kind of thing. Something happened. I said I didn't want it in that kind of way.
Yeah.
She decided to have it. I said, okay, cool, I'm going to stick by you and do the rest of it.
You went mad when you said, okay, cool. That's when you went mad.
She thought like we was going to get together. We didn't. I tried to keep it like that. And then the woman scored in that kind of sense. She just went left with it. I didn't even know what to do. Didn't get put on the birth certificate. You know, the ones there.
So you don't have parental rights?
No parental rights. Sent me CSA,
Sick.
all the rest of it.
So did you take a DNA test?
CSA,
Like for the
all
CSA?
right at the time. They pressurized you so much. Like I said, I was still quite young. So I was, just turned 25, just received my OBE. So just turned 25, now being told that I'm going to be a father, and they just call you up and they say, if you believe he's your child and and you can get a DNA test, but if you find out it's your child, then you're going to have to pay £250, £300. It was just so much to our point. I was like, I'm not trying to deny him though, but the way they were trying to make it look like, oh, you deny. So I just said yes to everything. Yeah, cool, yes. He is mine then. Yes. Cool. They was like, this is your name, right? Cool, that's it. You agreed now. And then that's it. Then I never saw them again. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense.
They just deducted.
There was no support network for me. There was no one telling me, oh, this is what you can do. This is what you can't do. Do you know what I mean?
So they just take your money.
That's it.
You didn't even do no thing.
You got to go through family court and other stuff.
No, I'm saying you didn't even do no, what's that, DNA test?
No,
if you agree to, then there's no need.
So once again, but that's because I'm young. They started. I don't know these things. I'm not trying to deny him. I do believe he's my son. Do you know what I mean? So it was all of that kind of backwards. But if I knew that now, I should have, because most men, if you do, you have more rights in that kind of way, in that kind of sense.
Paternal
and then for
rights.
that first year, she would have had to change his name on the birth certificate, but now that year's passed, she doesn't have to. So I can still go on his birth certificate, but I can't still be the predominant character in his life, in the sense of me being on the birth certificate, in the sense of this is his dad, in that kind of sense of having that legal right. So
have you never ever been in his life?
Early years. So obviously, like I said, first 2 to 3 years, like I said, on and off, allow me, then you're not listening him, then you can, then you can't, and all that
the
kind
sad thing about it, the sad thing about it is, because we both know, you love your mom, yeah? And then it's like, you don't know what she's saying to him, innit, about you.
But this is what I'm trying to say. And I heard through the grapevines, ones there, she wasn't talking nice about me.
Do you know what I mean?
I heard in the grapevines, she ended up getting with another partner. She wanted him to call him daddy and all that kind of stuff. She wanted to change names and all that kind of stuff. And as me as a man as well, do you know what I mean? I think a lot of men have to take solace this of what I try to understand, in the sense of we all make decisions, and sometimes it's not always the best decision. And I could easily went down a similar route that we all go down, want to flare up, want to kick off doors, want to do. It does nothing for the child. And then that's going to take you the wrong place. I end up taking trauma on myself and saying, do you know what? I will step back then. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm looking at the benefit of my son, and I had to even respect the man that was there and saying, do you know what? At least There's has got a father figure. Yeah. And as much as I don't want you there, because I want to be there, I have to respect him because he's there. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
You don't know what sort of father figure he is, though.
I don't. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense. But
sometimes
the absent one is also not but the absent one is also not a great one. Do you know what I mean? Because I know what it's like to not have nothing. Do you know what I mean? And I would rather see my dad and understand pitfalls and flaws sometimes, to be like, okay, I know what I'm not gonna be like, or not gonna do.
But to not have anything.
You know what's sad?
Sometimes.
What's sad as well.
But I don't know which one's more harder, because they're both just as hard. Do you know what I mean? Your dad being there and you feel like he hasn't been there, or your dad never being there. Do you know what I mean? Like they're both.
It's weird, because I think like our mums they don't realize, innit? I don't think they realize, because like what you say here, it's like I feel like that as well. It's like I still would have rather just have a little something, innit?
100%.
Why for that? But a little 100%. Relationship with my dad than
100%.
Nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? And I was able to, but it wasn't encouraged.
No.
Do you get what I'm saying? And because I'm a madman and I'm like you, from I'm over it.
Yeah.
And then your mum will just leave you to be over it.
Yeah.
But they're older, so really they should think like, nah, man, 100%.
Stop. And that's what
she
it was
should have been. To me, I feel sometimes that she should have been like, nah, man, like phone your dad, man.
Thank you.
And that's, you can see I'm working off your thing.
But
do you get what I'm saying?
So just as the woman, so sometimes it's challenging, because you want them to, not everyone, but some women want the dads to be present.
Of course.
And they do make the calls and they do try, but they're not getting anything back. And it's the rejection that they don't, sometimes they're trying to protect their kids from that rejection. So it's like a catch-22, like, do I keep on doing it? And then the kid keeps on seeing the rejection and they're having to suffer the consequences of being rejected.
Of course.
Or just the person just not being there, and I'll just leave it where it's at. Do you know what I mean?
Of course. And
I mean, I'm active.
I got to an older stage of when I was able to, I always say that, I think you're right, I always say, like, when I got to the stage when I was calling my dad and he was sometimes not turning up and wherever, I could see his character for his character. But from naught to whenever, like it's not fair for you to sit there and be like, oh, he's not going to be there, he's not going to come
No,
around.
you
Because,
shouldn't.
like you said,
Yeah.
and it's not like she's done that all the time, but she's done it in ways, like you said, Spray, in a sense, telling me of what she went through. So therefore, me sometimes mentioning my dad, I could see the hurt within her face. So after a while, I was just like, I'm not even going to keep mentioning the guy then, because
because you can see
just
the
look, I can
impact.
see the impact. I know how you just keep, not like you're getting
Worse, you
riled
look
up,
like
but yeah,
him.
do you know what I mean? So it's just like, well, cool. If
Get
no,
me.
if no one don't like him, then no one don't like him. Then do you know what I mean? But that's something that stuck with me, and that's something that I always say to women as well. Because like I said, I was raised by my mum, but I was raised by my mum with a woman's point of view.
Yeah.
I love her to bits, but I was raised on a woman as
can't
an
do
analogy. Do you
it.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
in the sense of that's not how men's meant to be raised. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense, like I've got great traits from you women in the sense of I'm understanding. Like I said, now I'm open in the sense of like I know how to deal with my trauma. You know, the ones there. Like I'm not absent in the sense of being able to be confronting certain situations, but then at the same time, there's times when I'm being in situations with the missus, and she said to her and said to me, this bickering thing, back and forth, you shouldn't be doing this, do you know what I mean? But that's something that I've just noctily taken from my mum, women, in that kind of sense. But if my dad was around, he'd be like, allow that, man.
Yeah,
Stop
you
the
need
talk,
the
man.
balance.
Do you know what I mean?
Need the
And try and have that balance. And I got adopted by a woman's analogy, which I love my woman's analogy. But like I said, sometimes what we do with our
Your
kids,
dad wouldn't have
we
sent you
want an
ballet.
analogy of what you want.
Dad definitely wouldn't have sent you ballet.
Probably but he was
Definitely
hardback.
not.
No, he was hardback.
That
so
would be too
hardback,
crazy.
No, listen,
If
hardback
my
Jamaican.
if my babe ever
he's not-
phoned me and
yeah,
told
he-
me,
yeah, he's not
she's sending
involved.
Kia, huh?
Yeah, he's not involved. He's not involved.
Like
yeah.
that's, I'll put my foot down. Like, no,
But if you, no, but as I say, but if you,
but
no,
you
it's
know what I'm
true.
saying.
But if he was
Too
around, if he was
crazy.
around,
No, but remember,
so-
alright, cool, because the 80s was mad anyway, yeah, because it was a bit. Look at the break dance, all them
Fame,
films.
fame.
When we look
All
at
of
all
that,
them films,
all of that,
it
all of
was
that.
too crazy.
All of
But
that.
I'm saying in this day and age, but I think we was a lot more maybe in tune.
We were a bit
or
more
we're cool.
open.
We're cool
Yeah,
with our
yeah,
sexuality.
yeah,
I can't explain it.
yeah, but we was,
because
yeah.
they're pushing so much madness
It's too
and
much.
Nah,
agenda.
people wanna
It's too much.
I wouldn't want my
No,
youth
100%.
in ballet.
No,
in this
I
today.
agree with what you're kind of saying.
Like
to a certain
today,
degree, and it is hard.
It'll
because-
be less of a madness being in ballet in the 80s or when we was younger than being in ballet. I can't explain it, but I know what I mean because too much madness is being pushed out there.
I just feel like as parents, you've got to kind of tune into what your kids are into. Like, because if you're trying to force them to do academics or boxing and that's just not their thing, you're going to push them to go somewhere else because they're going to
100%.
find something else.
Yeah, but how about
So-
don't push them to do anything?
No, but that's why I'm saying being
get what
in
I'm saying?
tuned. I said
Right,
be in
she's trying to
tuned.
say be in tune in the
Be
sense
in
of because you
tune.
know
If
that
you
your child
see-
likes something,
Okay.
then push them in that
Yeah,
kind of way, in
like-
that kind of sense of not pushing them to say do this, but it's like you can see, right, my son's good at that. You know, let me, like you said, encourage. And I think that's what we don't do enough. And I think sometimes within us understanding, especially us as a men, until my dad came back into my life, what I realized is, like I said, I needed that balance. So like I said, with my mum, the perception that she wanted me to have and the man that she wanted me to be, which was a great perception. It was a great man that she wanted me to be. But in real terms, she hadn't actually met him in real life. So that person didn't exist. So sometimes we have these analogies of what we want our kids to be like and everything. And that ain't real. Sometimes we have to go sometimes back to the beginning and say, do you know what is it that I'm looking for in the sense of what I'm doing that's going to enable my son to understand that role. So I did need a man in the house then,
Yeah.
on a consistent basis. I did need you to be married and all these kind of things for me to be like, okay, say no more. So what's going back to what you're saying about my child, there is a part of me that because of my dad, because of my mum being a single mum, there's a part of me that's been okay to be like, okay, cool. I will just take a step back, or maybe I'll do it in a different way because I'm just used to that anyway. But if my mum was married and it wasn't like that, then I'll be like fighting tooth and nail. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But I think we don't realize these underlying traumas that seek up, and then you start realizing when you're a grown man. So like I
People
said,
don't fall far from the tree, innit?
of course.
It's the foundation. Like if that's your foundation, it's hard to kind of change it.
How do you change it?
How do you change
And
it?
how do
Where
you
have you
even know-
seen that
How do you even know
there's
that
a
it's something
different
to change?
option? Yeah.
You know, how do you even know it's something to change? You just think that, okay.
This is
Getting on with
normal.
it.
Yeah,
This is normal.
Cool, I'll step back then. Obviously, you keep shouting him, go away, Chris. All right, cool. Leave me alone. I got a new partner. All right. I'll dip then. So that was it. And then when I got back, when my dad come back into my life, I was able to sit down with him. And like he said, not in a bad way, like he was trying to tarnish my mum in that way, but he showed me his understanding of that
Perspective.
situation. Do you know what I
At
Yeah.
mean?
least you got that.
And that's what I had to say to him. I hear you because I feel like I'm going through a similar situation with my son and my daughter in the sense of I get it. So it's not a case of he just didn't love me and you're just moving mad. It's like, rah, I get it. Two people in a relationship, and sometimes when you're in a relationship, men and women, they forget that you're no longer in a relationship, but that doesn't mean that I'm a bad father. That doesn't mean that I'm not an individual. And everyone clumps that all into one. So all your hatred that you've got for that person inside a relationship, yeah, Chris might be a bad person in a relationship.
But it doesn't mean he's a bad dad.
It doesn't mean I'm a bad dad though. And it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. And I think that gets grouped in, and then a lot of people don't understand that, and then it just goes left. So with my dad, he was telling me some stuff that was heartbreaking. You know, he's like, I was in prison one day, your mum came, you know, I was there, I think he was 6 weeks old, and she said, look, this is your son, you're never gonna see him again, and bopped off. I said, rah. I had to go straight in the kitchen and say, hey, did you do that? And she's looking at me like, oh, well, you don't understand. And he done it. No. I heard your story, but bro, you didn't tell me that story as well. You didn't tell me that you also made it difficult. You didn't tell me also you done other manipulating things, which is only going to play on his head. Because he's got to go back and sit in a cell now.
So how did that, once you heard that from your dad, how did that change your perspective or your view of your mum?
What was nice about that perspective, it just let me realize that, once again, sometimes things that we take on second nature, you're just not going to know anything different until you see something different. And seeing my dad was the first time that I've ever seen my mum submit. I've never seen her submit in any relationship. She's always been a dependent one. Do you know what I mean? She'll kick a man out. Do you know what I mean? Man, them mostly in my mum's house. Like, when it's time, come out my yard, rude boy. Yeah? Like that later. And then the first time I'm seeing my dad and I'm seeing my mum like, rah, okay, cool. Let me just sit down. I'm looking at that like, rah, okay, this is the first time, do you know what I mean? But it was nice because I went through situations with my mum, do you know what I mean? In the sense of not having the greatest relationship. And then me and my dad end up getting a lot more closer. And I saw a little bit of a jealousy, a little bit of resentment from my mum in the sense of she wanted that because she was with him. And then she started realizing like, rah, and then she's now hitting me up like, you're just like your dad. You're just like,
okay, I was just about to say, that's one of the worst things.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I've spent 30 years of being told that this guy's done this, and you know the ones that you always make me different, and then now you're telling me
I'm this guy that you said.
So what does this mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that kind of sense. So yeah, it was difficult, and I love my wife for it because she was the first woman in my life that allowed me to understand that I had trauma, allowed me to understand that I was a mummy's boy. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, she stuck it on me one day. She was just like, listen, the way you keep coming and on the phone, like, 16 times, my mum will be like a day. Do you know what I mean? I'm just on there running around doing all sorts of stuff and getting into arguments with her. Like, don't understand. What are you talking about? Rare. Not realizing that sometimes in that situation, my mum was jealous and she didn't like the relationship because she felt like she was losing her son. So she was trying to do everything to still have my time. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And it got to a stage where my mum even said to me one day, oh, you're putting her in front of me. And I'm like, of course I am, because that's my wife. You're my mum. There's no one going in front of you. You're like,
it's a different relationship.
It's on a different understanding. So it's like, yes, of course I'm putting but you're my mum. You're high.
You're there. It's different.
It's not you two fighting to like.
Yeah.
That's. I always find that mad, and that would be weird for me. Luckily, my mum. I don't know. My mum cared that one. No, she did. But I'm saying like.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah, no, she did. But I'm saying like she's not like she won't. She was happy to not see me for a bit. Then like she would never. It was never in her head like you take her over me type of thing. Like my mum will be happy that someone's looking after me somewhere. Like that.
Did your mum have a partner at the time?
No.
Okay.
My mum never had no partner. But I'm saying like she always like with my baby mother, she will always be like, oh, like she reminds her of her mum type of thing. So to her it's just like, okay, he's got someone looking after him
100%.
type of thing.
100%.
That's all she cares.
100%.
She don't care about
100%.
where you look. She would
Yeah.
probably prefer me to look at her higher than her, but I wouldn't because it's my mum, innit? But she, you know what I mean?
When did you meet your wife? Did you meet her before your OBE or?
After my OBE, we met just before, just after Black Lives Matter, before we kind of shut down again in that kind of sense. And it was quite strange because I put up a book. Was the first time I put up a book, which is an audiobook that's still on my page on my website. It's called I'm a Dad, Not a Father. And I spoke about, having two
That's
kids.
going to be the book suggestion for today then.
So
what is it?
I'm a Dad, Not a
Not a
Father.
Father.
Because every episode we give them a book to go and read, innit?
And it's nice. It's not even a book to read because of my dyslexia. It's an audiobook, so you just have to just listen.
Love that.
Still,
You just,
they'll
yeah,
probably-
you just.
It's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just listen, and it's I'm a Dad, Not a Father, and it was
Not a
talking
lot of them
about
that can read now.
being being a young black male and feeling like I had that stereotype. So it talks about me having two kids, and at the time with two different mothers. So I spoke about that and not being able to see them and how I felt, just understanding how a man feels in these kind of situations. And when you meet people, everyone's just like, oh, black guy, of course you have, of course you got loads of baby. And it's like, no, that wasn't my intention. So same thing with my son.
This is what China fights for,
You know, and it was just that that with my son, and then like I said, my son happened, but I was already dating or with someone at the time, which ended up being my daughter's mum. But we was already together for a lot of times. But like I said, through due to everything that happened. But then when she came back on the picture, I had to let her know that, you know what, this is what's happened, and I've got someone pregnant and all the rest of it, and I'm gonna be having a boy. She ended up saying to me, do you know what, I hear what you're going through, which at the time I believe both of us were still a little bit naive and we shouldn't have, but she was like, do you know what, I still want to be with you. So she watched me go through that whole process. She watched me go through going to hospitals and all that kind of rest of that kind of stuff, all of that. And she stuck by me through that kind of understanding. And what was a shame, because when I had that, she ended up coming to me afterwards, and due to implications, unfortunately, she might not have been able to have kids. So she was just like, it's okay, Chris, I'll just see your son. So I felt guilty. So I'm like, well, if I love this woman, why am I going to wait to have a possibility that we don't? So we decided to have my daughter, which was dream. And that's why my son and my daughter are like literally like 8-9 months apart. So one's 11 and one's 10.
Wow.
And now I've got a
Was that naturally conceived, or did you?
Yeah,
have
that was
to?
that. We decided.
Okay.
Is that the boy that you can see?
The boy that I can see is my youngest now.
Yeah, but both of them you can see these two.
No, I don't see the first two. So 10, 11 year olds, I don't see.
So it's two of them you don't see.
Two of them I don't see.
Shit.
Yeah, 10, 11.
I thought it was just one.
No, so like I said, that's what I was talking about my son. But I've got a daughter with another mum, and like I said, I'm not allowed to see her.
To see her either.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So both baby mums are going mad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rotted
And like I said,
bad luck.
sometimes within my understanding, which I look at certain things as well, I'm not putting no blame onto them, because I never slate them as a parent or as a mother, and they're raising my kids. So I always sit there and say, there's no need to put out bad omens. You can't sit there and slate, because then that means you're also wishing badness on my own children. Do you know what I mean? I just know within myself, on the first occasion, that obviously like most men, be proactive, know what you're doing in the sense of the same thing, you know, shoot up, whatever it is, and be responsible. You know, the ones there. The second one is, don't always sit there and feel like, just because you're in a situation that you feel like you have to always fix something. And in that situation with my daughter, I felt like it was just so much going on. I felt it was the right thing to do, but if not, it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? For me personally, do you know what I mean? Having two kids.
Look after your mental health.
I had to look after my, but at the time I felt like this woman's been with me. She's watched me have this.
And now she's having to watch this.
And now she's telling me that she can't have
kids.
Like, this is all
like,
mad.
let's try and have a kid. I need to fix this.
I need to fix this sort of kind of thing, because like you was even upset on the reason facts of I'm having another. You thought you was gonna be the first person to. Do you know what I mean? It was so much so, and then like I said, not having that proper structure of having that support network,
ended up not even letting you see the anyway.
And in the end, I didn't get to see it in the end anyway. So that's been tough, and I ended up coming up with a book called like I said, I'm a Dad Not a Father, just addressing that and explaining that and saying, it's not easy. This is like not what I wanted. As much as my mum was a single parent, she had 3 kids by the same man. That's another thing that I grew up with. That's something that I wanted. That's something that I wanted to do in that kind of understanding. And sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. And our trauma, men, it's got to be like, just because you're in a situation, you got to find out why you keep attracting yourself sometimes to a similar character, so to speak. I'm not saying that character's wrong.
What are you drawing?
What are you drawing? Do you know what I mean? So as much as I'm not seeing my 2 kids, there must be 2 characteristics that are similar that I kept on drawing to, which I now had to just take myself away. So before I met my wife, I just went on a cold call in the sense of personal development, finding myself. I stopped going on sort of like online and watching girls and picking on big butt, like all of these kind of things that might allow it, but because it's just brainwashing me into a false aspiration of what it is actually real. Do you know what I mean? I want something real, and like I said, lucky enough, my wife now, she bought my book. You know, she bought the book. It was Black History. Do you know what I mean? And she said, look, she just came across it. She didn't even know who it was, and that's another thing I like. She did. So I had the OBE, but she just didn't know who it was. She just saw a book.
She weren't seeking you out.
Yeah,
And
she just saw a book.
she's a
like,
fan.
I just want to promote.
She seeked him up.
Yeah, black business.
She
Definitely
wasn't a fan.
She
wasn't a fan.
She wasn't. So,
oh no, I'm going mad, brother-in-law. I'm going mad. Oh my! I just clocked in it. It's the sister.
Yeah. Shut it down.
So, yeah,
I'm patting.
She jumped on there. And
knew there was a reason why he's looking at the.
All she done was sent me a review. Really, she sent me a review saying, "You know what? This is the first time I've seen like men in general just like be as open as raw as that." Do you know what I mean? And she was like, "Big up to yourself, King." Do you know what I mean? Me, obviously, with my respects, I've jumped back in. Blessed, I love Queen. I've jumped straight in. So even up to, you got to look over there. Even up to now, she keeps saying to me, "I was the one that slid in."
Double tapping.
I always keep saying that she's slid in, but in the end, she's like, "No, you're the ones." But then in the end, we was talking, and then we had similar paths. She's a life coach. She does amazing work.
Can we shout her out?
Kelly LaRock's a life coach. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, you knew that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, I didn't
Shout
know.
her out and her business.
Oh, so Bianca Boyce, life coach, was there. She's out there, bruv. Absolutely amazing and doing amazing stuff. So please, man, get me, support
Is
the
she
cause.
your life coach?
Literally, like, all the time, all the
Okay.
time. Like the way that I have to tap in sometimes, like I said, she's taught me so much. And like I said, I've taught her so much as well. It's just been quite a neutral feeling
Do
when
you
it's
find that, like a life coach good?
100%.
Because I was,
100%. No,
You were trying to
seriously.
tell me, yeah, you need a life coach.
No, you
like.
do, man. Sometimes just because it's not even that like we don't know what we need to do, but it's
just to focus you.
just for someone to focus you. Do you know what I mean? Not like
It's not like counselling. is it?
no, it's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And they're making sure that you're holding yourself accountable.
They're
you said,
accountability
Freddie, that
partners.
I'm going to do 40 podcasts and are you
Oh,
on? Are you
one
on
of
track?
them ones.
What are you
Oh,
doing?
okay,
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's just making sure that within your life, are you taking time out for your kids? Because you might have said to her, like, do you know what? I love my kids as well, and I feel like I don't want to make my work get. So you'll start molding certain things around.
Accountability partner.
You know what I mean?
You got a life coach?
I have several
See, there you go. No, you
in
got to
my,
have a few.
in my trusted circle.
You got to have a few.
So then I've got some. Then you lot. You,
No, but they're
if you got a life
professional.
coach,
They're,
that's
no,
a
they're
life
professional
coach.
people. They're professional people,
'Cause
but they
you know
happen
what I mean?
to be in
I've
my
got
trusted
bare
circles.
few then as
No,
well.
it's different. It's different.
Like
They're
the
actual
hell?
professions. I just don't have to
Like,
pay
all of
them,
a sudden you
but
got
they
a
hold
few.
me. They hold me accountable.
No,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Please and
so
thanks.
yeah, we
I've got a few.
met in lockdown, and what was nice about it is we both was on a similar path, and like I said to her, I was finally looking for a life partner. I didn't want a girlfriend. I didn't want to be in a relationship. Everyone thinks they're going in a relationship. You're in it for a year, and you're like, I was in a long-term relationship. Please miss me with all of that. So when we started speaking and stuff like that, we went through a dating process of we decided that we wasn't gonna kiss, touch, anything, nothing for 6 months. You know, I was there 6 months. We read it out for her, and then at the end of the 6 months, I went and introduced myself to brother-in-law, sister. I done it the proper way. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense. And then, like I said, after 6 months,
Mind games.
I was an opportunity in the sense of one of my friends called me up. It was a man them's holidays, like, bruv, okay, I'm all off for my birthday, you're coming. I said, cool, I'm coming, not worries. And I think it was like a day before he was going or 2 days before he was going. He's like, Chris, all the tickets are booked. It's going to be about 4 of us, 4 girls. I said, yeah, nah, big man. I don't even know if I can do this holiday now. And she's sitting there saying, because at the time, we're not
She's
really
saying,
together.
go,
So she's
yeah.
like, go. And I'm like, every woman knows. Every woman knows. If you're in that situation, man, then
You better not go.
don't go, fam, yeah? It's not, don't go. So she's like, yeah, go. So I flipped it. I said to her, I'm only going if you come.
If you, yeah.
So she's like, what? And I said, I'm going to pay for your ticket. I'm going to call my brethren. I'm going to buy another room. Rare. I'm going to still break love with him.
Pattern.
But that's how we're
yeah,
patterning.
yeah.
So we
Love
went over
that.
there. We was over there for about 4 days. And I remember literally the second day, I just looked at her and I said, I'm marrying this woman. And I got out the bed in water, locked down, and I was just running around looking for rings. And you don't leave a black woman in the hotel by herself, No one's there. Like, she was messaging me like, where are you? I said, I said to my
And the
brethren,
4 girls are there as well.
Listen, you understand what I'm trying to say? So she's in the room by herself, like, I don't want to entertain with them anyway. So I'm running around, and I got the ring and everything. Told my friends, they're looking at me like, Chris, you're moving
love
mad.
that.
And I never believed in marriage. I never believed in marriage until
found
until
your
I
one.
met her, until I saw her, and then I just realized, I just knew, married her on that trip, and then when we got back, do you know what I mean? Done it again for the family once again.
Hold on. So you proposed to her. Did you marry her on a trip, you said?
No, I proposed. Sorry,
Okay,
I proposed.
cool.
So I proposed.
I'm saying, Chris, you move
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, no, it's moving
We're
fast.
doing it
I was
today.
there.
We're doing it
Ceremony,
today.
had the priest there and everything. He said, yeah, come on, get out, just do us part. So yeah, no, proposed, come back, proposed again, and I joined just now and I've started there. We've got a beautiful son, 3, just turned 3, like I was saying to you.
Beautiful.
So absolutely amazing, and she's just been the biggest support network that I've ever had, because like I said, this year, I suffer with lupus, but this year, like, I had the biggest crash ever, and I got admitted into a hospital, and I nearly died. And for the first time, it was the first time that
Was you driving?
Huh?
Was you driving?
No, I nearly died in the sense
Did you
of
say you have a crash?
No,
No.
lupus, crash out.
Crash out.
yeah. So like my
Oh,
lupus.
crash with lupus.
Yeah,
I
just
thought,
like, it just
I
went-
thought you got the most bad luck. You got lupus.
Yeah,
now you're getting in
the
a crash.
No.
That's not thinking fucking
The
hell.
lupus just hit me for 6,
Okay,
like
okay,
literally
okay,
just
okay.
like.
No,
Just,
my old neighbor, he had lupus. Foss. We got Foss.
yeah.
Big up
My
Foss.
cousin's
And
got...
even
Foss
Storming.
is your
Yeah.
cousin.
No, I said my cousin's got lupus. Aisha. I did an
And
episode.
Storming, the MC that passed away.
Storming,
like, yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Storming.
Yeah,
But
TLC.
Foss,
Yeah.
Giggs' best friend. Giggs' best friend. Foss,
yeah.
my old neighbor. That's my proper guy.
There's
T-Boz.
a few,
Nick,
but I
see
Nick
him going through
Cannon.
it.
There's a
Tony
few.
Braxton.
You haven't got it bad.
You reckon?
No, not like Foss.
There's
different. It's
different. So
internal.
you got your internal ones, and then
Okay.
obviously
Yeah.
you got like what I've got now, the skin one.
Yeah, no, but-
and all my skin and everything. And obviously the organ ones, I had a bit of both. That's why I got admitted into the hospital, because it started to affect my organs.
I'm
I was
going
going to
mad,
say,
innit?
let's
You ain't got
talk us
bad,
through
I'm
it, because
mad.
I've seen you talk about it. Like, let's talk about what symptoms you had first and how you were diagnosed.
So it started off with, the worst thing about it was they said it was alopecia at first. So literally woke up in the morning, man just got a patch on the side of the head. You know, one's there that's like, oh, it's alopecia, rare, it's not to worry. Cool, try and use these creams and everything. So I'm just plodding along, not even thinking nothing. Year goes past. I wake up one morning, I'm seeing now 5 patches. You know, one's there to a point. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I was looking on the bed like, where's the hair gone though? It's like the hair fairy took it. Like I was like, yo, big, where's the hair gone? Like, what's going on? So literally, hair's gone. So when I went back that time now, they said, oh, you've got something called lupus, but you've only got it from the neck up, so it just only seems like it's only affecting your head, and you know, you're only losing your hair, but then my hair will grow back and all that kind of stuff. So that was what it was like, on and off for nearly like my whole life. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense.
Oh,
and it
really?
was, yeah, literally. So I got diagnosed when I was about, I think I was about 24 or 25. Now around there, my OBE, like of the alopecia in this, and then that's just carried on to now. But then lately, it's just got worse. So like I said,
So you got diagnosed with lupus? Okay, so they didn't get it wrong.
So they didn't get it wrong. So
Okay,
they got
okay.
diagnosed with it, but they just said it was from the neck up. They didn't say it was going to affect my body, my face. They was just like, no, you've just got, do you know what I mean? Like you said, the little bit of the skin one. It's not your
What is
organs.
it? Like, what happens? Like,
Basically, it's autoimmune. So basically, my body's fighting itself. So you know, like if you get a cold or whatever, you've got your blood cells, your white cells. They're there they're meant to fight off any sort of colds or any injections that. Do you know what I mean?
like sickle cell? Sounds a bit like it.
Kind of a bit, because
In the sense, it's an
another
system is
absolutely,
down
because
as
it's
well.
another autoimmune
Immune disease,
like,
yeah.
sort of kind of thing. So it's a similar thing where your body's basically attacking yourself because it thinks there's something wrong, but nothing's wrong.
Nothing's
So my
wrong.
body's like saying, "Yo, Chris, you got a cold." I'm like, "No, bro, I'm good," but it's just thinking that something there, and now it's
And so
attacking
it's
good cells.
attacking.
And now it's just breaking down all like my immune system in that kind of way, because it thinks like, oh, Chris has got a cold, Chris has got a cold, Chris has got a cold.
and
We
it's
need
trying
to
to help.
it's trying to help me. It thinks it's helping me, but
Yeah,
it's doing the opposite. So
Okay.
that's what it is. And they say to you, like, you know, I said to myself, how did I get it? Is it generational? As I said, it's a part of it can be also generational as well. So there is a lot of people
Can't catch it, can you?
no, it's not like you can't catch it,
can't-
but it's
What?
not like
It's like a gene.
Yeah, it's like a gene. So you
Fam.
could get it through your family and all that kind of
But you
stuff.
can't just get.
No, you can't just get it.
Alright,
Yeah,
cool.
you can't just get it like that. No.
Don't be thinking.
No, listen, you can't.
There's too much going on.
But the
First,
one-
I've had unsigned. Remember, unsigned's there with the vitiligo. Like,
But
I'm
the
going
worst thing
too
about
mad.
it, what I try and promote, and this is the reason why I want it to be serious, because in that kind of sense of check in, because you could be one step away.
No,
just because
check
of,
in. You do
just
need to
because of
check in.
certain things, whether you're eating, like all of us right now could be one step away from, like you said, whether it's sickle cell, whether it's diabetes, whether it's lupus.
I can't be
whether-
1 second
like, do
for
you know what I
with
mean?
sickle cell. You have to be
Like,
born with that.
no, but I'm-
Sickle cell, you
But a
born with it.
crisis.
About a crisis, like,
Maybe a
because
crisis.
sometimes it's lining. Sometimes it's just it's not dormant yet, so to speak.
I've
So
had
sometimes
friends
it's just
that's just
sitting
died.
there.
Like, and they would still be here if they went and
Checked
what he
in.
said, checked.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
you
mean?
have to check in.
Like,
That's why I was asking you.
my friend died
what are
of,
the symptoms? Because
pneumonia.
people.
Who dies of pneumonia
But this is
in England?
But this is it, and
It's
No, my
because he.
brother.
No, but I'm saying it's because he's thinking it's not pneumonia. You know, when you just.
100%.
You know how we are.
No,
We'll get a
but
cold,
100%.
or we'll get,
Cool.
and we
You
think we're
have
just
to do
gonna.
a MOT.
You know, we just think we're gonna get over it,
But
and it'll
that's-
get a bit worse,
But
and you're still not going up. Like, not me. I'm going. I got. You know, I don't play games.
I didn't do that. So
I
like
don't play
that
games,
whole
but-
symptoms on what you're saying now is it was the shaking. You know, one's there. Man was getting hot on clothes flashes. You know, one's there. I got bag of clothes on.
And
but
you just
I'm
riding
just
it,
shivering.
just
No one's there. And the missus looking at me like, wow, my face went out here. Like I couldn't even see. It looked like I've been just smacked up. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense, my bones and everything was aching. Do you know what I mean? All these small little things. But before, like I said, certain flare-ups and certain starts, like you said, there is signs. So my eyes on my eyelids sometimes go red when things are starting to flare up. So there's certain signs that you might see, or you might see like a little mark on your arm or whatever. And these are small little signs where it's like, cool, you might be not doing too much, or you're not doing enough. Do you know what I mean? And I think one of my biggest things which we don't realize is stress. That's what
It's a killer.
That's what
Number
caused my
one
lupus.
killer.
That's the number one that causes lupus in the sense of stress.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, so stress is
I'm
the
on
one.
my way.
It's like that's the reason why I said it's
Yeah, I
like
need to
we
calm
could all.
down.
Yeah, no,
I need to calm down.
it's so needed, man. We got to learn how not to take on so much stress, not to take. And I know it's easy said and done. We got kids, we got bills, you got lifestyle. I get it, but that was the one thing that I didn't do. I was just plowing through. Like I said, I'm online. helping everybody every single day. Like I said, I go into schools, colleges, youth clubs, prisons. So you got to imagine the trauma that I hear every day. That I'm not just releasing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Everyone's trauma on.
I've been stuck. This has happened to me. My mom's alcoholic, crack it. I'm going through all of this, trying to maintain.
And then you're an empath.
Who, me?
Are you an empath?
No. Not in like a sense of like feeling like I'm just moving mad. No.
No, because she's empath.
No, like when you speak to people, you take on their emotions.
Oh
and
yeah,
such,
100%. Yeah, them.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I was
That's-
dyslexic.
then
So when
it's
you said
worse for
empath,
you.
my mind was out of there.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's
Like,
worse.
what's
for,
that? You got
it's
me?
worse
It's
for
heavy.
empath though.
It's
No,
heavy,
It's worse for you lot. For me, I can just hear people saying madness. And
Oh, is it?
I'm not too
He doesn't.
empathetic.
No,
But if you're someone that,
yeah, I am.
do you know what I mean? You
Yeah,
soak
no,
up,
I am.
then
I do,
it's
and
not gonna
I
be
feel
good
it for them,
you. Yeah, it's
especially when
not
you've got
gonna
a 13-year-old boy
That's what.
or 12-year-old boy telling me, I don't want to go home. And they're telling you their conditions, and you got tears in your eyes. You're like, rah, bruv, you shouldn't have to even be living this. I'm teaching young boys right now, and they're saying, rah, no, my mum's, she's suffering depression. I've got to give her the depression tablets, bruv. My 2-year-old sister, bruv, you get me? I've got to make sure that she goes to a next door neighbour's house, and I've got to drop my sister to school before I even start school.
I was going to say
It's a
that earlier
madness,
on.
you know?
When Trina was saying about, you got to keep an eye on your kids or whatever, not. But the truth of the matter is, some parents are just so busy. Like, they haven't got time to even pre their youths. Because by the time they get home, they're so tired. It's probably time for the kids to go sleep.
Absolutely.
To even go to school the next day.
Absolutely.
So they don't even get enough time with their kids
Absolutely.
to even engage in. Like, my mum thought, like, I was able to fool my mum my whole bloody teenage years because she's too busy. She's working.
100%. And I think
coming home, like, all I had to do was spend an hour in the house acting normal.
Yeah. And it was the same thing with my mum. My mum never got back till about 8, 9 o'clock at night. Do you know what I mean? Most nights. So that's why I wasn't like, do you know what I mean? I was out there, do you know what I mean? Until I knew that my mum was coming back in. But what we don't put the installation in the sense of, like you said, Spray, it's true. There's not enough support systems also for a lot of these single mothers and everything. And there's not an understanding worth. There used to be a village, do you know what I mean? There used to be an understanding that nanny's going to come then or blah, blah,
Yeah, someone else
We
is-
need to make sure that that's getting enrolled back in because like you said, it is good now that some of these kids are going home, but it's not great because that's when you're on a madness. You get me? You're going home on the bus. You know, mum's not coming until 8 o'clock. You're just thinking, yeah, I'm out here. I'm not doing no homework. I'm not doing none of that. So there needs to be some sort of form of structure for this young person because, like I said, monkey see, monkey do. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense. So a lot of these young people, you can't keep getting at them. You got to look at the parenting. You got to look at the parents
It's
because
the community.
it's the community that's allowing them to be having that understanding. You can't sit there and say to a young person, you know what, I'm that type of person that he needs to be better because his mum's at work and everything. She needs to make sure that there's better things put in place to make sure, because we all know it's not safe out there anymore for some of our young youths.
It's hard. I feel like it's hard. Like I think about it. Like when I was growing up, my grandma raised me, but she had the capacity to. Now my mum still has to work. She's of working age, so she can't now be looking after my kids.
Of course.
So you've got to be resourceful. So my kids do sports and such. So as much as I might not be there
but put them in that
physically,
activity. I say it all the time.
they got sports, they got
football mum,
things to
innit?
do. Soccer mum, yeah. My weekends are
Put them
not
in that
mine.
activity,
Like,
absolutely,
but Monday to
absolutely.
Friday, they know that they've got other activities to do. And it was like with me as well. I did athletics, so I never had the time to be outside on the block. People didn't even know I lived there.
There you go.
They didn't know I
But
was
you
around.
But then, like you said, you had a proactive mother that understood. Same with what my mum tried to do when she tried to send me to school outside of London. It's trying to be as much as proactive as you can. And like I said, it's easier said than done. Of course it is. Like you said, it is hard. You know, the extra curriculums, they
cost
cost
money.
You know, they're not a joke. Do you know what I mean? Of making sure that they're keeping up with all the payments. But then I also flip it around on the other side and say to myself.
And how many of you was there?
What am I? Three of us in the house. But I noticed that, like, obviously, like
Look,
when I
I'm just
was
thinking, it was 5 of us.
It's-
It's different. Like, do you get? It's easy to like, soccer mum,
100%.
but there's no possible way that my mum can be a soccer mum to 5 youths.
no,
Or-
definitely like
or
and
deal with
100%.
5. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
I hear you,
So
'cause even-
sometimes they actually just too busy.
like even with
They
with
can't.
my
I mean-
siblings, like I got to do much more. So I did the ballet, the tap contemporary, I did athletics, I did all of that stuff. Then my brother, he didn't get as much because I was already committed to loads of things.
100%.
So now he can't get as much. So yeah, he can do the hockey, but he might not be able to do the football. And then by the time my sister's there now, she's not getting to do
as much
practically
as she
anything
should,
because
as she should be doing.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you know.
And it's the same thing like Spray saying, I get it, Spray, because like I said, I was doing the football. My mum would never come to any of my Sunday games because she's cooking and she's got to get everything ready for, you know, once they're school the next day,
washing,
my sisters
iron,
and rare.
yeah.
So yeah, I get it to that degree, but she also made sure that I was doing that activity and I wasn't out there.
my mum used to
So
come
if you
to my
can,
stuff.
like I said, it's easier said than done, but like you said, if
It's like
you
what
can.
she said, but I was like favoured. Not favoured, but she did used to come to my stuff still.
We need to,
It
because
felt nice
obviously,
though.
on one
Maybe
hand,
not.
let's just call it a spade, because on one hand, like you said, it is hard, and then on another hand, I still feel like no, it's not, because there's certain parents that are giving them guys the iPhone Max. You know, man's there, man's got the 250 crap on, man's got the big screen TV, PlayStation 5. That could be going on extra curriculums.
100%.
That could be doing other stuff. So once again, what are you
Prioritizing.
You understand?
Mm.
And this is it. Sometimes we become so materialistic in the sense of what we feel like we have to give for our children. That's why I always say to the man them as well. I'm in prison right now, and I'm even talking to youths in school, and they keep telling me like, I don't care about my dad being out there and making as much money as he make. The young boy's telling me that I just wanted my dad to be there. But the
And
dad
you'll
that
hear
I'm
it
speaking to in
over.
prison, he's like, brother, I was only out there because I needed to get him the boots. I needed to make sure mine was patterned. I need to make sure that my son was good, but not realizing that
It's a stress for me.
your son, he didn't even
He would
actually
have
want it,
preferred
bro.
the time. He would have
just preferred the time.
played Monopoly in the house.
But once again, that fear,
My son
false
would
expectations
my
appearing
son would
real.
prefer the money still.
Maybe, but that's what I'm saying.
But that's what we think
Apple,
that's what we
sometimes.
think.
the
You'd
apple
be
don't fall
surprised.
far. No, but you know what it is? I wouldn't be surprised. That's the thing, because of how we, you know what I mean, how life has just changed. And
No, of
it's
course.
just different when mum was just there living with him, innit? Like, not living, you don't see me. So, yeah, you would definitely rather than
Obviously, sometimes when they get older, they're gonna have their own
Yeah,
characteristics.
definitely.
Yeah,
in that
once they
sense.
get a certain
But
age.
absolutely, there is definitely times like I would say absolutely from 16, 17, that's when your child might be a little bit like, I'm gonna have my own characters. But up until then, your son loves you and he wants to be with you
of
every
course,
single
he-
time, no
he
matter
don't
what.
care about
No
being
matter
with me
what, he
no
doesn't
more.
care about.
No, mum, they don't care about being with me no more. I promise you.
How old is he now?
16.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
You know what I'm
16.
saying? I chat to him, innit?
But
Like,
before
he
that,
don't-
when he was
would
telling him,
definitely yeah, when he was younger. But I'm saying it's so weird. Like, sorry, just to go on whatever. But my dad, okay, I never saw my dad for like 22 years or 23 years or 20. I can't remember. But the first time I saw him was at his funeral. Yeah, was at his funeral. Cut a long story short, just some man. I can't even bother to get into it, but he bumped man for some money, innit? He had some shares for me and my sister, and it would have come up to like about, because obviously he opened a bank in Dominica. He's a big like.
Yeah.
It would have
Finance
came
minister.
up to, no joke, yeah. Like if we still had the shares,
bonds,
if we still had the shares that he did, we
did
would
have
have had like about $1 million each, me
Wow.
and my sister. So
Wow.
it would have been a lot of money.
Yeah.
But he sold it. He sold it in like 2004 or so. I can't remember, but he sold it for way less. I think he got about 300 bags or something. But in that day,
That wasn't a lot in that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but I'm saying that's how much we would. But he sold it. I can't remember, but he wasn't allowed to, because we was
Obviously
like,
still a part of it.
Minors.
No, we
Yeah,
was
of course.
older. No, but I'm saying we was
Oh, you
older.
were-
No,
oh,
we was
you were-
older.
oh.
Yeah, so he wasn't allowed to, because now we're over 18. He's supposed to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
our
he's supposed to be-
signature.
he's charged to
He was
say-
supposed to get our signature
charged
as
to
well,
sign
but
it off.
obviously he's done his own pattern.
Bandoliers,
But it
yeah.
was mad, because in my head, obviously whatever, in it, cool. But I did think like, raw. Do you know what though? See, if he didn't do that, and I just got $1 million, I sure I'd have loved my dad. Like I'd have forgiven him for everything. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen this guy for 23 years or whatever.
But
That meal,
but he lined me up.
he doesn't
He lined
even
me
know
up,
that
yeah.
if he didn't do that, yeah, you don't even know how much I
stop.
rate my dad.
Yeah.
And I ain't seen him for years, 20-something years. But the way I would have kissed him in that coffin, like, why for that a bit? I would have hugged him, everything, like, Dad, you're G.
No, but
You get what I'm saying?
I even
A
like
meal up.
I even like what you're saying.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, no, but I
You
even
get
like what you're
I'm
saying there, and there is something that like you say in spirit, in the sense of we need to break that generational curse, because, like you said, we don't hand down a lot now within that generation.
no
And it's true,
legacy,
and it
no-
should be.
Supposed to
It
leave
yeah,
things.
yeah, you understand?
Make sure
You
man's
understand?
good,
No,
man.
I hear it. No, on
My
that side,
mum
I
made
hear
sure
it. I hear it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, she left things for us. You know what I mean? And that's 5 people that had to share that.
Yeah, no, of course, of course.
And this guy had all the money.
And
Do
you
you know
know,
what I mean?
it just brings me back to like not having the relationship with your first kids. Like when they do eventually come, like having something to show them that actually maybe I might not have been there, but I put this down
that's-
for you,
of
or
course.
these are the
You
birthday
understand?
cards that I was
They're
They're
trying
gonna
to
love me
write
now,
for
innit?
you.
They're gonna love me
That's
now.
what
When
I'm
they
just
see me,
giving
they're
you
gonna be like, hey, Dad.
I'm
oh,
giving
me,
you that
like,
tip. I'm giving you
my
that
dad,
tip.
yeah. He's saying that, and I'm coming to your doorstep. But
No,
like I
but
said,
this is
I've
me
got-
saying that from my own personal experience. So just understand that you might not have seen these kids or whatever, but if you leave something there, they are going to still love you.
Some
If
kind
they're
of legacy,
mental
some
like me.
kind of
And the worst thing
for-
about-
If they're mental like me, and
The
it's
worst,
like,
the worst
'cause
thing about I'm praying and just hoping, like I said, I'm hoping that they come and find me. You know, once there, and once again, it's another trauma that I have to deal with, because I'm now gonna have to sit there as a man and accept what they've got to say, and it's a hard thing to sit there and hear your child say, "But you wasn't there." And it's going to be humbling for me to sit there and I have to agree and not make up excuses. Oh, you understand, your mum. I'm just going to have to sit there and be like, you're right, I wasn't. And I'm sorry, but I'm here now. And no matter what I can say and what I can do, it's not going to change that. But I want to change whatever we do moving forward. And that's all I can do. And hopefully graceful that they'll be able to understand that. And I will hopefully have the best relationship. Like I said, I've sacrificed a smaller bit of my life, hopefully, to have the rest of my life with them. Do you know what I mean? So that's the way I see it. When I come back, they'll be back in my life for a lifetime.
Unfortunately, I've seen a few kind of maybe documentaries or something, but from the child's point of view, and it never really works out. Like they go and they meet their father, they're cool, and because I can't remember. I saw
Sometimes it could be like something like that. I think Dr. Phil, and he does certain things like that when
they'll be
they
cool,
bring people together.
and then but then they go off.
But that's
like,
because
you just never was there. It's like even me, just as me, like I could have licked my dad and whatever, but then what? You never helped me grow up. You know,
and that's how I felt with my dad. Like he didn't,
I mean?
and I felt like I had my OB, I had certain things, and I'm like, well, you ain't done nothing for me and everything. But what I did love in the sense of before he went was the acceptance that I was able to be like, you know
so
what?
happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. That
Do you know what I mean?
that.
Like and have that humbleness to be like, you know what? This is my dad. And this is a man that has brought me here. So as much as you might have not have done anything for me, you've done the best thing for me.
I'm
you
happy
brought
for
me
you.
here.
I'm happy for you. Because you know what? Because at a time, like I said, there was like times I was thinking, I should go and check my dad. So it was so easy. Like as easy as it is that I just fly to Dominic, it would have been so easy. Like man's got paper, but I just did it. I just thought, fuck that.
And that's what's sad about it.
And then he's gone.
But then that's
then
it.
there's I didn't even get to have that conversation. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Where you, at least you've had that conversation. He's gone, R.I.P., but you know you've had that
100%.
conversation, so you know.
And he even said to me there.
You heard all of that
Yeah, he
madness.
heard all of that, yeah.
What, mum, bang.
Yeah.
And you heard everything. All right, cool.
I even heard him. He
you know
told
what I
me, he didn't deny it. He told me, I did. But once, like John, something I'm trying to say, but he said, I wasn't consciously and if not attuned as much as you are, Chris. He goes, like, and that's why I love him, because I had tears in my eyes, because like, I'm proud of the man that you've become. He goes, I'm glad I wasn't in your life, because if I was in your life, I would have, do you know what I mean? I would have spun you, like you said, another way, do you know what I mean? Because my dad was on, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to mention that, but he was well known. He's like, my dad's no joke, yeah? And Ricky, like, yeah? So let's behave, do you know what I mean? But
know.
he's that guy, do you know what I mean? So for him to even leave that life and say to me as his son that, do you know what, I love the fact that you're not on it like that. I love the fact you don't have a criminal record. I love the fact that, you know, you received it. He was so proud of me for everything, do you know what I mean, in that kind of sense. And that humbled me to be like, do you know what, you've done the best thing for me because you brought me here. And you might have not ever been able to been there as much as I can, but I knew from what my dad was going through, the same thing what most of us men go through, suffering in silence. My dad had trauma, you know?
When I went home, when I went to the funeral, like, and I went to his house, like, yeah, he had a picture of man at the top of the thing, you know, like,
come on.
But I would have just thought,
like, you don't,
you've forgotten about man or whatever,
Same
you get what I'm
thing
saying?
with
Big
me,
picture up there.
It's been 30 years, that's what I'm saying. When he was going to my mum's house, I was like, right. Like, at the same time, I was like, right, he was keep going to mum's house. But at the same time, I'm like, right, like, what, you're still thinking of me like that? Well, you still know when my birthday is, yeah? Okay, cool. You know, and I think that's something for us to be like, do you know what? We have to sometimes rebuild or sometimes check back into them relationships, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it's come off, like I said, a false expectation or false image that it's not real. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, go and speak to them and at least find out. Like you said, if it is that and you realize, oh, he's an idiot, then
Yeah.
cool, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And then keep it moving, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at least you know what I mean?
And there's much more to it as well. And I love that you were able to sit down and speak to him and iron it out and get some kind of like resolution piece. But bigger than that is like in these situations, now there's grandkids and, you know, can we give the grandkids an opportunity to have a granddad, a grandmother, you know? So it's not just us that it's affecting.
It's affected so many, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, my dad just literally just got to start to see he's another grandson and all the rest of it. And because he never checked in and because he decided just to suffer alone in silence and everything, like I said, he had prostate cancer and he's just hard back Jamaica. Nah, man, put the thing back on my back. Nah, man. Hard back Jamaica. I'm not having none of it. Yeah, I'm suffering then. Do you know what I mean?
If me for them.
Yeah, he's that guy. Yeah, suffer then, innit? Like, whatever. Man's walking around, you can see man's in pain, but he's just soldiering it. Until one day it was just too much. He couldn't soldier it, bruv. I just see my dad deteriorate right in front of me. This guy was just up and down all day to a point, man's not up anymore. Man's deteriorating, and then he ended up going into hospital. And then, like I said, it's unfortunate because, like I said, as much as we did have that conversation when he passed away, unfortunately, we didn't have that last conversation because at the time, me and my mum had a disagreement and he ended up taking her side, so to speak, in that way where me and my mum wasn't talking, and he was just like, raw, I'm with her. So
Cool shit.
he didn't reach out. So like I was like, well, I'm not talking to mum, but you can still call me and be like, yo, son, I know it's a bit of a mad one, but rare. That's what I need you to do now. Obviously, I understand why you didn't do it when I was younger, but I need you to step up as a man now and be like, all right, cool. I'm still gonna make sure that I'm tapping in. But he didn't, and it caused me resentment. And I was just like, you know what? Cool, then innit? Bun everybody. And then in the end, I realized that as I was feeling like that, he was in the same hospital. So when I was in, they ended up putting me in a geriatric ward in the sense of where all the cancer patients was and people that was dying. I was on the right-hand side, he was on the left-hand side. Because man wasn't talking to man, I didn't even know, bruv. You know what I was there? So both of us on the same wing, bruv. You know what I was there? And I'm watching other people on my wing passing away and everything. And then when I came out, I found out that my dad just came out a week after me. They put him in the hospice on a Monday. By the Friday, he was gone. You know what I was there? So. And it was one of those, like you said, the regret of, okay, cool. I still should have said to him though, I love you though, man, and this and that. And that's why I said I come up with that book, I'm a Dad Not a Father, and I've got another book coming out by the end of the week, or if not next week, called Hospitalized Room 7. And it talks about the understanding
both being in the same room.
Being in there, lupus, him
Not
going
knowing.
through that, do you know what I mean, not knowing and how that made me feel. And, you know, when I was there, the trials and tribulations on the reasons why we didn't spoke, and me being able to say to him, you know what, I'm sorry, and addressing some traumas with my mom. So there's some chapters on there, like even she's a little bit like, okay, cool, like you're kind of coming up, like, but it was just such a
story.
it's just such a real story in that kind of sense. And that's what I wanted to come out here and say to everyone mostly is we've all got something, do you know what I mean? We've all got some sort of understanding or some sort of trauma, and it doesn't mean that you're any less of a person. So if there's mandem out there, reach out. If there's mandem out there, you feel your knee or something's niggling you and your chest or whatever, don't try and fly it off, do you know what I mean?
No. The biggest way in the world, yeah, this is the biggest way, but testicular cancer. See, you go check out your balls. Like, I had to do that in jail. It's a big way though.
But that's what it is.
It's a massive way.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what my dad passed away from.
Oh, don't they?
That's what
that's what he said,
prostate cancer is. Like,
oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah, I'm saying the mad way.
Prostate,
I need to say that word. I'm
Prostate.
going.
yeah, prostate. So that's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
So
I'm
exactly,
going
my
mad.
dad didn't.
That's what that is.
Yeah, he didn't want to check down there.
Yeah,
and
see?
he went left.
No, but that's the biggest death for men, you know.
Yeah.
Like in cancer.
No, real talk.
No joke. Like,
Real
but
talk.
I read it in jail, and it got me mad annoyed. And I remember I booked in to get them sorted out to
because he
test
left it.
And then when I've gone, I was like, no, because there's a man doctor.
Of course,
but you know, jail, you can't pick.
We all do that, and that's what I'm saying. And
You can't. No, but on road you can pick. I've gone clear. I told them, nah, man, I want a woman, and you can.
no,
still.
you can ask for a woman and everything. And now there's different ways to a point. There's blood tests now, and certain other ways that
I didn't even know there was different ways.
Yeah, no, you can get checked.
Okay,
No, you can. You can
You're
like,
baiting me up.
yeah, you don't need to like, no more.
The old school way. Yeah,
There's certain things that they
But
can find
they
in
can
your
find
blood,
out, yeah.
and then they'll do further tests
Yeah.
based on that.
100%.
Yeah.
So same thing with my dad's spray.
We'll
So
check
yeah,
your balls in the
yeah,
bath, lads.
yeah. No, seriously, he
If
didn't.
you
get
see
skin,
blood in your
and-
urine, anything like that,
and it's burning, or anything like that.
If it's not normal,
It's not normal.
Can
Like you said, if it's not normal, it's
Just-
not normal.
yeah.
It's not normal.
Just go and check.
Through me coming out about my lupus and shout out Jay Spades and, you know, a few other man that kind
Mind
of reached
games.
out to me and everything. And they was just like, yo, do you know what? I got psoriasis, I got this, I got that. And certain man was...
JSP's got psoriasis. What's that skin? something?
Yeah.
like it can become
Yeah,
So he came out and he put out a couple of pictures and it was just
that's
so
stress
nice.
related as well.
Yes, for us men to sometimes show that little bit of vulnerability because like you said, everyone wants to see the glitz and the glamour. We go barbers and we're looking fresh today and all the rest of it. But how are you really feeling inside? And like I said, laying on that hospital bed, like I said, and not being able to protect, not being able to provide, not being able to hold my son, not being able to do nothing, it broke me, man. And
We're gonna big up JSP's. We've got to big up Marks first.
big up all of them. Big up all
Marks.
of them.
Don't know about all of them, but big up Marks.
I don't know because obviously all of them is the same thing.
Marks, because they done something, you know. Black Kings was posting, and I thought our Sickle Cell episode really got everyone freaking talking some proper because they were
It's
talking
good.
about something.
No, but
I
it's
know.
good to
I
raise
read
awareness.
something today.
Do you know
where
what I'm
Ma-
talking about? Innit? He
He stopped
something.
smoking weed.
No,
Not that?
man. He went through. There was something he was talking about. They were talking about it.
Oh, okay.
But they do a lot of for Sickle Cell, giving blood and everything. So if you can, go down there, make sure that you give blood if you can and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, for me, it was that big transition when I laid on that bed and I really loved my wife again because I realized what sickness and through health meant, you know, and I was laying on that bed and I had to take away my ego. And like I say in the book, you know, when I was there, like I remember writing a lyric and saying, do you still love me the same? You know, do you still see me as the same? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm still trying to be that. Oh, I've changed.
Aneurysm.
Do you know what I mean?
Brain aneurysm.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
They were
bruv.
talking about some stuff, but I
It's
just thought
serious.
this ain't no behaviour. This is behaviour, lads. You're not looking like your behaviour, lads. But sickle cell thing, nah.
No.
So back to the lupus. So you got diagnosed, and you said it not only affected you visually, but internally as
So,
well. So
yeah.
what sort of things were happening?
Organs, so blood clots. I had a blood clot on my heart, down to in the sense of it started to affect in the sense of my lungs and stuff like that, in the sense of that's what it normally does. So when I was hospitalized in that kind of sense, they didn't even know I became an anomaly. So they was just like, we don't even know what's going on with you. So they was just testing me with everything. So now they're just pumping me with every single drug they can pump me.
What hospital was you?
I was in Whittington, so they're pumping me with
Okay.
penicillin, mycophenolate, traximab. They were even telling me they might have to put me on chemo. All these
Yes.
kind of things. And I'm sitting there thinking, raw, I'm 36, going on 30. What do you mean chemo?
Chemo?
What do you mean? Like, I've just watched my dad. You just done that to my dad. I've just watched him go. Because you put him on chemo. My dad went on chemo, done three chemo things. They said, oh, yeah, we kind of caught it. And it looks like it's going down. And then that was it. It crashed. He went left, bruv. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense. So I'm like, you're definitely not putting me on that. But I went on all the other medications and tablets and stuff like that. And like I said, through the thanks, obviously, like I said, by me having a strong missus in that kind of sense, she just done everything. You know, like when a real woman goes, she went.
She's sitting with the consultants, the
she's not-
specialists.
and because of my dyslexia, like she's not having it. So when they even just trying to throw me stuff, like just take that, she's like, I've done my research and this said that, you know, once there it causes this side effects and this side effects.
Go
And
and check the Chinaman them.
literally, she was the one that told me, but I
Go
started
check
doing
the Chinaman them.
acupuncture, I started doing it all, bruv, acupuncture, all the rest of it. She went and found me, like I said, the herbs, all the rest of it, like I said, Silogit, you know, ones there, green tea, peppermint tea, fever grot, like, yeah. I said to everyone, if everyone keeps telling me about one more alkaline diet, I'm gonna go mad on everybody. Alkaline, shut up, yeah. I've done it, yeah.
I've done it. I live it.
I've had enough, bruv. Yeah, fever. I've had enough. I've got a life too. You know what's there? So it's like that is so hard.
I saw something the other day saying that, yeah. I think it was some vegan, yeah. He was saying that basically being a vegan ruined him. Like, and they don't realize these vegans.
It's a balance.
They get
It's
so
a balance.
emotional
Have
with
to.
their
balance.
They get so emotional with their vegan stuff.
I'm telling you.
He said he was eating so much of this kale thing or whatever.
Yeah, kale.
Kale.
Yeah.
and then That was his favorite thing, but he said he was doing the opposite. It was I
Too
don't know.
much of anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was funny enough, Richie, like you said, there's certain things that people was also saying to me as well at the time. People was like, oh, turmeric and this and that. But at the time, because of the way my body was reacting and everything, turmeric would have made me inflame even more. So some people was like, oh, take this. And sometimes, like you said, you'll be just taking things because you think it's the best way to be.
Yeah.
It's good for you. I'm
And
just gonna
now it's
take,
having a diverse effect.
It's having a diverse effect. So I'm not gonna
Adverse,
lie.
sorry.
I had to go and do blood tests and find out what I'm allergic to. Like, do you know what I mean? I had to figure this out. I said, listen,
I suppose
like,
it's kind of like lupus, because your body's trying to help itself. It doesn't even need no help.
but this is what it is.
That's like what the vegans are doing. You're doing all of that, but does your body even need that help?
Exactly. And no one's not sitting there
my God,
saying
man.
that you shouldn't eat
You know what I
meat.
mean, though, innit?
And no one's
Yeah.
sitting there saying
Just a
that you
little
should
bit.
just be a
Just a
vegan or
little bit.
like organic or whatever. That's fine, whatever you're gonna do. But I always believe in moderation. So what I've realized is, like I said, stress was one of my biggest parts. Secondly, my eating habits. So like I said, I love my Caribbean food. So yes, if you're eating rice, peas, chicken on a Monday, then on Tuesday, bruv, you're gonna have a curry goat. Then
It's
on a,
too much.
It's
Ain't that
too
good?
much on the.
It's too much.
It's too much. It's
I
not
thought
saying that
that's
you can't
right.
have it.
Too much.
But it's
In
just,
I
moderation.
don't. I'm my thing's
Everything
going
in
too much.
moderation.
Like,
And
so you can.
I'm doing other
But
stuff.
that's what I'm saying.
kebab
But
and
even that those
madness.
spray, it's too much.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking
once you get
that's
to the
I'm
week,
thinking-
you
And
gotta remember.
detox as well.
That's why every man them knows, and like I said, like you might get a yellow card, but when you're going to toilet, that's why man them. It's not easy for you to go to toilet, man them, because
It's not supposed to be long.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to take
because
you long.
you're eating meat every single day, and then
It's
now
clogged up.
your body's trying
After I said
to your body's
testicular
trying to break
cancer, I'm
down.
not-
Your body's trying to break down Monday, but you've already filled it up with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And
so
remember, meat takes 6 months to
telling
break
you,
down.
I'm telling
So you
you.
got meat sitting there
It
for
don't
6
take
months.
6 months.
It does.
In your
no,
belly.
no,
It
into
does.
a, to a,
Your
so,
belly, yeah, no, you're gone mad.
no, it is.
You're thinking I've got 6 months.
I'm just letting
madness
you
in
know.
my-
You see the
You're
day you
gone
go and
mad.
get the day you get a colonic,
he's
yeah.
gone mad thinking
The
there's
day you get a
6 months ago,
colonic, yeah.
I've
When
got-
you get a
You're
colonic,
gone
you'll
mad. You're
see
thinking the kebab
what's
from 6
in
months
there.
ago is
You'll
there.
see what's in
That's
there.
what
Get
the
a colonic
kebab
and
from-
you'll see.
but they say that's
All the kebab from last week's gone.
They say, well, like you said, it's
Fully
not like
to break down,
fully
not
the
the whole
kebab. Yeah,
thing.
the whole thing. But they say the remnants of certain things that
Should go, man.
it takes very, very long to go. So one of the
You
best
need
things.
some milk of magnesia.
One of the best
Nah,
things.
I'm good. I do colonics.
You know you need
I do
some milk and
colonics. I do
magnesia.
colonics,
I
and
can't
I see
believe you're
everything.
But that's the reasons why I say it now.
6
So
months.
it's like, I always say to people, eat, like I said, in moderation, eat what you know. No one's not telling you to, like, do you know what I mean? If you like meat, you like meat. If you are vegan, you like vegan, but in moderation. So what saved me in that kind of sense is water diet saved me. So I do a lot of water fast. Sometimes I won't even eat for the whole day, or sometimes I'll
Kelly
just have,
LaRock water fast Mondays.
listen, it makes sense because even now my body just feels so much better for it. So like I said, once
But
again,
drink water all day. No, don't eat nothing.
nothing,
Nothing. Just water.
just water.
For what? How many days?
So sometimes people do water fast, sometimes for 5 days. I'm doing that at the moment
Without
too.
eating at all?
Yeah.
For 5 days?
Yeah.
And you live and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
just-
Remember,
I
like,
thought you didn't
90%
eat.
of your
I know
body is
I
made
know
up of
It's
water.
made of water.
needed.
Yeah, it's made of
I know,
water.
but I didn't
Don't get me
know,
wrong.
like-
People do say by the 3rd day you do get a lot of
You get
headaches,
headaches,
and all that kind
yeah.
of stuff. So you do feel like, I better go and eat something. But it's just sometimes pushing through on it. So I'm at the moment, I'm not gonna lie, I'm only doing 2 days. So I've done 2 days without strictly no food and all the rest of it. But now I do definitely throughout the week water fast.
What's your religious background?
My mum was Christian, but now I'm just like I said, universe energy.
Do you do any fasting?
Because
Because I was just thinking if you...
I didn't do it before, but
fasting must
I didn't do
be
it before.
easier
So like I said, I didn't do it before, and that's why I even respect more of the Aki and the Mud, because it's a deeper thing. You have to cleanse out the thing. No, it's a deeper thing. So now I've tapped into it. It's the best
No,
thing
but
I tapped
even
into.
the see, like proper Christians and that, they fast.
Yeah, no. Fasting is essential. It's needed to allow your organs, your gut, everything. Because you got to remember, sometimes your body's just working. So even sometimes I don't even eat after 5 o'clock no more. Because if you're eating a big boy meal at 9 o'clock, you're going to bed. Your body's still trying to work. Your body's working while you're sleeping. It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? So I'm always saying to people, no one's not saying that you can't eat big meals or certain meals, but eat to what you're doing. So if you are playing sport and you're trying to climb up mountain, and you might need that big, because
You need the
you need that
steak.
energy.
You
But
need
if
the
you know
protein.
that you're sitting at a desk and you're just clapping off curry go it's not making any sense. Do you know what I mean? So in moderation,
it's a
smoothies,
weird one.
fruit.
It's a weird one because with me, like, I just think, like, bro, like, just eat what you like, bro. Because you know what it is? Because you'll do all of that. You'll see all the, like, for instance, vegans or whatever, they got these people. Like, someone even died, my Bridget died the other day. He was fucking, like, proper. Like, you just die when you die, innit? And then it's like, you've done all of this, like, you avoided eating all this stuff you like, do you get what I'm saying? You've done all this madness, then you've just gone and died.
No, you know what?
Do you get what I'm saying? But you actually like
the reason why I'm laughing, because like you said, it's a serious thing, but like you said,
I actually like
no,
curry
it's the
chicken.
truth.
Do you get what I'm saying?
When
So
I
now
was-
I'm not eating it, and then you've gone and died for something else.
Yeah,
You've got run over. Or something else.
No, but it's the truth. When I've been on, like I said, when I've been on my lupus diet, everyone's like, Chris, you got, like, even a couple of the yard man, you got, I tell you all boy, and but like you said, I love my curry goat. So like I said, I'm still yamming curry goat,
Bro,
but
you
in
know what I'm saying?
moderation. I'm not
Yeah,
eating it
every
every day,
day.
but like, because like you said, I can't just go
Trust me,
vegan. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the missus done all of it. We was smashing that chickpea, no one's there, steamed fish, red tear, ackee and saltfish, rare. But like you said, after a while, I've had enough of ackee. Yeah, I've had enough. If I see
You get
one
what I'm
more,
saying?
if I see one more chickpea and lentils, bruv, I'm gonna turn up. You know what's there?
like-
I'm
It's
gonna
chi-
turn up the table.
Listen, turn up the tape. No, it's not fair. And then sometimes you're seeing everybody else having a nice little whatever it is, or
Trust me,
chicken.
man.
So I always say that at the moment, I'm still eating a balanced diet. So I still eat meat, but I really, really try and keep it balanced throughout the week. So throughout the week, I will fast. Throughout the week, I will, like I said, have a little bit of ackee or sometimes salad or whatever, a light munch. And then sometimes on a Friday or whatever, which we've always known as kids, sometimes might be my little cheat day, and I might get like a chip and fish and
Fish and
or
chips,
whatever.
so
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like me and the missus might just go spur that, but throughout the
So
week.
mad because Fridays used to be our takeaway day.
Yeah, no, it's-
That was the end of the week.
For
time.
everybody,
Takeaway.
but
Yeah.
parents didn't care. You know what's
Yeah.
there? KFC was the thing. Do you know what I mean? Mum used to take me down to KFC and everything. So
No, I learned that because even with my mum, like, I'm at peace with her death or whatever, innit? Yeah, because I know how she is. Like, she didn't do none of that. She's a maniac still, but I'm saying, like, they will say, don't do this or don't do that, and she's doing it because
No, but I
that's
love
how
that
she lived
because
her
they-
life.
they-
So they didn't get her to do anything she didn't like, type of
the
thing.
reasons why I say I love that, because there is a part of that is true what you're saying, Spray. And like I said, since coming out of hospital, everybody was telling me to do one way, do it this way, do it this way. But like you said, everybody's different and everybody's body's different and everybody's, do you know what I mean, reacts to different things in a different way. Do you know what I mean? So for your mum, yes, she, you know what I mean? But
Bruv,
for another
simple
person,
things like you
it
need
probably-
to stop smoking. She
Yeah.
didn't stop smoking.
Yeah.
because she liked smoking.
But this is it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And some people
And
know
that's
that.
just-
Some people know their pitfalls. If it's smoking, if it's drinking, you know what you're doing.
Their
Do you know what I mean? In that
vices.
kind
She's
of
going,
sense.
she
But
went mad because
for
she
me,
should've stopped.
coming out of hospital, all the medications and everything, I just knew it wasn't for me. But a lot of people still know now in the lupus community, and I love every single one of them. One or two of them I still are. So I never turn down someone that feels like I need it. Some people that I'm talking to right now, they're like, Chris, I need the certain things to keep me up because I'm gonna flare. Do you know what I mean? And I remember I was on 10 steroid polysolone, and I remember they saying to me I have to come down
Wean it off
because it's so potent. But every time I got to 3, I'll flare back up again, and then they'll put me back to 10. But what I didn't realize within my body needed just to be detox from it. Do you know what I mean? So I ended up going cold turkey one day and said, you know what?
Let me just have it.
I'm not taking it. Do you know what I mean? Let me just ride out the pain, and let me just ride it through. Like I said, the teas and all that kind of other stuff. I decided to go. That's the way that I'm gonna go. And like I said, give thanks. Like I said, for the last 3 to 4 months, I have no medication. I have nothing that. Even when I'm going back to the hospital now, they're even surprised, and they're like, "Oh, okay, your bloods are saying this and your bloods are saying that," and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're still telling me to take certain tablets, and I'm like, "You don't even know I'm not even taking it no more." You know what's there because it's not making me better. You're just trying to patch me up until I need more. You know what's there. It's just a money scheme for you guys within that kind of sense, because I keep saying to them, what was I deficient in? They still couldn't tell me, They was like, "Oh, well, your bloods are saying," no, but tell me, what is I'm allergic to? What is things that I shouldn't be eating, I should be eating? I'm in the hospital and they're still giving me lasagna, they're still giving me fish and chips, they're still giving me tea, biscuits.
You're not changing my diet in here, but I must change it.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It was really, really confusing for me. I'm sitting in the bed and they're coming around with them little sheets. Tick this box, tick what you want and everything. Apple crumble, all these kind of
You're
things.
just giving me what everyone else
You're just
has got.
giving me everything, brother. And you're sitting there telling me that I've got autoimmune and maybe I should pattern up with the way that, my diet is and everything. And, sometimes we have to do that ourselves and become your own future doctor. Sometimes we've relied so much on the pharmacist, so much on these kind of tablets. It's just the other day they come out and said Lemsip don't work. It's like, are you kidding me?
I couldn't believe all this years. Lemsip,
Yeah, bad minded people. You make people them, and now you're telling me
it don't work.
They even said a couple of years back, don't take too much cough mixture because it don't work. What are you talking
so
about?
I've just been drinking.
So you're just making me drink. So once again, it's not like we don't know, but it's going back to, like you said, what we already know. The honey, the ginger, the lemon, you know what?
I was going to say that.
I
remember I got one of my teeth extracted and I remember my nanny, like you when you get a cut, just get some salt water and gargle this and, just do weird things like put salt in the wound, and it hurts. And I'm thinking, why? TCP,
Dettol.
Shout out Richard.
Throw it in the bag, get me, throw it in the bath. Yeah, it's burning.
So I got my tooth taken out and the man told me to put clove. The dentist told me to put clove in
the hole.
Yeah. I'm thinking clove. Are you sure?
Are you really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
So I told my grandma. My grandma's like, no, it's a natural antibiotic, blah, blah, blah. It's antiseptic, whatever.
Is this
but I'm
supposed to be funny?
No, it's not funny. I'm just saying we're going back to natural herbs. So even doctors are now going back to home remedies.
What they need to be doing. Yeah, 100%.
We're thinking ibuprofen, everything is going to take it. But he's telling me the actual qualified dentist is telling me to use clove.
Normally they won't. They will try to tell you to take something else.
Was that supposed to be funny?
None of it's funny. This is all serious stuff.
No. The clove.
What, putting in the teeth? Because obviously garlic and everything is meant to be
anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
And it actually numbs it. The clove actually causes numbs as well.
Like ginger.
It's definitely not funny. Okay. But my cousin's got lupus. Yeah. She had open heart surgery because it attacked her heart. Yeah,
absolutely.
And one of the side effects was that when they were trying to bring her out of the coma, because the body was fighting against itself, it kept her in the coma.
100%.
Yeah.
And how did she find it? Has she been dealing with it in that kind of sense?
Is she alive?
Yeah, she's alive.
Let's start there.
Yeah, my cousin Aisha,
she's
very much alive.
Yeah, don't be saying stuff is scary, man.
She's very much alive. I did a honestly speaking episode on her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's on my
one of
my first ones.
Amazing.
But it's not a condition that many people know about, so I think it's so important what you're doing, going on Instagram. But at the time in the 90s, when she first knew about it, no one never knew. They didn't know what she had.
Even up to now, I still meet a lot of people, and like you're saying that, you're like, what is it? Like, what is lupus?
I don't really know what, because
See,
you don't really want to say to someone like, obviously this is a show and it's informative, innit? So I get to ask.
Yeah, of course, you have to ask.
You get what I'm trying to say, but it's like, imagine you seeing your neighbour and you're just trying to be normal with people. You don't even want them to think that you're even thinking anything.
Or you're looking at them in that kind of way. No, 100%.
So there's so much questions that I would have loved to ask him. Like, yo, bro, how you feeling today?
Oh, you're right.
But I've seen it with my own eyes, so I know, like, bro, like, they suffer in silence, bro.
Yeah, we do, man. We suffer in silence, and that's why I had to come out online and talk up my things because, like I said, I started doing reaction videos and not putting my face up and all the kind of rest of it. And then when I did put up my face one day,
Horrible comments.
I got the trolls, bro. You're bleaching your skin.
Yeah,
Look
it was
at
mad
Unsigned.
stuff.
Unsigned has to go through.
Like, don't like your content, don't like you either. And the worst thing about it, a lot of them was from our community. A lot of them was black people saying it to me. And it was just like, raw, like, wow,
Imagine
I'm on
that.
here for the last 20 years trying to uplift my people.
This
I'm
is what you're doing to
I'm
me.
really going through something. This is not even I'm really going through it. I'm actually feeling vulnerable about coming online. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
my face was nice.
It's
I was looking good. You get me?
impacted
So
you, yeah.
like, you know, so I'm like, bro, like you don't even know what it's taken for me to even do a video.
And
then
you're
for you
saying
to come
this.
over there to be like, oh, you bleaching. I bet you took the jab too fast, rare. I was just like, wow. But
All
then
of that.
in the end, I just like, do you know what, Chris? This is your blessing now. You're gonna have to own it for the ones that are, because I could easily, like we said, I could have just easily just went back into the dark here, get me, and then everyone would have just been like, what happened to that guy? You know what I mean? But I
That's
said,
it.
you know what?
Yeah.
Nah. Do you know what I mean? The resilience that I had within me to be like, do you know what? I have to be the one of the people that's gonna speak up for everyone there.
Hey, you're
and
good,
and
man.
I stepped out and I just said, you know what? It's okay. I'm vulnerable. I had to take away my ego. I had to take away my pride and be like, all right, cool, man, damn, I'm not feeling the greatest and I'm not in the best way. And like I said, I'm not.
Big up your wife.
Yeah, man.
All
Seriously,
day.
man.
Big
All
up your
day,
wife,
man.
because
All
that's
day.
you don't even know stuff like that keeps you secure in it
100%.
and free from insecurity.
100%.
It's like who else did I have on the wife for that featured DJ Ironic. His wife, he put so much into his wife. He said, you know what, I got to pick up my wife.
No, you have to, man.
And sometimes when you get the right,
The right woman.
it goes a long way.
Listen.
And it's refreshing to hear. It's good to hear as well. Obviously, I'm single. I'm coming out of. So it's good, even good to hear that raw people can actually just get the proper one.
There's loads. At
Get the proper
the
one after.
100%. No,
Madness.
100%.
at Freddie's event,
There's loads what.
there was like loads of men shouting out their
The
wives
wives and
when they
everything, came
got
on
their
stage, no,
awards.
picking them
Like,
up. Yeah, no, and it needs to be said more. And I think sometimes men as well, we shy away from it, and sometimes women as well shy away from it because, like you said, it's not normally the norm within our understanding. Do you know what I mean? We only just see celebrities, and it's like a fake image, it's a fake understanding. But sometimes it's nice to see, like you said, real people that you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, right, can it be done? Yeah. So it's just a blessing that
Man gives.
I've got my missus, and she looks at me, and like she said, I'm always looking at the interior, so I'm like, there's no way in hell you're trying to tell me that you still think I'm sexy like you used to think I'm sexy. Like, talk up the things, bruv, you get me? And she's like, you're moving mad, do you know what I mean? She's like, Chris, I already, like, and the worst thing about what I loved about her, she already done her research about lupus before she committed to me anyway. So she's like, I knew this could be like, do you know what I mean? And that's a
possibility.
deep kind of woman where she's like, I already done my research and knew what all this
What
kind of
colour
thing
is she?
was.
Let's start there.
Black, yeah.
Bigger up.
Black, yeah.
Bigger
there we
up.
go.
Bayesian, you know what I'm
Bigger
saying?
up.
Get
Now
me?
bigger up.
Yeah,
'Cause
man.
you know what? I'm going a bit mad.
Barbados.
But you see my my artist, I don't know if you saw, you probably might not have seen the whole episode,
And then
but
the other side's Guyanese. Yeah,
he's
shout out
got,
the Guyanese family.
he's got, I'm talking here. This
Guyanese
self is
and
talking.
Jamaican.
He's got vitiligo.
Mhm.
Do you see the one I interviewed?
Yeah.
My artist.
Yeah, no, I
So-
said, I think I saw a clip on that. Yeah.
So that's so crazy for me. I rate him so much because I was like, bro, like, you know how much it will take for me to come out my house and still
100%.
be. I'm
100%.
a. People think I'm confident, but I'm very insecure.
No.
with my that's probably why I'm so confident.
No, but this is what I'm trying to
weird.
say. It's like, but that's what.
Do you get what I'm
it's
saying?
We
weird.
wear
That's
masks.
exactly that. No, and
It's
I'm glad.
weird.
No, I have to
Can't
spot you for
explain-
that.
I can't explain it.
No, but no, that is exactly how I felt though.
you know what I
Because
mean?
everyone sees me online, they're like, "But Chris, you're bare confident, bro." Like I am confident online. I'm confident about what I do. But like I said, I felt vulnerable, bro. I felt like
man.
when I felt like my face was like my image. My face was like when you go on TV and all that. That was my thing. Do you know what I mean? That's my image. So when my face got,
It's
I
a
said,
big
"What?"
deal. That would be a big deal for me, blood.
It knocked me for 6, man. For
Because remember,
weeks and months.
Unsigned was a normal black guy.
Yeah.
Do you know how mad that would be for my brain if all of a sudden, like,
Your skin, everything. Same thing now. All my skin, all my body, my chest.
do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Everywhere.
Everywhere,
bro,
everywhere. Everywhere.
Yo,
Everywhere's all
respect.
scarred up
Respect
now.
to you lot, man.
Everywhere, knees, everything.
I
And it's just
respect
like
you lot.
sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, raw. But then, like I
Must
said,
be even harder for women though. as
of
well.
course, of
Look,
course.
I had eczema when I was growing up here on my back of my legs. and
Eczema?
yes,
We're
it
talking
was.
about
No,
lupus.
but it was
We're talking
hard.
about vitiligo.
You know what? You're not gonna
I'm
downplay
not, but-
it, yeah. But it's
but-
quite serious when you've got to go into PE
No, 100%. I
and you're
get
in
it.
your
I get it.
pants and vest,
No,
yeah,
come on, Spray, like, if
and
it-
it's there.
And the
Kids are
people
not
will laugh.
We're
nice.
talking about lupus.
But people will still laugh in them kind of ways. it's
We're
still
talking about things that are
body image.
visual,
What did
like
you say?
visual
No, what was it?
eczema.
Oh, God's sake,
Look, if you go online
No,
now,
no,
there's
no,
even
no,
someone
no,
on
no, you
TikTok,
know
they've
what?
got it all over their
but no,
body.
it's-
Like,
no, you know what?
it's
You're
a-
right.
It's a deeper one.
It's
a-
serious.
It is.
And then if you get psoriasis,
No, you're
it
right,
can
you're
pop
right, you're
up
right,
on
you're
your
right.
hand. It can come in any of your
No,
joints
you're right,
and stuff.
because I'm going mad.
And the
'cause-
more it happens, is the more stressed you get, and then it happens. It spreads even more.
Even more.
So
Yeah, no,
like,
you're right,
it's,
you're right,
it's,
you're right.
Like you
it's
said, especially for
challenging.
women and men. Do you
No,
know what I
you're
mean?
right, you're right, 'cause that is something as
feeling
well.
feeling conscious of taking off your clothes and everything.
No, she's
regardless
right,
if it's
she's
your
right,
partner or
'cause-
not. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Imagine
I
an eczema on my face.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? You're right.
You'd be stressed out.
Yeah, do you get what I'm
Course,
saying? You're right.
course.
Or
Course.
yeah, I
If
know
you're,
what you mean.
like, do you know what I mean? You feel uncomfortable. You know one's there. You know it's your wife. You know she loves you, but I still don't feel uncomfortable. Even sometimes when I come out of the shower and everything, I always got
No,
like,
but at least you got
my,
that
my
one
little
person,
cap and
though.
everything and all the rest of it, and I still cover my head. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, even in the house, sometimes because I'm like. It's not like I don't know that she knows, but sometimes I don't like the way that I look. So I'm
Yeah.
like, at least with the hat,
Nice,
you can
yeah.
look at me and look up, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm still
Well,
here.
for
Do you know what I
us,
mean? Sort of kind of thing.
yeah,
Like, do you-
yeah.
but sometimes she looks at me like, it's cool. And I'm like, I know it's cool, but like I said, we've all got that understanding
know
of
what it is?
wanting to feel
Yeah.
perfect. Do you know what I mean?
It's weird because it's like you look on the. You have to look at it in the reverse, innit? Like, if your wife was to catch lupus, what you just gonna just stop
Loving
you-
someone, of
you get what I'm
course.
saying?
Of course.
Because you're in love with the
course.
person.
Because you're already in that
Like,
100%.
relationship. It will
100%.
hurt you so
No,
much.
100%.
Like, it's probably hurting her. Like how
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But
It-
you're still gonna be
And-
with her, innit?
And that's the love that I even put into the book because there was one chapter that I done about her and I'm like, you know.
I might be gone though. I'm going mad.
What is
I
it?
might be gone.
What-
I might be gone. Still.
What is it like in the sense of what it was like for her? Do you know what I mean? So there's a chapter about I can see sometimes in your eyes, you know, one's there. You thought, am I losing him? Do you know what I mean? Because there were certain days I just disengaged from everyone. She ended up putting me in my room, and I just had to stay in the room because I couldn't deal with certain heat, rare. So for a couple of weeks, her and my son was sleeping in another room, just like what I'm trying to say. And I just locked myself away from everybody. Window wide open, rare, isolating. And I felt like for the first time, I called it windows because it was the first time I was looking through a window of my life happening, but I wasn't in it. So I
You
can hear my
a
son next
voyeur.
door playing, she's talking on the phone, you know what I mean? I'm just laying in bed like, and I'm like, wow. And I got to see my life and I said, this is not what I want. Get up, Chris. And that's what sometimes we have to get up and, you know, have that resilience. And I knew sometimes, like I said, certain of women of what we go through, she took on a lot of burden, man. Took on a lot of burden on me. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense. And she's a strong
Much
woman
love
for
to
that,
her,
man.
yeah.
Seriously. To a point, like I even do like a little stand-up and everything. She makes me laugh. I remember being in the hospital one day and she knew I wasn't eating right and everything. My girl was cooked up dinner trying to be microwave. I said, rude girl, if you bring the microwave. I said, what's wrong with you? But that's how dedicated she was. She was like, nah, he needs to eat.
He needs to eat by hook or by crook.
Where are you going?
any
Trying to
means.
bring it with the bucket and
Rita,
everything. Where are you going?
Rita, I
Sixth
ain't
floor,
seen
you know.
microwave yet.
Sixth floor, big boy microwave.
Rita, I ain't
What?
seen, and I'm a man. I'm having to do hospital. I'm going mad, even thinking.
I said, babe, but that's how much
Committed.
she was like, you need to make sure. She was onto the hospital. She was onto all of them, making sure that I had everything that I need. And sometimes, like you said, it was me that allowed her to also do that. So some of us men don't always feel too prideful. You know, once they don't always feel, no, I got it. I can walk and I can do that. I had to just let her know, I haven't got this one, you know?
Yeah.
I haven't got it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's good that you
Haven't got
had
it.
that person there, innit? Because that would have been a lot.
Yeah, seriously. And
Same
like I
with
said,
Unsigned. He had
I
his,
went through that
he had
lupus
his-
and I just lost my dad as well. So it was like I say in the book as well, it's like people say, are you okay? And I said, I don't even know whether I was okay or I'm going through a grieving stage. So I'm like, which one is it? Is it the lupus? Am I grieving?
Yeah.
I'm okay? Am I
Yeah.
not
What is
okay?
it?
Like,
What's wrong?
what's going on right now? Because there's so much being hit with me right now. I'm like, I can't work. I can't do this. I'm not providing. Rare. My dad's not here now. What is this all meaning right now? Do you know what I mean? And then my life is just deteriorating. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense. So like I said, it's just for all of us, it's a great blessing, man. Like I said, Spray, for you bringing me on here. And like I said, please make sure that you take the time out to tune into these kind of things that we were saying earlier at the start of the show. Like these are informational ones that is going to change someone's life. Someone can sit there and be like, wow, Chris went through the same thing as me. Like I felt down. I felt depressed. I got to a state where I was crying. I got to a state where I felt vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? There was many nights, there's tears that was in my eyes where I had to look at my missus and be like, who are you, bruv? I didn't understand that kind of love because I was
Yeah,
too, do you understand what I'm too rugged with it. Do you know what I mean? I'll do it. Do you know what I mean? And I just looked at her and I just said, wow, man. And that's why a lot of us men, like I said, that's the reason why I started the Mims movement, make it make sense. Because I'm trying to create this movement of us sitting down and being able to talk like sometimes women do, you know what I mean? And sharing that problem's a half problem is a half shared, you know, in that kind of sense. And some of us were so easy at just, if I say to Spirit, like, you good? And he's like, yeah, man, you know I'm good.
Yeah.
But we're just going to fob it off. Man's not good though. Yeah.
But I just wait to keep on pressing until you get the right answer.
Are you good though? Really, really?
Yeah,
like how are you? Like,
Hey, bro.
how's your health? How's the kids? You know what's there? Like, how's your mindset? You know what's there? Are you taking time out? I see you're working hard, Spirit. Like, there needs to be times when people are letting you know, I see you, and you're always going to say, yeah, man, podcast. But are you doing too much though? Do you know what I mean? Do you need a little piece of it? Like, we all need a break, you
I
know?
get it all the time.
All the
I
time.
get it all the time.
I was gonna ask you, how was your mental state in that time? Like, how did you manage your mental health?
The worst thing about it, what was crazy is, like you said, that you don't realize until it's dire. Like, I literally didn't think I could see the light. I didn't even think I could be here now talking to you guys. When I was going through it, my mind was out of there. I couldn't think anything else apart from what I was going through. The pain that I had in my head, the drugs that they had me on. I was on morphine at one stage because of the pain. So I was on polysolone, I was on paracetamols, ibuprofen, and morphine. I had to take morphine every 2 hours. You know, I was there. For the first time, I even wrote a letter saying, for the first time, I knew what it's like to feel like a nitty.
Because you're dependent on it.
Because I was dependent on it, bruv. It was mad. I was in the hospital and I'm buzzing the buzzer. They're not even coming, but I'm sitting there for half an hour. I'm like, bruv, where are you? I need this now. Every 2 hours, I need this.
Oh, they didn't have it on the drip feed thing.
They didn't have it on the drip thing because obviously, like I said, they didn't want me to get
dependent.
Yeah? So sometimes it was leaving me a little bit longer because they're like, Chris, we know we're saying every 2 hours, but wait, chill out.
Try and hold to 3.
Sometimes I wasn't even getting to 2 hours. Sometimes I was getting to an hour, hour and a half. I'm begging, I need it now. I need it now. To a point, even when I went home and they gave me a morphine, I'm not gonna lie, I come very dependent on it. To a point, my missus checked me one day. She's like, "You're moving mad, yeah." And it looks like you're getting.
I got addicted to tramadol.
Yeah, she's like, "It looks like you're getting addicted now. Like, talk to me." And then I'm shaking now, shouting out, "What? You don't know? I'm in some pain, you know. I'm shouting out, I'm in pain, you know. I need it. And then, cause the way she came at me, like I said, as a man again, you're like, "Right, cool, I won't take it then, innit?" I just dashed it down. I'm not taking it no more, innit? I'm not taking it.
Pride kicked in.
Yeah, pride kicked in.
Thank God for pride there.
I'm not taking it, and I'm not gonna lie.
I still ain't got the pride still ain't kicked in with me. Cause you see painkillers, I take them like it's nothing.
But then that's what I was.
You know what?
If you could see my list, my list was
that
crazy.
it works.
This is it.
See,
The list was crazy.
That's what happened because I never
But
used
you
to take. Remember, that weren't my thing.
But it was
Like,
crazy
but
because
raw,
I started
when you
realizing
realise that, right,
the side effects that it
works.
was doing to me though. Because then the morphine was also giving me the itching sensation. So now I was getting the itching sensation. I'm taking
Morphine's going mad though.
what's it called?
Morphine's beef, dark food.
Hay fever tablets, like in that
That's
kind of
the
stuff.
dark food.
Keratin.
Yeah.
Keratin.
Morphine's
Yeah, that's the
dark food,
keratin
bro.
I was taking. So they was giving me keratin to stop the itching, but at the same time, the morphine.
Dark
Do you
food.
know what I mean? It was just
The dark food.
every minute. So some days I'll feel in pain, but then I'm not itching. And
Heroin.
then sometimes I'm not in pain, but I'm itching. It was just constant. So I just literally, she started saying to me, like, you're addicted to this thing. Because I was on it, like you said, Spray. If I didn't take all these tablets at a certain time, I had a whole list from 9 o'clock all the way to 11:30 at night before I went to bed. I had all these tablets that I needed to take before I went to bed. They was trying to put me on sleeping tablets. Sleeping tablets wasn't working. I had insomnia. I was just up.
I got insomnia.
I'm not going to sleep. I'm just up. I'm saying to her, babe, I'm tired though. I'm saying
Yeah,
to her,
mad, innit?
I'm
And
saying
you
to her,
still
I'm
can't
tired,
sleep.
but I can't
Can't
sleep.
sleep.
I'm in pain. My head's
Eat that
hurting me. I can't sleep. And because I had
Eat
so
that
much
thing.
scabs on my face and on my head, every time I put myself any on the pillow, it was hurting. So I couldn't lay anywhere. So it got times where I was just sitting in the front and I had to try and lay up here, like I get a little pillow and push myself up, and I was just laying
Once you
there.
get a one pattern, you got to stay in
Just
the
stay.
pattern.
You got bath.
Once you get a one pattern,
you
and
gotta
that's
stay
cool.
there, man.
Yeah.
And there was so many times throughout that time of having lupus and everything, like the biggest thing, like you said about my mental health and my depression, my head dropped. And I remember her saying to me one time, she said, "Chris, you're a king, raise your head." Because I was in so much pain, I was always doing this. Because it was helping me stop the pain. It felt like all the pain was rushing down to my face. I was just this all the time. And she's like, "Raise your head, Chris." Because you're allowing
Your
this to
crown, your crown can't stay on
you're
the
allowing
fears
it
like
to,
that.
yeah, you're allowing it to take you, fam. Do you know what I mean? Rise your head up. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, babe, I'm in so much pain. I can't even rise my head up to even look at you. Sometimes I couldn't even speak to her. Do you know what I mean? I can't
lot of
have
yellows,
conversations because my head was so throbbing. It was just
Bare yellows and reds.
So-
No, that was mad though. My
No,
head
but
so
she helped
throbbing
you to
was mad.
readjust your crown.
Yeah,
Heavy
man.
is
And
the
she
head
said,
that
hold
wears
it
the
up,
crown.
man.
Yeah.
Hold your head up and get back on and do what you need to do. And like I said, I give thanks. And my son, he's just something else. Like I said, my 3 kids. I call my son Chase, the oldest one, he's 11, and obviously I call my daughter Dream, and then I call my youngest one Legacy because I want them to chase their dream and make it become a legacy. I know I'm moving mud.
Love
My mum said
it.
to me, what's going to happen when you get another one? Call it reality. I said, I'll never know. Maybe. Demand, you know what's there. So he changed everything for me. I think my son, like I said, when I write a lot, I said to myself, you know, I'm meant to be teaching him life lessons, and I feel like he's the one that's teaching me life lessons. And he's just made me understand that, like you said, he doesn't even care. He doesn't know anything different. Like, you know, my
Just his dad.
the way he comes and in my, like, he doesn't even care. Sometimes I still got scared and I'm like, oh, son, he don't care, man. Still kind of climb him up. Yeah,
mad,
he's
yeah.
involved. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't care about the lupus. He doesn't care about how my face looks. He doesn't care about my patches. He doesn't care about none of that.
Pure
And
love.
He made me understand, like you said, that pure love and being present. I think that a lot of the times we say that we're present, but we're not present. And I think he's shown me
You
in
know
so
what
many
though?
ways of.
But you've proved, you've said today, yeah, I know it's a bit PTSD or whatever, but there's present, yeah, and then sometimes you're not able to be as present as you want to.
Yeah.
If you're not with the person,
100%,
blood, yeah, and you-
100%.
like it's different when you're living with the
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
person
yeah,
and your
yeah,
youths
yeah,
there every day,
yeah.
rare. But how present can I be
If you're not
if you're
there?
not
No, of
there?
course,
Do you
of
get what I'm
course,
saying?
of
There's,
course.
and especially when they get to the age where they're doing, you know, when you get to the age, they're not coming to check for you. They're going to check their brethren
And
or whatever.
everybody else,
All
do
you
you know
can
what I mean?
do is phone them and all that, and it's that present.
Yeah. And like you said, it's hard because, like you said, now
Sometimes they don't even answer.
they don't, and that's why you're saying making sure that you have something for them. Then, if that's the case, if you're not going to
Exactly.
be as present,
'Cause
like you said,
When I preed
do you know
it,
what?
and that's the honest to God truth.
No, I feel it.
If this guy didn't sell that and I got a meal off my dad, the way I would have loved this guy, I'd be talking about him. I still talk about him in a good way.
Of course.
That's how mad it is.
Of course, he
And
put,
I don't
he put
even,
your head on. If
I don't
it
need
wasn't
to.
for him,
But he's a
you
big
wouldn't
man,
be who
innit?
you are now.
Like,
do you know what I
I
mean?
rate that. What? You opened the first bank in Dominica.
Come
Go
on,
yo.
Spray. These
I
are
know where I'm coming from.
These are big things,
Yeah,
man. And
that's
you got to
my
understand, like you
pops.
said, what your dad,
So,
what your dad come from and what he
yeah.
was understanding them times.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you know what it's like to even have that them times? Do you know what I mean? Same thing with my dad. My dad came over from Jamaica when he was 16, 17, and he was already telling me when he was younger, going to fetch and go and get water. Like the life that he lived before he got here, I salute you, bro.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Because that's it. You went through a different kind of thing to get me here. Do you know what I mean? So it's like how we look at like Nipsey. I'm just trying to continue the journey for my dad, the marathon in that kind of sense, because he started it. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I got to show him that, you know, you've got 2 grandsons, you've got many grandsons out there, but you've got more grandsons to continue that legacy. It's a powerful thing, mum, to be able to now sit there and be like, do you know what? I'm able to continue this generation, because when we're seeing these young boys getting stabbed, I always keep saying that's a generation gone, you know. Could you imagine a mum sitting there, as much as she lost her son, as much as that's her lineage, it's gone. It's been cut at 2000 and whatever, 24. That's it, done. No more Patterson, no more, whatever it is, no, it's gone. It's a sad thing, man. So the fact that we can actually continue our legacy, but I want us to grow now. The man them needs to allow it now, in the sense of always feeling like, oh, I'm just gonna just do this. Like you say sometimes, the road thing, we all gotta allow it now, man. If you're over the age of 35, allow it. You know what I'm saying? It's not making any sense, because it's not showing our kids anything apart from, okay, you're not on the roads. Cool. What gain do we get out of it no more? We don't own nothing. We don't have no ownership. We're still banging for a block that man don't even own, you know. Man's banging for the block.
No
Let's just keep it real, Papa. You got
no
the rollie
land,
on the
no
wrist.
deeds,
You know
no
what's there?
nothing.
You got the Red
Thank
Bull and
you.
everything, but your mum's still walking home with Tesco bags. Make it make sense. So I'm not trying to get at the man, but I'm like, we have to make it make sense to make it look better for us. I know we want to get out. I know we want better for our mums, but if we're still living at our mumsy's yard and mumsy's still struggling, but you're outside in the band or doing whatever and you're creamed up and you're not making it make sense.
You're saying that you're doing it for mummy, but you haven't given nothing to mummy.
I
Come
said
on,
that.
man.
I said that before.
Come on,
like,
man.
You say it, like you say, oh yeah, it sounds good, but then, like for instance, mum will go and break off a score every day, which is a score every day is a lot for my mum.
Of course.
But to you, it's nothing.
It's nothing.
Do you get what I'm saying? But you're making it seem to yourself like, yeah,
That
I'm
you're
doing
doing
it for my mum. When are
And
you
you're popping
really?
champagne and you're doing
you
up clubs
really?
and sexy fish and Novikov and all these
To me,
Do you understand?
Hackasans.
Do you
but
understand?
then on the other hand,
let's
like,
keep it real.
No, but then on the other hand, are we not to live life as well?
No, you are, but at the same time,
You get
What
I'm saying?
legacy are you leaving? though?
exactly. Because obviously, like I said, we buy trainers and everything, but like I said, what I realized with my dad, and when he passed away and everything, He had no accolades. There was no car, no money, no nothing, apart from people that just loved him and your memories. That's all that was there on that day.
No assets.
People just big. Yeah. So when we're running around thinking about, man's just trying to get this car and all the rest of it, I'm laughing now because one of my favorite cars, like you said, we'll say, the Porsche Jeep or whatever, or I might want to get a Rolls when but you know when my son gets older, he's going to be like, that car's dusty, idiot thing. So something that I'm striving for, when my son gets older, he's going to be like, bruv, that's banger, bruv, dad. What are you talking about? So I'd rather be here, be present.
Have the memories.
Do you understand?
Oh, remember when I went on holiday with my dad and when we went to the museum, those are the things that you can't place money on. It's priceless.
And then this is it. And I just want them to just feel that and understand that. Like I said, yes, we should all have fun. No one's not telling you not to live your life and everything. Cool. Yeah, you go and buy you like a nice little trainer and
I always say that, do you know what? Because one thing I know, because I just remember how I was, innit? There's a point where if you're because there's some people, and that's why we have to keep saying because there's some people we're going to actually reach. And they're gonna change. So them people, that's cool. I'm saying there's some people you're not willing to just not
no.
Through one ear, out the other.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? But I'm saying that's how.
But I'm glad that I've even heard you say it a few times in the sense of, my son goes private school, but don't shy away from that spray. Tell the man them, because some of these man them in jail, bruv, they're not inspiring to that, and their sons are going public school, going through the same rubbish that they went through, bruv. Our young boys are getting stereotyped. Every single mentoring young boys I'm teaching is black, bro. Daddy's not about, bruv. You get me?
Not cheap.
They ain't got. I know it ain't.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's not cheap, but like you
not
said,
everyone's able to do that.
well, let's
Yeah, but there's other ways. You can do.
Come on, spray. Man, them on the road, and man,
they're supposed to.
You're spending back what?
Yes.
2.5, 3 back. What?
Yes.
Cleaning up, yeah.
Them man, they are look.
Come on, man.
Them man, they
Come
look at
on.
like you're doing all of that every week, and like
You
it
can
definitely
do that
don't
to give
cost
it-
that much.
And especially when I hear man them say, and I feel it, because man them say to me, I want my son to be better, my son's not going to be like me. But if that is the case, then give him the better
the
path,
effort.
then, innit?
Put
Put
the
the effort
effort
in, bro.
Yeah, whether it's where they live, whether
Come
it's you
on.
get
It's
them a
whether
tutor
they
for them
live
to
is
go into grammar schools, because you can get grammar schools for free. But you've got to do the
Sponsorships.
homework, sponsorship. There's options. There's options.
There's so many options, and that's something that I want us man them to inspire more. Don't just inspire to just be the king on the block. Don't just inspire just to say that, yeah, I've done this. We've all done dirt. It's cool. Now I'm at the age that I'm at. I don't respect none of the things I've done anymore, because back in them days, bruv, it was out of fear, bruv. It was out of man them feared me. Man them didn't really love me. Man them was spudding me, but man them was spudding me because he knew, bruv, you get your head, you know? So what's the point? That ain't real respect. Hopefully you respect me now, so we bring him on the show. I'm saying, right, big man, I love what you're doing. I love that respect. Respect there for me goes a long way when people come up to me like, nah, I respect what you do, you know, big man.
You're
talking a real thing still. But me going around hurting my own community, only for us to turn around and be like, Black Lives Matter. How then? Make it make sense for me. Like I said, I'm not trying to dive into people. Like I said, we could talk about all these kind of things. Chris Cabba and everything, like everyone's getting out raw. Like I said, I'm out raw. He didn't deserve to die. But like I said, police officers are killing us. What, every 10 years? How many times are we killing ourselves? What, every day?
Do you get what I'm saying?
Every second, every minute. But you want to march and I talk about Black Lives Matter, no justice, no pace, forget this. What? Do that for ourselves.
Yeah, Tommy.
Stop going
Let's
Westminster.
hold accountable here in our community.
When I was
Let's
doing it back in the
police
day
our
and everything, I
people.
was trying to do my outreach.
Tommy
I'm sick and
Robinson's
tired.
clapping in his cell
I'm
right
sick
now.
and tired of going on
Tommy
these marches.
Robinson's
No, but
clapping
I
in his
am.
cell
I'm
right
sick and
now.
tired of going on these marches. That's why you don't see me at marches no more. Because we're going down to Westminster on a Saturday when man's not even there.
Bro.
Them man are playing golf and all that. We're shouting. Nah. Let's
see
go.
what I said?
Let's go to Porterville Farm then. Let's go Hackney then. Let's go somewhere in South Peckham and Brick. Let's go to the communities that are actually been affected and walk around there and let the rest of the man them know that are trying to do the little wheeling and dealing. It's not happening no more.
Like your
fam.
forever families and such. Big
Yeah,
them up.
understand?
I repeat it again. Swiss said there's no point in marching. All it does is make your calf hurt. Big up Swiss.
No. And I know sometimes for some people that do it, I know why they do it, and I know why I did it, Spray, because I felt like, nah, it's powering, we're all coming together. But like you said,
ballerina thing, you needed the calves again.
the one thing, man said they need the calf. One thing that I didn't like you said, sometimes the reason why I didn't feel like it was worth it, because there were so many people there, especially in things like even Black Lives Matter. There were so many people there that was marching and rare, but no one took the time out to say,
What are we marching
what do you do? No, not even we're marching for. What do you do?
You're right.
So we can link this together.
Let's network. Let's make a
That you could be
change.
a link or a chain that can push this thing forward. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, now, I've got a podcast, but I will never know that because I'm just too busy shouting. Let's link them. What you got? Can I come on? Can we talk about this? Can we inspire each other? But a lot of times when we go into these kind of marches and do these things, we do have great days. It is inspiring, but no one's talking.
Nothing follows up afterwards.
And then it just...
Respect does the follow up.
You know? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's
it. Do you know
amazing
what I mean?
work.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out. because there's so many of us that are doing the small pockets of things, and that's what I'm saying. I'm always the advocate on it doesn't matter who is being the messenger. Did the youths and did the people get the message? I don't care how it's getting delivered and who's getting delivered, but did they get the message? And I think sometimes we've got into our culture that everybody wants to be the gatekeeper. Everyone wants to be seen as, I'm the one that said this, I'm the one that's got this, and it's just like, who cares?
Yeah.
Get the message out there, save the youth. Then
However we got to get the message
do
out
it,
there.
man.
Yeah.
You know, and I think sometimes I want to be an accolade in that and saying, do you know what? I want to help everybody and every man as much as possible. That's why I'm in prisons. That's why I'm in schools. I'm not denying anybody in that kind of front because I'm understanding because I've been there, done that, won a t-shirt. I can look at next man and say that I don't know and don't get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to allow him to still sit in his own understanding and his own trauma to be like, oh, that's just the way it is. That's what man I'm saying. Oh, you know it is, but man, just out here. No, I do know how it is. And I've changed it. Spray's changed
Things
it.
will never be the same.
You can change it. Yeah.
Changes.
That's just
So
the way
it's
it
important
is.
what you said
Oh
though.
yeah, that bit Pacs making you know that's just the way. Like things will never like.
There
No, but
can
he's
be
getting mad, but
change.
he's
But no,
There can be change. I just think.
It's
I
a
think-
real one. It's a real
Things will
one.
never like.
I think sometimes like we need to understand what roles everyone plays. Everyone doesn't have to be the face of it.
No.
There's activists, there's people that need to go inside organisations and work
100%.
from the inside.
100%.
You've got people that need to work in the community and work on the grassroots level. Not everyone has to be the face of the change. Like
100%.
understand what your strengths are and how you can affect that change and make that tangible change in the role that you are. You don't have to be the face of it.
No.
You know?
Boom. The OBE though.
Yeah, I was going to get to that after.
Don't worry, you weren't going to get
I
to it.
was.
It's my show and
I
I've got
was,
to it.
but you got there.
No, but
Go
so
on.
there's no need for you to say you was
don't
going.
spray
That's
it.
my whole point. There's no need for you to say you was going to get to anything.
Spray.
Do you know what I mean? There's no need for you. I've
It's
got
your
to it.
show, we know.
No, but I'm saying I've got to
We
it,
know.
So there's no need for
We
you
know.
to say, oh, I
We
was
know
going to
it's
get
your
to
show.
that. No, but you
RTM.
understand what I'm saying? There's no need for you to say, I was going to get to I've got to it. There's no need to, I was going to, like. So anyway, boom. The OBE, yeah. First, can you tell us what it stands for?
OBE.
'Cause I know
is-
there's OBEs, MBEs.
Yeah, there's MBEs, OBE, and CBE. So basically, MBE is a member of the British Empire, and then obviously you got OBE is of obviously officer of the British Empire, and then you so
Your
got
officer.
CBE is commander of the British Empire, and then it goes to Sir, and then you go
lady
Lord.
and stuff.
Your
Yeah.
officer.
I said officer.
I'm
The
joking.
worst thing about
I'm
it,
joking.
it's not even an officer. And the worst thing about it, I get the whole dynamics of it because I think because I'm more conscious and I'm more understanding, and I've done my research of who I am as a black man, what the kind of understanding is. So there's on one side, everyone looks at me like, oh, why did you take it? You know, yeah, the British Empire, you look what they've done to us, all that kind of stuff. And I saw that and I understood it. And the reasons why I decided to even accept it was because I was trying to use that as a catalyst to be able to push our agenda. And I think sometimes people miss the point because people sometimes look at me like, oh, well, give it back, Chris, give back the OB. But,
Yeah, but why? They haven't got one. That's why they're saying that.
but sometimes it is. Like, sometimes
They
it is
would
that.
take it.
No, and this, I genuinely believe that people would.
Do you know
know
what I'm saying? Like, because you haven't got
who
it.
wouldn't take an award,
Do you know
bro?
what I
You know,
mean?
one's in that kind of sense. It's like having the Oscars or the BAFTAs. It's one of those prestigious awards that why wouldn't you want to take it for the accolades of what you've been doing?
Basically.
And
it opens doors.
absolutely. And the worst thing about it, I didn't even know, like I said, suffering with dyslexia, my reading right, it's not great. So I didn't even know what OBE was until I actually received one. So I'm just plodding away, doing my youth work, doing whatever I'm doing. I got a letter through the post and it said, we have given your majesty your name in strict confidence, underline. I said, what? My mind's out of there. So underline, strict confidence. I said, I'm going jail. I'm going jail, fam.
Can't believe
Her Majesty's pleasure. All of that, bruv. Her Majesty and what? Strict confidence. I'm jail. I'm going to jail. They've caught up with something. Something's happened, bruv, and I'm going jail. I started looking at the window, see if there's MI5. I said, bruv, I'm going jail. I called my mum. I said, Mum, I'm going to prison. She's worrying now. What have you done? I said, I don't even know. Spray, do you know if they would have came to my house, I would have said yes for whatever it was. I would have been like, yeah, I did it.
I did it.
Because what's going on? Do you know what I mean? I called my friend.
What did Wiley get?
He got
He got
MBE.
Yeah, he got MBE. Yeah, he got MBE. Adele's got MBE. So even mine is a little bit more of an accolade.
Yours is higher.
I was
higher.
going to
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
that's what I was going to say. What's
yeah.
higher than what's
Yeah,
lower?
yeah. So MBE, OBE, CB, and then Sir and Lord.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like in the middle, kind of like sort of kind of thing. Yeah. So even I was quite.
I would
shocked.
take it.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But
So
Wi-Fi, I'd take it. But I'm saying like, because that was mad, I shouted it as well. No, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, come on, like what?
but it was.
Tommy knows I'm British, innit? Like obviously I'm not born here, but I brought up here.
No, but do you know
I've
what's
got
weird?
no problem
No, do you know
with-
what? And I'm glad that you said that because I'm not ashamed of it. Because
be British. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not ashamed to be British, and I'm not ashamed of having my OBE, because what my OBE stands for is the work and the dedication that I have put in for
and
our
that
community.
the country that you
worst thing about
live in
yeah.
is paying homage.
It's literally. So the reason why I got my OBE, which like I said, everyone's different. Like I said, Wiley got it for his music. Adele will get it for music. I got it for community. I didn't get it for just running around trying to do my own thing. I got it for being a community member in that kind of sense and working hard within the community.
Yes, for services to young people.
Did you find out who nominated you?
And that's what they never tell you. So they never tell you who nominates you. So I really wanted to find out who nominates me. So like I said, I ended up getting this letter. I called my friend.
Lammy.
I don't even know who it was. Literally,
Dave.
I don't know who it was. So
Think it was
literally,
Dave.
I called my friend, and my friend was like, "Chris, just Google it." And then when I Googled it, the first person that came up was David Beckham. I was like, "Rah, so this is a big boy thing, yeah?" David Beckham's got one. Like you said,
I want it
grabbing
then.
that.
I want
You know what
this.
I mean? But David Beckham's got.
I can have
like,
this.
I can have this. You know what's there? Like, I'm having some of that. do you
Better
know
than
what
a mobile,
I mean?
mate.
I'm telling you. So, like I said, that's when I found that kind of like what it was. And like I said, I was grateful enough to meet Her Majesty before she passed away, because not everyone gets to meet the Queen, sort of kind of thing. So, like I said, gone down there, and it was like I said, it was such a surreal moment to be honoured in that kind of way, receive an O.B.E from Her Majesty,
Elizabeth,
and then be like, you know what, I see what you're doing. So yeah, I was the youngest black male to receive an O.B.E at the time in history, in that kind of sense of they wasn't even really giving out to us in that community, in that kind of sense, in that way. So
How did you feel when you actually knew that's what it was?
I was a little bit blown away, because it was like I said, as much as I was proud of it, as much as it's like I said, with great power comes great responsibility. I felt like there's also another responsibility that I had of now
you've got to step up.
I got to step up.
Properly.
I can't, like you said, dabble in and out. I can't be like, no, you can't do it.
you now.
You got to be stand solid on your word now. So if you're saying you're out, see, then you have to be out. You know what's there. And I love all the man. Them. I still see certain man, but I'm not jumping in whips no more. I'm not doing
not
certain.
doing even not that.
I see, man. Know what you're on, and I'm keeping it moving.
Man that try and like what you said, they'll get in the whip though.
Do you understand?
But
and
you
then,
know what's in the whip.
do you understand what I'm trying to say? So exactly. So I already know.
Yeah.
So I just leave my man them. They know that, and they love me for that, and we just keep it cool as that. So me receiving that OBE, like I said, from the Majesty, at the age of 25, like I said as well. So I just literally was starting my career.
Actually, said 24, but
24, because I just turned 25, because they gave it to me like, well, I think it was in March, but then the next month, my birthday's April, so the next month,
No,
I
it
always
says
say like a significant year, so I say it was more 25, but yeah, 24, I received it, but birthday was like a month later, and then, you know, my journey started then, I suppose, and then, like I said, I ended up becoming online. Like I said, I didn't really.
So you had to go to the palace, everything.
Went palace.
Who do you see on the day?
Literally, who was getting awards? There was a few people getting awards. Johnny Corbett. That's not
Jeremy Corbyn. No,
not Jeremy Corbyn. He was that kind of like an actor, but he was a big famous time actor. He was getting an award at a time. There was a few celebrities that was getting. There was a few people. It wasn't James Corbyn, but there was a few celebrities at the time. I couldn't remember.
I can't even believe I'm even still trying to guess.
I can't believe that I was even, like I said, went into Buckingham Palace, driven there with my mum and everybody. She was like, once again, one of those.
One was over the moon, innit?
Tears and
my
everything.
Mum would have rated it
talking
still.
to everyone. That's my son. That's my son. Mum, they
yeah.
know, mum. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, she was overly proud and saw that and just knew that from there that was something that I was planning to do. Set up my own company, make dreams reality.
All right, but do they give you any paper, blood?
No paper.
You get any money?
Nothing.
So
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I get from this?
Right? I thought I was gonna get.
What do I get from this?
And listen,
At least a little
and this is me
10
being
quid,
honest to everyone.
something,
When I see my OBE, bro, I got no bags. I thought I was gonna get bags for one. Yeah, I did. I
You know what I mean?
thought I was gonna slap a little something in my account. You know what's there? Something. You know what's there? Little light work. Say no. You know what? CP, you putting in? Yeah, a little 10, little 20.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
We see what you're doing.
Yeah.
No money. And then the worst thing about it is I set up my company, and I'm not gonna lie, at the time when I received it and everything, I decided to set up my own company. So I had to go and sign back on. So enough man was seeing me in the job centre like,
And like, didn't you just get OBE?
big man, ain't you just bust right now? You know what I'm saying? I just let them know, bruv, nah, it's not bust like that. It's it basically what it has done is had helped me in the sense of it takes people that take you serious in that kind of sense. So if I was going up for a job role, or if I was going up to do certain things,
I'm an OBE.
when you hear that, people talk to you different. You understand what I'm trying to say? And that's what I realized in the sense of, for a long time, like I was going into schools and stuff like that, and they'd be talking to me on email, and they'd be like, oh, we can't wait to see you in rare end, and I'll get to the school, and they'd be like, can you just wait at the door, please? I'm like, okay. How can I help you? And I'm like, I'm Chris Preddie, O.B.E. We didn't even do it. Because I dressed, I mean, I'm not coming in no suit. So sometimes they was like always trying to stereotype, because when they heard it, they was expecting someone else to walk through that door, sort of kind of thing. So I used to always love,
as you, yeah.
always love putting on tracksuits and everything. So I do it to wind them up and everything. But for me personally, I think it's a great accolade that I have, and I try and hopefully use it in the way of using my name to get our messages out there for the voices that do need to hear it. Because like I said, if I was just Joe Blogs going online talking about, oh, the government this or government that, who cares? But the fact that Chris Preddie, O.B.E is saying, the government's trying it, you know? No, regardless whether you like it or not, the big dogs are hearing because it's going through them channels, do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense. And that's why I use it, to make sure that my message is getting across. So that's why I say it in every post and all the rest of it. And I know people are like, why does he keep saying it? Like, we all know, rare. But it's to let them know that if I'm meant to be a part of this, then you don't need to change something because it's not working. Or take it away from me and you're going to cause a much more controversy anyway, in the sense of people are going to go mad. So I just try and utilize that, but I try and inspire kids to let them know that once upon a time, my thing is, once upon a time I was grinding for Lizzie and then I actually got to meet Lizzie. Do you know what I mean? Woman on the £5 note, man was, doing some stuff for her. You understand? Stuff. And I got
Bruce
to meet her.
Forsyth, sorry.
Yeah.
Bruce Forsyth was the person that got it in your year.
Yes, Bruce as well. Yes,
Yeah.
he was another
Google
one. Yeah.
Better if I was thinking,
Of course
what
I
the
did.
how did you just? I'm thinking, how the fuck did you just realize that?
Yeah, so there was a few people that day. So yeah, it was special, man. It was a special moment.
Big up Bruce, the rage guy. He's funny, you know. Mad man.
Mad. Literally
He's
mad.
definitely gonna get done for a few essays before he's
Half of them
out
needs to
of
go
it.
spray. Half of them.
I'm going
Hugh.
mad, I'm going mad.
No, you're not. Hugh,
You know though,
Philip.
bare essays he's gonna.
Them
He
not
was
just
dealing with
moving.
the gal.
No, they're moving mad. They're moving mad.
You know,
No, they're moving mad.
It was moving.
No, they're moving mad. They're moving mad.
In the car, was it the cards game? That cards game.
The Price is Right.
Price
Price
is right.
is Right.
He used to deal with the young things.
Yeah.
He's probably
That was a
But
good
yeah,
show.
no, literally. But yeah, on a bigger note, it was good, man. And what I would like to say in the sense of just touching back on what we was talking about, just man them and everything. Don't be afraid to go for something, you know. And I think that a lot of the times we don't do something because we think or what our man them are gonna think. Like I said, whether it's the ballet, whether it's this, you know what I mean. You don't want to push through and go and do something. You could be a banging chef, but you don't want to tell the man them that you're chefing up. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of way. So sometimes you've got to make sure that you're doing as much as you can.
Oh, wow.
That's me.
No, but I'm just saying, like, so she can see
Yeah.
what you mean, like bro, like, come on, bro.
There you go. Look at that. See my
That's
face
you.
and everything. That's
You
it.
get what I'm saying?
Do you understand?
That's
me.
what you.
That's me. That's me. That's
so
how
I'm trying
fresh.
to make her know.
No,
That's why you were so bugged in your room for so long.
My mind was out.
Do you get what I'm
of there,
saying?
bro.
That's why
my
his
mind
room
was
like,
out of there. So
that's just a normal guy.
It's just a normal guy, humble, just going about. Like I said, I got accolades, I got family. You know, they've done their thing and everything. And the one thing that we don't teach our kids in the sense of, on one side, just even touching on it. I know no one don't like to touch on it, but the snitching thing. But what we're not teaching our young kids is, where's the loyalty then? Because when I was on road, the reason why I don't even feel like I love road anymore, because man, them ain't keeping up to the code. What I thought it was.
Yeah, the code is
I
not
was
the
loyal.
code.
I didn't snitch. Man was about that. Man didn't run. You know, I was there. But bare times I've been in situations, man
Man are
stuck
running.
out.
Yeah, man are stitching,
Yeah,
man are running.
man are snitching. Man are not being honest. So I'm like, where is the honesty? And the fact that we still hold on to the snitching one, but no one don't want to hold on to the other ones. Like, where's the loyalty? Where's the love? Like, I grew up in a time in the sense of I wouldn't have
Unpopular.
done my own dirt. So if I'm with you, I'm not gonna put you in it.
Yeah,
Just what I'm trying to say.
I did
It's my
this, it was
thing.
me.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it. I'm gonna say it was me. Just what I'm trying to say. But certain men are looking at, don't snitch,
Listen.
fam, don't snitch, and now everyone's
Nah,
gone.
everyone's
Popular
going
opinion,
in.
a unpopular opinion that's not necessarily mine, yeah. But I spoke about this with someone the other day privately, but we was thinking about it and it was so mad because it's like, see the whole snitching thing, snitch, all that, like back in the day or whatever, like, you know, like, I don't know, maybe
90s.
Jesus type. No, I'm talking about back in the
further
day, like,
back.
Oh, just even further back in that day. Yeah,
AC,
yeah.
DC.
like,
Yeah.
that's, you're supposed to snitch. Not like that, but you're supposed to tell.
The truth.
I can't explain it.
No, but it's the
we
truth.
was talking about it.
No, but
that's
it's the
how
truth though, Fred.
things have just changed.
And I
like,
think we've just changed it because...
you go, but I can't. I have to be very careful here because I don't even.
Yeah, no,
wanna,
I know,
I don't want to
I get
move
it.
like I'm
No,
promoting
I re-
snitching.
no, I re-
where, but
I
I'm just
respect
having
it. No, I
to give
respect
that
it.
opinion
I respect
and
it.
talk about it. Like raw, like this is where we've got to, innit? Where it's like raw, no snitching, but then it's like you have to think. I'm a rude boy, innit? So it's like, all right, cool, I can get with it or whatever. But you have to think of the normal people. Like,
Civilians.
or the normal kids, not even, but that they've grown up, and that's a big pressure on them.
Of course.
Like, oh, I can't snitch.
Yeah.
Oh, like, Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to grow up with that. Oh,
Thank
I can't
you.
snitch. It was
Thank
just a
you.
natural
It was
thing.
just a natural thing
You know
that
what I'm
man just
saying?
didn't do.
I
do you know
can't
what I mean?
explain it. I can't
and
explain it.
And we've
But-
got to understand on the reasons why we can't explain in that sense, Spray, because we was already in the fields.
Do you get what I'm
so I
saying?
knew it was wrong for me to tell
Type
on
of thing,
Spray.
but-
I'm in the fields, bruv. But if I'm not in the fields, and now you're telling me I can't snitch.
Yeah, I feel like
it's a mad thing.
big- yeah.
Because there's certain people that lived it and there's certain people that was window watchers. And there's a lot of young people that are window watchers and not a part of it, but they're now telling me in schools, oh, Chris, I know what's going on, but I can't say nothing because they might come back for me. They might think I'm a snitch. And I'm like, you're just a normal
A
youth,
normal
bruv.
guy.
You're
Do you get what I'm trying to
just
say?
playing PlayStation, bruv. You ain't got nothing to
But
do
that's
with
how
this,
it's starting from primary school. They're just saying, oh, I can't snitch. Or they're second, but you're just a chief. Not even respectfully, you're just a normal guy. Why can't you?
Exactly.
No, because
can't
I
you
think the
snitch?
lines are blurred. Like
No, I'm saying, why can't you? You're a normal kid. But yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, I think the lines are blurred because before, like, if you weren't involved, people didn't hold you to account. Like, they
100%.
didn't hold
Back
you
in
to
the
the
days,
same
we didn't.
account.
Come on, we didn't. When we knew, like you said, when you know man, there was you'd be like, bruv, just stay over there, then innit? Don't come and talk to us. Do you know what I mean? I
Now-
think now the kids are
You're
just
an innocent kid, but if you say something wrong, they could come for you.
100%.
So it's not the same. So now he has to feel terrified
Yeah, and not
and not say something because he knows that even though he's not in that life, he could still get the outcome
No,
as if he
100%.
was in the life. And it's
100%.
not.
And
it's
that's the
not
kids I
fair.
feel sorry for. And also I feel sorry for the man, like you said, that go by the code too hard. Like I said, you're going hard on. There's certain man that I know that I'm in now teaching in prison Pentonville, and they're telling me that they're in there for not snitching. I get it, I understand it, but once again, where was the loyalty to your brethren?
Where was the loyalty?
Where's your brethren? Your
why
brethren
did
on
you,
road.
your
Do you know what I
brethren
mean?
left
Your
you to do, you didn't think to say, you know what?
Exactly.
Let me come and say I done it.
Thank you.
I know a girl.
I'm not
Yeah.
because
Where
I feel
is
it.
that
I don't
your-
like man them being a snitch as well. But what I'm saying, at least
You
put your
should
hand
know.
out.
And
Yeah?
own for what
Don't
you
make me want to
did.
feel like I want to snitch. Be honest and say, do you know what? I done the thing, you know. My brother doesn't need to go that because it's not right. Do you know what I mean? But if we both done the thing, then obviously shut your mouth and everybody ride the bird.
That should show you that your bridging don't love you as well. Not like that. Let
No,
me
but
land.
100%
Let me land. Yeah, because for instance, yeah, why I say you should show your bridging don't love you because your bridging could be in his like him and his baby mother, whatever, in the yard. Feds have come. It's a baby mother's yard. They found a machine there. Your bridging's owning up to that machine because he loves his girl. He's owning up to that. He's not gonna make her do that.
100%
or whatever.
spray.
But why
100%.
when he's in your car or whatever, why he's got pulled over you, he's not owning up to it?
Yeah.
Because he don't love you.
Yeah,
like that.
everyone's looking lost. Everyone's getting out the car, and
All
you're
of us
getting
are
the
gonna
message. You're
do
looking at your
time.
boy, and the
But-
boy's still looking at you like, yeah, don't like. What?
I'm one of them.
So we're
I'm
all
one of them
doing
guys.
time.
I'm one
We're
of
all
them
doing
guys.
So we're
time
all
now.
doing time,
I'm
big man.
definitely going not good.
What you were saying-
I'm definitely no
What
comment.
you were saying to me earlier, Space, that's the reason why I don't jump in certain man's car now. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you're not going to be loyal, then I'm not jumping in the whip then because now you're going to get upset
You're putting
with
me-
You're putting me in
I'm
a
a
position
no
where
commenter
am
still.
I going to not snitch or I'm
definitely not saying it's
talking.
mine.
Yeah, I'm a
I'm a
law-abiding
no commenter.
citizen now. I am talking, yeah? I've got kids. I've got to
You
show
say you're
them in
supposed
the
to go and do time for you
But
and
the
your
thing
lose
about
your
it-
kids and your wife.
my kids in the right way because like I said we've got this mentality of don't call the police and I get that but there's certain things where you will call the police. That's what I don't like about man them as well.
No, but the weird
once again
thing
we switch
about-
and change in the sense of if your house got my house got burgled on it obviously man's gonna call boy them.
So,
So my car got broken but you don't want to call boy them when it comes down to you really want to allow it bruv. So let's understand that it's okay because we are normal people. Not every time you have
Yeah,
to deal with that
normal people
situation
do your thing.
in your hands. Just
And
what I'm trying to say. But
Yeah, go on.
if you're ready to do that, then like you said, we always used to say when we would be on Real Space, if you're a part-time worker, don't be a part-time worker. If you're full-time
Yeah,
and these men are
full-time
fully in
badness.
it,
Yeah,
and that's
full-time
what you're
badness,
on,
man.
then you know what comes with that. Do you know
Yes,
what I'm trying to say? But a lot of these
exactly.
youths, they don't know what comes with that anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because there's not really, every youth feels like they're a killer man now. Do you know what I mean? When I was growing up, there was only a few one man that you hear about. Yeah, you know my man, he does it. Now, everybody's like, it's Joe Blogs now.
Brother,
It's game for
another thing
everybody.
as well, yeah, it sounds mad, yeah, and I know it sounds mad, but yeah, I just say madness. But see all of this no snitching thing, how about like being a good criminal and you don't even, not like that, but do you get what I'm trying to say? Because even in America, they know
No,
about
but
that.
do you know
No, but
what
they
I'm
know
laughing
about
because
that.
them lot are thinking that good criminal. What you want them to still do it? No,
No,
but
no,
a good
no,
criminal
no,
in the
no.
sense of like you're saying,
No, no.
own up to your, take your
You're probably going to
accountabilities.
stop laughing. I haven't landed yet. Probably going to stop laughing. But I'm saying like, you know, like, oh, where was I going with this? I was going somewhere mad.
How about be a good criminal?
Yeah, but I was going somewhere mad. Yeah, like for instance, yeah, okay, that's where I was going. See, in America, like it's mad, yeah, but they like, you know that thing, leave no witnesses. Like they'll lick over a witness. They're not even going to leave you able to snitch.
Gone too far.
No, but I'm saying, it might be too far, but I'm just saying, then don't just Even you're doing the full thing, like what man's saying, full time.
If you're on full time, then yeah, I get it.
Don't now worry that someone's told on you, type of thing, because you left them.
And that's another thing that I don't understand. A lot of men, a lot of men are self-stitching as well. I don't understand them, and then get upset when they go jail. Don't get upset if you know that that's the kind of life that you're choosing. And you get caught, you're going jail, fam. But certain men, they don't understand why they're going jail or why they got caught. You do understand why you got caught. Regardless whether someone snitched on you or whatever, you knew that your time was up. So
I gotta say no snitching before I get rushed, for real. I'm due to get rushed. I'm going too mad. I'm actually going too mad. I'm forgetting what side I'm batting on.
Listen,
I start going too mad. But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But
I'm trying to make them know there's two sides to the coin.
There's always two sides to the coin, and like I said,
you can't just be like
I respect most people's point of views, and like you said, views on it. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, everyone's got their own views on why they feel like that way. Do you know what I mean? But for me personally, I think we need to get out of that adoption of, like you said, it shouldn't be that. Do you know what I mean?
It wasn't that. Like and a lot of people or whatever, they will say they're religious and all this stuff, whether it be Christian, Muslim or whatever. But then in your religion doesn't say no snitching.
No, real talk.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, real talk.
So, but let me stop pushing.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Before I get rushed. Guys, it's looking like I'm saying everyone go and snitch now. Tell phone the police right now. Tell them everything you know.
But sometimes that's what I hate though, because like when I'm in these communities, we cry about the man that being on the roads, and we cry about the crime that's happening within that area. But we do know who they are. Let's just keep it real. We do know who the man them are. We do know who we need to be.
Don't you say nothing.
Like you said, don't you say that. But that's what I'm saying. But the reason why I'm saying that is because I get upset because we only care when it comes knocking on your door.
Or when
so no one want to say nothing about.
But when a police shoots us.
Or when little John's on the road and you can see he's doing a madness on the block and everyone knows that. No one ain't saying nothing. And then 2-2s now, your son gets robbed or your son gets stabbed.
Now you want everyone
and now
to come
you want to
forward.
march. Now you want to tell everybody.
You want little John to go jail. It's mad.
But then there's two choices then, like you said. You either tell the truth and tell who's doing it, or early intervention. There's a lot of us as a community, like you said, could have got little John from Melanie and say, do you know what? I'm going to bring you in. Come studio, or come sit down with my son. But the way we see it is it's not happening to my child. My child is safe. I'm good. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes if we did actually extend it a little bit more for some of these boys and open up our doors, knowing that, like you said, there's single mums out there, Sway, like you said. So there's people on the block that know that. My mum used to be the nanny on the block for all that. Like, do you know what I mean? My mum was out. Yeah, you lot, stop your message. Yeah, come over here. Come and eat some food and rare. So we still need to be able to do that. And I think we've lost our community where we can't. We just need to get back into that and say, you know what? Sometimes we see things, and just because you don't think it's direct your problem, it is. It will become our problem. Do you know what I mean?
What made you get into? I got there before you. What made you? What made you get into the tackling gun and knife crime? What made you so passionate about it?
I'm not gonna lie. I lost my brother 4 days after my 16th birthday. Okay. He got shot.
Oh shit! See, we missed that.
It's on my list.
Okay. So I lost my brother, and 4 days after my 16th birthday, and that kind of changed.
Older brother, yeah.
Yeah,
obviously.
So at the time he was 25. I just turned 16, and I'm gonna lie, that was the biggest catalyst for it. You know what I mean? Because that's when I realized that road is real.
Shot.
Yeah.
Did you say Brixton?
Yeah, Brixton. So West Norwood, Rough Cut. It was a Rough Cut Barbers that was there, and
in the barbershop as well.
Yeah.
See, barbershop.
So even in that kind of sense, sometimes within. So sometimes in that kind of sense, it's very, very hard, because that's when I realized what road. Like, do you know what I mean? You will get touched. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And I'm not sitting here, like you said, my brother, he was on his thing, yeah? And I'm no idiot around here, rare, do you know what I mean? He stood on his word, do you know what I mean? Same thing, man, don't snitch. I'll do my thing. But once again, even a badder man can get taken out. He didn't have Soakley strapped then. He didn't have his knife on him. He didn't, do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. So I keep to the kids all the time, we keep talking about a gunman. Now it's no matter about no gunman, it's who's got the gun in his hand, bruv. That's who the gunman is. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You can be gunman for your whole life and be licking over man. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean?
Just that one day.
Just tell them watch Carlito's Way.
But this is it.
So Benny from the Bronx.
Yeah. So I lost my brother, and it made me think. Do you know what I mean? And that's the reason why I decided to go to performance in the first place, because I used to play for Arsenal.
No, how was that losing your brother? How was that?
Brother, it was the biggest shock.
Because you would have just finished school.
Yeah, just finished school. You know, I was there, and it was obviously my half brother on my dad's side. Do you know what I mean? So like I said, I grew up with my two sisters and my mum. But it hit me hard. And like I said, I was playing for Arsenal at the time. So before he passed away.
Arsenal.
leave Arsenal alone. But
Anyway.
big boy thing.
No, go, yeah.
So yeah, I was playing for them, and he used to always say to me, "You're gonna be the one to change it." Do you know what I mean? Like you don't need to be like. He always kept me away from it. I didn't even know what he was like. In that kind of sense, it's
you
only
didn't
until I
know
got
what you're dealing
older,
with, but-
then I knew. Do you know what I mean? When man them saying certain words, and I'm like, "Oh, is that what you?" But before that, kept me all away from that kind of stuff. You do your football, you're doing that thing. Rare. It's only because I started to know and I started to follow certain footsteps. So like you said, you follow your older brothers and you look up to them in that kind of way. And when he passed away, I quit football and I felt like I let him down. And I felt like, like you always said that I was going to make it and become a footballer. And I remember one day a youth worker being on my block, and I remember I used to give him like hell. Some white guy, Simon, I remember I used to give him hell and be like, yo, just any white guy come up on the block, you're going back home to your tea and biscuit. Like, don't tell me that you know my life. Come out of it. And one day he just bucked up on me and he's like, bruv, would your brother want you to be doing this? And that day I just broke down and cried in this guy's arms, bruv. And I just said to him, help me, Simon. That's what I said to them, man. Help me, bruv. I don't want to do this anymore, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like I have to live this name. And like I said, because of my family's name, I felt like I had to go harder than anybody, because obviously everyone kept telling me that, everyone kept telling me that what it stands for. So I'm like, I have to be on it then. I have to be ready to. So I mean, so when my brother first passed away, like I said, with revenge, all that kind of stuff.
Just about to
I wanted to go back, get me sometime. The family, we all talk, we're going back. Certain people are getting hurt. But then like I say to the youth, so man, now, like, if I would have killed 10 man, it wasn't bringing him back. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
It would have
then
ended your life.
if I would have ended up in prison,
It'd been a start.
that would have crushed him. Do you know what I mean? That would have crushed my brother, because that's what he didn't want that from me.
10 man, you would have rated the 10 man gun though.
No, probably. Probably, but
trust me,
not for me.
Yeah.
Maybe for the man them. So I'm not gonna lie, there were certain man them that, like you said, you don't see no loyalty. Certain man them didn't ride out. That he was like his doggy. So he probably would have expected. But for me, he didn't want me going out. Do you know what I mean? He was like, you need to go. So when that happened, I was just like, do you know what? I'm gonna change my life around. If I get an opportunity to change it, I'm gonna live for him now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make sure that.
Was it an unsolved murder or was it solved?
It ended up getting solved. Obviously, like the guy was in. So clear, a cab tried to breeze out in the cab, and then man got caught, and then obviously, like I said, ended up getting 16 to 18 years. But a lot of people was like, that's not really a long time. Do you know what I mean?
Back in the day, must have been.
Yeah, back in the day. I'm talking about. Talking about back in the day, because you got to remember, I was 16, I'm 37.
No,
now.
but do you understand?
So that was when I was 16. So
no, you're younger than me.
So I'm 37. So yeah, I don't even know the maths, but yeah,
21 years. Yeah.
That would have been in the 2000s.
Yeah, 2000 and something. Do you know what I mean? I think I left school, 2004, 2005, then around about them times, 2003. So around about
still
them
maybe
times.
get
I
like
think it was
2018.
I think it was 2003, around about them times. So
got a touch though.
Yeah, so that happened, and it just changed my whole trajectory, because like I said, you don't realize what you got until it's actually gone. So like I said, with most man, when you're on road and everything, sometimes you do know it can happen,
but it's just not going to happen to me.
It's not going to happen to me, or it's not going to happen to someone that I know. But when it actually really directly affects you, and you know it's real.
Did he have any kids?
It's no game, and like I said, he didn't even have no kids at the time.
Already,
so, like I said, it was another tribute, a sense of my son. So my brother's name was Andrew. So my oldest son is called Chase Andrew. Do you know what I mean? So I named him after my brother. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense, because I was 25, so it's like a 360 kind of moment in that kind of sense. So he passed when he was 25. I had my first son at 25, and I just felt like I was living through him, and my son ended up being quite light like him, so he's quite light.
That day. Why for that, when you fell into your brethren's arms or whatever crying, that was the epiphany to... that was the start
the youth worker.
It
was a youth worker that fell into his arms, and that was the start. He ended up taking me back to college to get my, obviously, GCSEs again. And then that's when he was
16 at the time.
So you skipped that. You've got trauma that you just skipped.
Sometimes I do. So sometimes I just talk about uni.
Do you know what I mean?
So I don't,
because that was actually... We spoke about all of that, but in between all of that, your brothers died.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
4 days after my birthday. And you got to remember, like I said, my mum also kicked me out as well. So I'm living in the hostel.
There's a lot going on.
My brother's there, do you know what I mean? Like I said, I was still on the roads. And like I said, people don't understand about depression and PTSD. There was many nights I was in my hostel getting death threats from other men, like I said, or beefing with certain crews and certain things, and getting private callers like, you're a dead man walking. And we don't talk about it enough, but I was fine when I was with the man then, because I was like, man can't G-check me. But I'm not going to lie, it affected me.
When you're by yourself.
When it was by myself on a Wednesday night, a man's talking about, man, know where you live, and I don't even know who's on the phone. I don't even know who's talking. And they're like, "You're done, bruv." When I catch, and they wasn't saying my brethrens, they're saying you, fam. Yeah, I don't like you, because I was always the main one. I was always the frontline man. I was always the one that sometimes was touching man. So if my brethren had beef, he didn't even have to wait to punch up a man or do a man something. I'm gonna just do it for him. So sometimes I'll be walking on the road, a man are chasing me down, and I don't even know why they're chasing me down, but because I've obviously backed my friend, I've done something else for someone else. Do you know what I mean?
The whole episode to use.
So for me, I got to a stage where like I just said, all right, cool. This is depression. This is what I've been going through. So in hostels, I went through a lot. I went through a lot in the kind of things of man them don't open up and talk. And that's the days that I say that I went through a long time of depression, long time of PTSD, a long time of anxiety, a long time of me like feeling regret about my brother. Just someone trying to say like, you know, was there, why was it him? You know, all the kind of side grief stages that you go through. It's my fault, then it's not your fault, then you're gonna live for me, then I'm angry again. Then
and you're just going through it.
Just going
You're not
through-
even getting off the grief cycle.
You can't even get off it. But then now, like I said, through the music, I found peace with it. You know, I was able to let go of it, and I started talking about my trauma, my stuff through my music, and that's why it's been such a passionate thing for me. So like I said, I'm an artist where a lot of people hear me, they'll call me quite a deep artist. I don't really talk about, not in the bad way, nice stuff. I talk about real stuff, real problems that have been affecting me, but it's been the way that I heal. It's been a way that I've been able to just transition and be like, all right, cool. This has happened to you, Chris. And sometimes the other day, literally, this is a big man thing. The other day, I had to apologize to the younger Chris. Just the other day, I apologized to myself and said, it's okay, fam. You know, you shouldn't have gone through that, fam. There were certain things that you went through and certain things that you see.
And it was your fault.
Yeah, you shouldn't. No, not my
No,
fault.
it wasn't
like,
his fault.
Like,
No.
It was like.
Oh, so why are
but
you
it's-
apologizing to
No,
yourself?
but it's not our fault because that's what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm saying-
I thought it was. I thought
It's
it
like
was.
he's
saying.
letting go.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah, 'cause I thought it
remember,
was my
I'm very
fault.
literal.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
because I thought.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
because
if I'm thinking, if you're apologizing to yourself, what
Yeah.
have you done
No.
to yourself?
Yeah, no, because I thought it was
He's
my
forgiven
fault.
himself.
Yeah,
You're
I thought-
forgiving
yeah, I thought it was-
yourself.
That's why I'm saying, like, so
It
you
was
could
that
have
because
stopped it, innit?
Yeah, it was all the trauma what we've been through.
Do
I'm
you know what I mean?
thinking to myself.
Something like, why am I apologizing
was it
to
my
myself
fault?
if it wasn't my fault?
Yeah, no, but it was apologizing to my younger self in the sense of it's okay because I took it to adulthood.
Yeah,
I took
yeah.
it to a point where I'm like, oh, this is like what we always do. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I said, I love my mum. She's done her thing, but you know, certain licks and certain things. I had to apologize to that younger kid because it wasn't right, bruv. You know what's there? Man was getting licks for just sometimes coming home late. That's mad, bruv. I'm not licking my son, bruv, like that. Do you know, like, let's
Wait,
just think.
it's
Like,
mad
I don't even
'cause
lick
we don't.
I don't even lick
We
my son
don't,
at all.
yeah.
Just someone trying to
Yeah,
say
it's so mad. It's so mad.
I only understood that when I got through,
Yeah,
when I got
exactly.
with my wife. Do you know what I mean? Because she's never been here. She's
I
a
think
black
it
woman
might
as
be an
well,
island
and
thing,
her
though.
mum never hit her. So when I was telling her certain things about my life, she's like, "Chris, this is deep, you know. This is that's
We
not
think it's
normal. And I'm
normal.
like,
This
is traumatic.
I think it's normal. I'm like,
We think it's normal
I was
just to
being
get a
naughty,
box
and my
for
mum
not-
needed
Yeah.
to clap me up, and I deserved it. And I said all these kind of things. But then sometimes when I'm peeping, I'm like,
She's
We're not
thinking-
knowing our parents was functioning maniacs.
well, this is it, bruv. And they were going through their own trauma.
They were going
Yeah,
through their
you
know,
trauma.
function-
They were going
maniacs.
through, they were
You
going
get
through
a
their own
box or
trauma.
whatever.
So I had to forgive him for that and say it wasn't your fault. You know, it wasn't your fault that you and like you said, dysfunctional parents like my dad and all the rest of it. It wasn't your fault that you wasn't able to get.
The love or the support
You
or
know,
the
my mum wasn't, like I said, not in a bad way.
foundation.
She wasn't a maternal mother in that kind of sense. There was no, we missed hugs, we missed kisses. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, food was always on the table. Mum was always making sure my clothes are ironed and all the kind of rest of it. But as in the
but
sense
the
of
soft skills.
softness,
Yeah.
trying to lean on my mum on the couch, come off of me and go to your bed. And if you like, do you know what I mean? There was no, it was very, very like very, very much
No
rigid.
physical touch.
No physical touch on anything. So it was for me as a boy as well. It was a little bit sometimes to take back on. Do you know what I mean? In the sense of even now I had to learn through my own relationships, which my missus had pulled me up about, and she's like, "You don't hug me sometimes." Over, I'm like, "Of course I hug you," but I had to check myself because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to kissing my mum. I'm not used to hugging my mum. I'm not used to hugging my family because we never done it.
Yeah. So then,
You know?
how do you give that
How
to
do you
someone?
now give it to someone
Yeah.
else? And even though sometimes we'll say I hug, but the way she says, it, I'm like, no, it's true. Like just out of the blue or whatever. And I don't do that, and I won't like personally go and kiss you and and unless you come to me or whatever. And I'm like, why is that? Because like
You never learnt
I
it.
never learned it. It wasn't something that was happening in my house in that kind of sense. And like I said, I learned other things where she says to me now, like, "Oh, you're really good at cooking." I'm like, "Yeah, that's
I can cook, I can clean."
I can cook, I can clean, all these kind of other stuff. You know what's there, but the nurturing side, my mind's out of there, but you know what's there. I find it difficult, and like I said, now me having my son and everything is bringing me back to that more that nurturing stage of saying, "All right, cool, Chris, you have to have a bit of that patience." And like I said, he's teaching me a lot because I still sometimes go back into that mode, and I say to her, like, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna tell him, you know, because.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up. He's not obviously listening, and I have to find new tools and new approaches. Do you know what I mean? The patience that I got for him right now is out of this world, bruv. Sometimes this guy will be doing some wild stuff, and sometimes I think he's me because he's so my child because he's got a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of anger. Get me? So sometimes he's like, and I'm like, where have you learned this? Because he doesn't watch TV and all this. Like, so I'm like,
Going mad, yeah.
this guy mad, and I'm like, well, go in the car. I'm like, big man, chill out, you're free, because you need to. Just, where is this coming from? Do you know what I mean? But it just lets you know that. He had the same flair. He has the same kind of drive and passion that I have. And what I needed at that time was a softer approach instead of just
It's
trying
so
to lick
mad
it out
to
of
lose
me.
that
Do you know
And I was
what I mean?
gonna,
Yeah,
I'd say
box.
like I think sometimes when you have single parents, like you're missing the balance, and then you end up overcompensating. So maybe as a mum, you're thinking, I have to be cold. I can't be doing too much emotional
That's what she said.
softness.
She felt like she had to be the man and the woman.
I've got to be the
in
man.
house.
So I can't be giving you all these hugs because in a minute I'm going to have to discipline you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, and it's unfortunate because now the child grows up not having these soft skills.
100%.
But you've got the functioning skills,
100%.
but the soft skills are needed to
100%.
create a balanced and rounded individual.
100%.
It's quite smart, this one.
No, seriously, no, Trini, she's on point, man.
Yeah, she's
Seriously,
quite
like, you know what's there? It's really, really good. And I think there's something that's important, though, Spray, like, we tap in sometimes and understand that because there's so many things that we go through. And if we just knew a little bit more, like you said, because of there's certain things that we just don't know, like you said, but if you actually took the time out just to understand, there's a lot of things. I didn't understand what a positive affirmation was until someone told me, but I was already doing it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I was saying to myself, I'm a big deal and do you know what I mean? But I didn't know that was a positive affirmation. I just thought I was just, you know what I mean? Being confident, just talking to myself and saying, you're the best, cuz don't let no one tell you nothing. But not realising that is a positive affirmation.
Yeah.
Because of my dyslexia, I just didn't know what that word meant. I just doing it anyway.
Didn't
so
have to box it up.
Yeah, so sometimes us as people, we're doing certain things, but sometimes we might not know the connotation or actually the word of what it actually means. But sometimes just tap in, man. Know yourself before you know anybody else. And I think that's important. We don't know ourselves enough. And we rely on other people to put our mask on, so to speak. And I always say to people, like, who are you? You know, who are you really behind closed doors? Because all of us right here today, in some sort of way, are putting on some sort of mask. You know what I mean?
100%, yeah.
Because right now, I've got my glasses on, got my hat, and but take off your, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I put it back on.
Yeah?
Put it back.
like, do you know what I mean?
I'm going.
Take off this and take off that, but then who are you really? Do you know what I mean? Behind that image, do you know what I mean? Because like I said, we always want to perceive that we're something that we're not. Do you know what I mean? And if you can actually get back to loving yourself and being in that good space of, like you said, my missus loved me, I've got good family around me. It doesn't matter what people say to you online. It doesn't matter, like, do you know what I mean, the likes and the shares and everything. Like I said, I rate anybody that is able to do what you're doing, Spray, do you know what I mean? And like I said, you've come out a couple of times and you said a couple of things. Even there was one time you said something to the mothers about the festivals. I had to let go.
They came for me still.
No, but I say that the same thing to mothers. If you're going to be in a certain situation, and I'm seeing it, everyone's turning up, bust down, Pioneer plays, you get me? But
Pioneer plays.
But you're not patting up your children and rare. So even when you said to them, like, make sure that you got activities before you be buying tickets, straight.
No, my thing was with that, I think it was the school uniforms.
That's what it was. School uniform. Yeah, that's it. School uniform.
I noticed a lot of them running for the uniforms late.
Yeah.
You know, like last minute.
Lastminute.com,
having to get
all the rest of it.
And then some people probably having to phone around. Oh, can you lend me £20, Sam?
100%.
Can you lend me £30?
But you've already booked that motor trip for next year.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You knew that after July, August was going to come and September was coming, get the uniform. Admittedly, I get uniforms late because my son's like 6 foot and I don't know if he's going to be 6'5"
I started getting
or whatever.
But I'm thinking if I'm not talking to you then, why are you so angry?
No, but they still get it. They still.
One of the people that went to the festival, yeah.
No, I don't go festivals, but my kid's uniform is always on tap. Clark's, Wallabies. They have their stuff, but like that, you do have to have your priorities straight because you know it's there. So put your money down, even if you have to save every week, so that you know, because uniforms are not cheap. They're not cheap.
There's only a few, like you said, same with my missus, and same with yourself. There's only a few, but like Spray's saying, it's the truth. There's so many parents, when I put up posts, parents will come up to me, you don't know my life, Chris. You don't know my baby father. He's a waste man. He's a this, rare. And they're like, but you're going, like I said, Sarah from Hackney, you're a dickhead. You know what's there? Yeah. I just said, mums, patting up. So if you're getting at me, that means you're the one that I'm talking about. You're the mum that's not patting up. And it's the same thing with the man them. Let's get onto them as well. You're going Pioneer plays, cuz. You're turning up. What about you, big man?
Yeah, put some there. You're popping bottles, but where's the money for the kid's uniform? Half. Like your son's a size 9, he needs Nikes or whatever trainers he needs.
You're turning up
needs
to every
half
function.
of that.
Come on, we all know that man that's got a few kids, but he's at every dance, every week.
Yeah,
like, big man,
he's even doing money pull-ups.
Do you even see you on the week? Like, do you know what I mean? Because there's certain man that don't even try.
Yeah, money pull-ups is mad.
Yeah, he's doing money pull-ups, but he's not
money
pulling up
pull-ups
with the money for the kid's uniform.
Yeah, man's lucky CSA. You know what's there?
He's not working. He's even actually self-employed, but not declaring, so he can't pay
Do you know what it
the
is?
child maintenance.
Sometimes it's the baby mums though.
No, as well, sometimes.
It's too much.
It's give and take. It's give and take.
Look, we're human beings. Like,
Hear
absolutely.
jokes. You can hear the baby mother jokes and
no, but I spoke about the women. Don't do that. I spoke about the women as well.
But I could just hear the vim towards your baby father.
No, my kid's dad, he plays his part. Let's be very clear. Very clear. No, very, very clear. Uniforms always on
Then
deck.
it's one of
Shoes
your
are always on
brethren's baby dad
deck
or something.
anything. But I'm just
But you
saying,
knew someone-
anytime you are a parent, you have a
heard that.
responsibility. When I was growing up, regardless of whatever, every September we had new uniforms.
100%.
We had them.
100%.
Blazer, skirt, shirt,
New trousers, whatever it needs to
new
be. Yep.
everything.
Socks, whatever.
Like,
Yep.
so to me, in my mind as an adult now, that's the minimum I've got to do. I know every September,
That's what it is.
full shoes, everything, coat,
100%.
bag, everything's
100%.
new.
100%.
And then
Might be every couple
mid-term,
Septembers
you
still.
got to get shirts and stuff like that. You have to re-up certain things. You got to re-up the trousers. They might be holes now because they're playing
Of course,
football.
they're going to jump around.
Yeah,
Of course.
but as a minimum, you know that. So I know I can't get a holiday this year because I know I'm having to spend about £900, £1,000 on uniform for the kids.
Yeah, facts.
So when am I going on holiday?
But this is what, at least you're taking.
When am I going to the club?
100%. 100%.
Where's the club?
100%.
The club don't happen.
Exactly.
It can't.
What I don't understand as well, that the club ain't giving no one money, you know. You know, they're taking your money and taking your time.
All the money.
All the money and all your time away from you. Like you said, you're always forever. And that's what I've seen with most mothers and fathers as well. Even when fathers take their kids, you're ready to throw them onto your mum or you're taking them to nannies and rare.
That's
Sometimes
crazy,
it's good,
yeah.
but your child's getting thrown to everybody, bro. Yeah? Joe Blogs, you see my son, he don't go to no one. If he saw you, like, he'd be like, because he don't see no one, fam. He don't go to nobody, bro. He's looking at you like, bro. But you got them kids that are happy. They'll come. Have you ever met a kid and they'll just want you to pick them up and you're like, bro, you're bare free, bro, very because they
Going
go
into a whole
they go
different subject, yeah? Kinda, but it's the same thing, yeah?
Go on.
What about this, though, yeah? Because you got sometimes, yeah, like with the, like, with mothers with your child, like, say, Trina and your baby father, like, you got sometimes, like, girls will go, like, say you just got on holiday, yeah? Like, we might want our child. Like, that will, like, why wouldn't...
That'll be the best,
But
100%.
they'll go and give the youth to
nanny.
the nanny or give
100%.
somewhere else and go on
100%.
their holiday.
100%.
I can't explain, but
100%.
why couldn't I have my youth? Or if they're doing
100%.
something, they'll go on, and then a lot of girls don't realise that they do it. They more give it to their mum or like they go or they sit, like they don't realise that they do it. But sometimes and it's because they don't even want to ask the dad probably, or they don't even want to, but you know
So
what I mean?
I'm always, that's the first point of call. Like, I don't like having to go outside of me and their dad. Like,
No, but if
I've
you
got to
have
go
to,
to
like-
someone else, it's because he said I can't. He
Yeah,
can't do
do
it.
you
Do
understand?
you know what I mean?
That's
But that's the
supposed to be
first
basically
point.
exactly
That's the
what
first.
they
It
say.
should be
A
the
lot of
first
them-
point of call.
Yeah,
It should
thank
be.
you. Thank you.
It should be the first point
We've
of call.
both made a child together, so
100%.
you should. Anytime that you're going to do something or you're going, you should phone man. But
But on the
do you know what I
flip
mean?
side, sometimes there's certain dads that you might ask them, and every time you ask, it's a no. So you get to a point where you're just like, you know what, I'm not even gonna ask him, because I know I asked my mum, I asked my whoever, my auntie, they're gonna do it.
I get it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I
there's
think-
some people
and I
that
think-
just don't even
And
get
I
asked.
think what's hard in sense of for women and men, I think what's hard
balance.
is you've got that balance of, there is a predominant men that not showing up, and then it's hard because there's a predominant men like myself that are trying to show up, that is phoning, that is calling, and gets the door slammed in the face, gets told shut up, dickhead, rare. And I've had other men, not in a bad way, that don't care about their kids, and they get to see the kids whenever they want. They just turn up at the door, knock on the door, give me my youth, and yo, shop. Okay, thanks, David. Yeah, you can take it for an hour. Me, I'm like, excuse me, I was just wondering, can I maybe take him? Bam, door slam in the face, shut up, rare. So once again, it's very, very hard. So I feel the women's pain, that the ones that do try and reach out to the fathers, do try and make sure that, the kids are in their father's life. And then there's, like Spray said, there's also women out there that are doing the opposite, and they don't want their children to see their fathers, and they don't want, and sometimes it's a little bit of from both sides, do you know what I mean? In the sense of, people don't always want to be perceived as your child loving someone else more than yourself, in that kind of sense. Because sometimes, not in a bad way, but not always the woman is the best at maternal or best.
100%.
You find dads that are great dads, or sometimes if not better than the women, do you know what I mean? So sometimes in that kind of sense, they don't like that sometimes, in that kind of
And I
understanding.
think
So
sometimes you have to know, like, there's certain strengths. Like, so if your son's now, like, I don't know, 14, 15, 16, are you the best person to be the primary carer? Now, it might hurt you.
of course,
It might hurt.
of course.
Mum, my son's going to live somewhere else. But actually, can you do the right thing? Do you have the necessary skills to raise that man and transition him from being an adolescent to a man?
Man, there you go.
Like, you have to start really assessing, like, am I doing the right thing
100%.
for the child, or am I
Girls
doing it
can't
for
raise
me?
no man.
Like, I don't believe
No
we
woman-
can. We can
no
do our
woman can raise
best,
a
but I
man.
don't think we
100%.
can.
And I think, like you said, Spray, I think there's times and places, because like I said, my son,
That's why I was in Feltham.
My son's free
That's
at the
why I was
moment.
in Feltham at 16.
My son's free at the moment, but that's what I'm saying, because I feel like there's stages because at the moment he needs his mum. He's just like a mummy's boy. He don't care for me nothing. He broke himself. I'm gonna go to mummy. He's that confident touch. But we already said this is only for a little while because that's gonna change, and then he's gonna want me more. And then join someone trying to say so.
Need you, not even a want, a need.
Need you more, 100%.
Yeah.
So like you said, there is gonna be a time that not every woman can do it. But I do believe the starting years, he needs that nurturing side. He needs to understand what it feels like. But like you said, when they get older, daddy needs to come in, bruv. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense, because
some former Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. Look.
Yeah. Boys in the hood.
She knows.
Okay.
Boys in the hood. When Angela Bassett.
Yeah, she gets it.
Yeah, people are thinking, what, you're giving away your child? But actually, he needed his dad. Like,
And
so badly.
No, but you see,
he did daddy.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Like, but you can't,
big
like,
up Fishburne.
some dads you might not be able to handle.
do that in that kind of way.
I wouldn't have jumped out the car. I would have still went on that ride still. So big up Lawrence.
Yeah, no, big up to that, man. Seriously.
I would have definitely
But yeah,
went
it's
on that
definitely,
ride.
it's hard.
But
And
we got to move on.
Yeah.
So
I just wanted to say one thing,
we've gotta
please,
move on.
please,
Go on,
Spray.
but
Just
you're
one
doing-
thing.
you
I
keep
think
doing it though.
I just want to say that
Right.
don't use other people's experiences to justify your own actions.
100%.
Sometimes,
Okay, thanks for that.
No, it's really
No.
like sometimes you're hearing stories from your friends about their relationship with their kid's dad or
And you think it's gonna work out
or
that
your
way.
kid's mother. So now you're acting based on that experience. It's not your own.
And just before you do jump in this way, I'm glad she did say that. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I did.
You're very glad.
My two
He's
mothers
very
of
up for this.
my two mothers of my children, I done the same thing. So when I got with my missus that I'm with now, I always felt like she was gonna take my son away from me. So I'm automatically,
dad's
I'm
the
like,
same.
What I knew.
I'm like, try it
But
again.
she doesn't-
try
she
it,
doesn't understand.
and I will turn this
doesn't
whole thing. And she's had to check me and say, not in a bad way.
I'm not.
Don't check me. If that's the case, go and check them. Don't talk like, do you know what I mean? Because I haven't gave you no animosity or I haven't showed you in any way like that's who I am. I've shown up. I've turned up and showed you who I am. And like you said, I had to go back and check myself. And you can't allow past relationships or ex people's relationships to get into.
Infect you.
man,
Yeah.
big.
Thank you.
So now, because she doesn't understand this, and the last co-host used to do the same thing. It's quite annoying, because especially when you're the main host. Because if you're saying you want to move on,
Move
you
on,
wanna
you wanna move on.
Because I'm the only one that sees the time. So I actually know where. So yeah, but before we move on to the fire run, I just want you to address, like, I don't know, the youth or anything. If you a message you want to say, I don't know, anything else that you might want to.
No, I love the fact that you even said that. And it is that Spray. It's like every single one of us, you know, one's there. We all want to be known. We all want that respect, you know, one's there. And I know why certain of you, man, them do what you do. But I want us to promote more people like myself. Like, I'm winning. Don't ever get it twisted. So you see, man, them shining, I'm shining too. And we need to promote that more. And it's people like myself that I try and say to the other men that are in great careers, we need to shine that more. Do you know what I mean? Because all the kids are, not in a bad way, are seeing just the rappers and the chains and the drug dealers. So they think, raw, man just doing a 9 to 5. He rock, you get me? He ain't now make no money and red tete. He ain't doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? But I'm trying to show these kids I'm doing something. I've got my own company, my own clothing line. I'm wearing my own brand right now. I'm doing bits, yeah? Bits and bobs to a point. I'm doing more bits and bobs than your actual shot on the roads, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like I always say, do you know what I mean? But we don't promote that enough.
Money in
because we're not humble enough to say that, because we feel like in my field,
us.
I'm just too humble. I'm not going to walk around and tell kids that I'm 6 figures and rare. But now we do have to tell them. I'm a property owner. We do have to tell. Do you understand? Well, we have to tell them.
What's that?
Yeah.
Clapping, man, clapping.
that?
Because I'm letting him
poetry,
speak.
innit?
I'm letting him.
Then when they're doing poetry, they normally
is that what
click
they
you.
do?
Yeah, they normally click so not to throw people off. Yeah, to not throw you off.
To not do the. Oh yeah. All right,
But
cool.
yeah,
I learned
but
something new.
it's definitely that. And I just want the kids to be inspired. I know you're going to go for your trials and tribulations. And like I said, everyone does. No one's not sitting there saying there's rights and wrongs to anything. But what I do know is you can do it another way. That's what I 100% agree with. You can do it another way. I set up my own company 13 years ago now. And if anyone told me when I was coming from on the roads and everything, I was going to have a company, I would have laughed in their face. But you know how much it takes to get a company? £16 and some heart. That's how much it costs on HMRC. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how much. But once again, don't get me wrong, there's other things to it. But to set it up, it's only at 16. But everyone's got £16. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's going at their eyes. I understand the man them because I understand them because they grind so much. I've seen man them. You got to remember that I've come from the roads. My company started off what I used to do when I was shooting. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of way, not in a bad way. But it was that I needed to build up my line. So what did I do? I started going to schools. But how do I get up them to build up my line to call me? I've got to give them out free services. You're going to give them a sample? I was giving out free talks. Going to every school, just giving out free talks. One day my line started banging. I said, yeah, Why? Because I'm the crack, I'm the heroin. I knew what the product was, I'm the product. Knew how to
Transferable
get
skills.
Do you understand? And that's what I'm trying to say to the youth, man. Transfer your skills, and that's what I did. I've got dyslexia. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm not the most intelligent person, and in that kind of sense. So some people that you will look at them and think, oh, you're only doing that because you knew. I didn't know anything. You know, once there, all I knew is what, like Spray said, the information that I already took from certain places, and I said, how do I adapt that? To a point, I say to the man them all the time, if you're going to sell 3-5, bruv, for £30, bruv, you can sell a t-shirt for £30, bruv. It's the same thing, bruv. It's the same hustle. You got to get up every day and do this. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But why are you doing this and when you're looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes? Why are you doing that if you know that you're not even...
Supply and demand, isn't it?
This is it. But then some of man them are in the bando and the oldest not telling man, I say to the youths all the time, you need a pay rise. You know what's there? You should start telling man, I want a pay rise, brother, because my job that I'm doing, my job description is mad. I could get stabbed. Nitty's come in and give it to me. I'm like, listen, I ain't signed up for all of this. Bando life. I'm not, sitting in there 12 hours. I said to man, them, how much you getting paid? Said to me, obviously, sometimes I get a 2 bill, 250. I said, bruv, if you break it down in hours, you're getting
That's too much. That's too. They're getting paid too much. I give them a bills, blood.
But then even that,
I'm still thinking it's 2000.
But that's even
I'm
worse.
Still thinking it's
I'm saying to these kids, even if you're getting a bills,
I'm still thinking it's 2012. Like, nah, bills a day. No, but bills a day. But remember,
you can go stack shelves for 15
pounds. I know, not when you're 15 or 14.
True. No, I heard that.
Man's grooming. You have to get them at the proper ages. Man, you have to get them at the proper ages. I know I'm going
That's
mad.
enough, yeah.
I'm going mad. But I'm saying, like, do you get what I'm saying? 7 bills a week for a 14-year-old is going to look like a lot of money, isn't it?
It is. But when you break it down to them in the sense of what they have to do for that.
Yeah, cool.
You can lose your life for that.
Yeah. For that 7
really.
bills, yeah. Like, but you can in the sense of, obviously, if some people are being genuine, but we all know, bruv, I know most man that will put man youths on and rare, and like I'm hearing about youths now getting, man them are robbing the youths back and everything, now you owe man the money and like these things happen. When the man seen that you're not about it, I wasn't about because I wasn't allowing no older to do that, bruv. I was licking down older in that kind of way because I wasn't allowing no older to have older over me. But some of these young kids ain't the same.
They don't understand
When
the
I
game.
first got nicked with food, that's what I said. I said I was getting fingered, but I wasn't.
Because you was just on this thing.
Bullied.
Yeah.
I'm going bad.
But you knew you was on this. This is what I'm saying. You was getting bullied.
Man. But I said the dread. You can always blame it on the dread. You know, like, just say a dreadlock, man. Just
listen,
say he got me.
I say
the same thing he said.
All I said to the kids, bruv, there's one.
They said I owe them money and now I've got to do this stuff.
But there's always one way. There's always one way with that, and it only ends one way. Do you know what I mean? In that kind of sense, nothing comes good of it. Whether you go jail, whether you get stabbed up, bruv, where you go through trauma and you start seeing things that you shouldn't be seeing, bruv. You seen some of these youths are seeing nitties overdose and rare. Like all this is a madness,
and they just become desensitized.
And this is it. Same thing with the Call of Duty, and that's what I'm saying there. And all these
thank you, because they say about the drill music. I will never. I get it with the music safe. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that whatever.
Same with me. I get it. But it's not just the music.
Them games, are terrible.
So bad. And that's,
remember, I've seen my youth playing it when he was a little kid. But blood splashing everywhere.
You understand, Spray?
Chopping up.
Come on.
They're walking past, man. But it's normal to them. This is normal.
So when they're going out, it becomes
doing that, what do you
normal.
think that is?
Desensitized.
They're just so desensitized, so disengaged. They don't even know that they've just dropped to someone. You just dropped a body, bro.
Bro.
And they go home and sleep.
They're chopping each other out their clothes.
And they think that sometimes in this real world that there's a replay and you not play again, bro.
No, there's not another life.
And
there's no respawn.
Man, them only realise it until it's too late.
No
How much times have we heard, even now, just in the last year or two, of these young boys getting stabbed, and you hear them say, "I don't want to die." And help me. Like, not in a bad way, but do you know what I mean? Your last words is
mental.
I'm out of. Like,
the last words are
this.
mental.
This is not what I signed up for.
Do you understand?
Last words are sounding like your real age now.
But there you go. You understand?
You know what I'm saying?
Your real age. And then once again, some of these kids, they start realizing, like you said, where's the loyalty? Because some of these people that are trying to save your life would be the same person that you tell, get out of my way, shut up. That civilian is trying to save you, you know? Your bridge done ran off. There was one time I was watching some guy and he got stabbed and his friend was on the motorbike and
they dropped him off.
Yeah, dropped your bridge off.
You lot lie that.
You get me?
No, but you lot, no. You lot just don't know the badness. R.I.P. lads, but yeah, that is mad.
But is that, no, come on,
that's crazy. That's crazy. But you just don't know what Showerman might have even said. Just drop me off, blood. Like, just drop me off. You both got the machine.
No, I hear it.
Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know, innit? Me personally.
But then it's so sad because
I'm saying,
look at the person.
Personally, I'll go with my bridge in, innit? I'll bring you to the hospital, then I'll drive off.
And then look, that's what I'm saying. But look,
I'll make sure you get there.
Look who's saving him now, though. That same Lord.
Didn't get saved.
No, not saved, but obviously he didn't get saved. But
you get what
the
I'm saying?
person that was trying to save him, and this is what I'm trying to say about the kids. You look run down on the roads and you were wanting to stab up a civilian and rare because, and they're sometimes going to be the ones, if not, are just taking the time out to try and save your life, bro. You know what's there?
Them youths went on a roll and then one of them ended up getting splashed. They went to roll on some youths. I think it was in Northwest. They went on a roll and then one of them's ended up getting splashed and they got done for the M of their brethren.
See?
Because they went on the roll.
But this is what I'm trying to say.
Mad.
But it happens because you get locked
They're in
into
jail
that.
now.
Didn't you hear that also?
They've gone on a roll, you know.
But it's the same thing with some of these kids as
a
well.
Man's got splashed and they got done for
This is
his
for everybody. This is just for women. This is for men and everything. Like there was that young boy that got into an argument with that I think a guy had mental health on the bus, and obviously the boy called the dad, and the dad died. We need to stop doing that. We need to stop calling up our bigger brothers and.
No, call your dad. But the dad went mad.
What do you mean?
Because the dad came there on dancehall. Like, it don't come and you're not prepared. Like, be prepared to die. Not like that. No, but if my son
tell your son
calls
to
me,
come home, fam. That's what you should be doing as a appropriate adult. Don't go down there and be on a madness.
Me, personally, I'm just, because everyone's different. My son call me, I'm going to get my son. Like, I'm not even saying, son, because there's a madman around. Because he got there, innit? So he was able to get there on time.
Yeah, I heard that.
Say, it's not like he was far. He went mad.
But the youth was still arguing. So in that space in the time his dad come, the youth could have got off the bus and because the guy was even saying, "Leave me alone."
But remember,
bro.
as the dad,
guy was saying, "Leave me."
Yeah, but remember, you can't see that. As the dad, you can't see that. You can't see even if your son's telling the truth. If he's the one, all I know is my son's phone. That was so sad.
Of course. And then how do you think the son feels now, though?
Yeah,
do you know what I'm trying to say?
Guilt-ridden. Guilt-ridden.
Yeah, but my son knows. My son knows the dar. Like, trust me,
that one broke my heart, man. And that's why we need to
definitely gotta have a blade.
Stop doing that, man. We should stop calling our brothers, our friends. Even sometimes when we're calling our mandem, we're getting our mandem into beef and it's not even that. Do you know what I mean? We're just calling out on everybody, and we need to.
That was sad,
it's sad, man. We need to stop doing that because we're putting other people in situations that don't even need to be
and
there, bro.
They might not even be about that as well.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? That one killed me, man. That one killed me. So yeah, for all any of the youths out there, man, follow your dream, follow your passion.
And you're right. It's the truth of the matter is, but the guy had a borer, so the guy could end up doing that to his son. And if you had the choice, you'd probably take your own life than your son's as well.
Of course. But in that dynamics, like I said,
but after a while, because the youth was chatting shit, he was. He was. No, soon he was going to wind up the guy. And the same thing the guy done to the dad, he might have done to the youth.
That's why the youth should have just left it and just come off the bus.
Do you know what I'm saying? But he might not have been saying that to his dad. He might be, Dad, where is
I would have rather teach my son that he comes off the bus. I still want him to call me, but he's like, Dad, I was just on the bus. This guy was moving mad. Where are you?
Yeah,
no, Dad, I've got off the bus now, but I'm here, innit? Cool, stay there, don't move. But not. Yeah, Dad, and you're still arguing. Yeah, dickhead.
He rates his dad a certain way.
Of course, but then now, look, now your dad's not here to rate anymore.
His dad went mad. That's what I'm saying. His dad went mad.
A lot of guilt now.
Like, do you know what I mean? And that's on him as well. But it's mad.
Because we only got one life, and that's what some of these youths don't realise, man. We've only got one, man.
And it's
got a bag of them. We only got
and it's
one.
sad, and they have to understand. Well, some of them have to. No, because I was gonna say but the birds they're giving now is mad. Because a lot of them they were getting cut off between 17s or whatever and 20 odds. The birds they're getting, that's it. It's
finished.
You're not like 50 something.
But this is what I tell to the kids all the time, even when I'm in prison. A lot of the man, not all of them, but if you're still in Phelps or you're still in Penn at the moment and you're on remand, certain man don't really care. But when I go, like, you go on there like High Point, or I'll go down to a few other ones of Life of Joe's, you get me? Them man, I tell a man straight, my mind is out of there. I'm sick of the blue play. Yeah? I'm done, fam. Yeah? And that's what the other side that the kids don't see. Amount of birthdays I've missed. You're busting a cell, no one doesn't even say happy birthday. Nah, nothing. Yeah? Missing certain trips and certain things in the sense of family occasions and all these kind of things. No one doesn't tell you that. You go from you go inside, your son's 3. You go from now, your son's 16 when you reach like, no one tells you what kind of trauma that is. But we just see the glitz and glamour, like man's got bare pop noodles in the cell and man just turning up. Cool, I get it. But how you really feeling, bruv? Because let's just be honest. This is not a hotel, bruv. You're not eating gourmet burgers, bruv. You know what's there? There's rats running around. You know what's there? You're taking dumps in next to, like, allow it. Let's just talk the real.
Keep it real.
Keep it real. This ain't life. That's why any times I go to prison and everything, I say to the man, not in a bad way, who are you dressing up for? Oh, bruv, what you doing? What you doing? Who are you dressing up for? Man's just wearing Gucci on the, like, for who? You're in jail, cuz. You're in prison.
Smith.
I want to get out of here, bruv. I'm not trying to promote and trying to feel like I'm good in here, bruv. You know
Yeah, a
what I'm
lot
saying?
of
Like,
people
just put on your normal clothes
for them
and just.
to make them feel better.
I know,
about
but
themselves. Me, no, I just wear my own. I just wear the prison shoes. I'm a maniac.
Just wear.
Yeah, I just wear the prison shoes.
What is going on here?
Like,
But this is what
I
I'm trying
can't
to
be
say. But
bothered.
it's
Like,
because
I
we've
swear.
got so much of feeling like we need to act a certain way.
I'm
or be a
on
certain way.
basic all the time anyway. Like,
And that's another thing as well. See some of the man them, so much man them on basics and everything. Some man them ain't leaving souls. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, you know, them hard bang ups is hard bang ups, bro.
Yeah.
If you're not going education or if you're not going to, yeah,
it's tense. Why for tense? Tupac or Biggie? I know.
always two pack.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Drake or Kanye? Did you have anything else to say? One more thing? Did you have one more thing? Did you have one more? No.
Yeah, just ask the questions. That's my last thing.
Okay. Big Pun or Big
No, you
L?
said Drake or Kanye.
Oh.
I'm gonna say Kanye.
Big Pun or Big L?
Big L.
Snoop Dogg or Nipsey Hussle?
Nips.
Birdman or Master P? I thought you said Snoop, you know.
Yeah, I was going to because obviously he's a legend, but like
Yeah,
Nipsey
Nipsey.
touched me, like his thing touched me in a different way. Like he's. But
Alright,
yeah, no,
cool.
he like his legacy and what he was trying to do. Yeah, no, that was he was doing big things, man. So I respect him for that. So yeah,
no.
Nipsey,
Birdman or Master P?
Master P,
Boosie or Slim Tug?
Boosie,
50 Cent or Rick Ross?
50,
Meat Mill or The Game?
The Game,
Joe Santana or Jim Jones?
Joe Santana.
Cameron
I
or
would've
Mace?
said Jim Jones as well. Jim's a bad boy.
I'm
still.
with Santana.
But yeah, Santana. Yeah,
Cameron or Mace?
Cameron.
Beanie Siegel or Freeway?
Or Beanie.
P. Diddy or Suge Knight?
Both of them white.
Mad,
Both of
innit?
them are white. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna have to go Shug.
Yeah, you have to, innit?
I have to, innit?
P. Diddy's gone too mad. Chief Keef or Bobby Schmurder? Young boy, them.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't really touch too much on the Chief Keef, so I'm gonna have to say Bobby because obviously I only knew one of his tracks. Like, do you know what I mean? Before he went to jail, so I didn't really know Chief. Yeah,
NBA Young Boy or Lil Durk?
Little Dirk,
Mob 3 Smirky or Mob Deep or CNN?
Mob Deep.
R.I.P. P. D Block or Dipset?
No, I'm gonna go D Block. Come on,
Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey?
Whitney,
Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Cardi,
Beyonce or Shanti?
Shanti always.
Rihanna or J-Lo?
Rihanna,
Maya or Ciara?
Maya,
Lil Kim or Foxy Brown?
Kim,
Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor?
Richard,
Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle?
Dave,
Eddie Griffin or Jamie Foxx?
Griffin, Eddie Griffin.
He's funny.
He's funny, bruv.
He's
the
a
truth,
bad
bruv.
man.
He's the truth, bruv.
Chris Rock or Chris Tucker?
Chris Rock,
Bernie Mac or Cat Williams?
Bernie Mac all days.
Mo Gilligan or Steve-O the Madman?
Mo Gillian,
Dizzle Comedian or Wayardi?
White Yardie,
Maya Jama or Alicia Dixon?
Lisa Dixon,
Steph London or Miss Banks?
Miss Banks.
Tim Westwood or Charlie Sloth?
Both of them are white, bruv. You know, I was there, but Charlie then.
Rich 3-2 or Swiss?
Wretch,
Blade Brown or Dubs?
Blade,
Jay Spades or Fecky?
Jay.
I knew he's gonna go Spades.
Yeah, no, Space, yeah.
Potter Paper or Clavish?
Potter, you know.
Potter's that's
Yeah,
sick, innit? Rimsey or Nines?
Nines.
Mo Stacks or AJ Tracy? Big up Nina though.
Both, yeah, big up both of them. I'm going to go for Mo Stacks. Bless him.
Yeah, big up Stacko.
Yeah.
RD or H?
H, because I feel like he's got a little bit more content in that kind of sense.
Snap Capone or Scraps?
Scraps.
K-Chap or Fredo?
Trap.
Central C or Digger D?
I'm going to say Digger D because obviously I taught him when he was younger still, so I have to say my man still.
Oh, you taught him?
Yeah. When he was in a people referral unit back in
In
North
prison?
West. Yeah,
Or
people referral you before,
Okay,
before he went to jail. So
PRU?
yeah, PRU and everything. So he was kicked out of school and everything. And I used to do a lot of youth work with him. And
So
then
he
when
was bad people from a kid?
Yeah. He was doing his stuff. And then even when he went to prison the first time and he was on probation and everything, I was doing some work with him then as well. And that was when he decided to make more of the transition for the music. And I said to him, go for it. Come on, man like Reese, come on.
Reese.
Yeah,
Reese.
Yeah, that's how I know him. Yeah.
No, big
definitely.
up
I've got to
Digger
him
D.
now.
Big up
He's-
Central
No,
as
big
well.
up Central as well, but I've got to big him up because
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
actually
yeah.
seen
Yeah, you
him
know him.
directly.
You know him.
He actually done it. He actually
yeah,
done it. So
yeah.
I rate him and respect him for that. So I have to say Diggs.
Yeah. J Hus or Dave?
That's a hard one, you know. Why did you put them two in the same category?
Because I have to. Like,
Oh, that's mad. Because both like, but JR, I'm gonna have to say J Hus because
Yeah,
I just
I mean-
like, he's mad. with it.
Jay-Z's got different.
He
But
is.
Thingy's sick
But
though.
Dave is not,
He's
like, you
very,
can't
very
take it
talented.
away.
Yeah, very, very talented. Meets Manny or Bugsy Malone?
And I'm actually met Dave's brother in jail still.
jail?
Like, yeah, he's a solid guy still. You get me? He told me his story, so it's like he's proper sad still.
Meets Manny or Bugsy Malone? He's a solid guy, he's mad.
Mix Manny or Bugsy Malone? I don't even know Mix Manny, so I'm gonna say Bugsy then.
Mist or Millions?
Millions.
JK or Devilman?
JK.
Storms your chip?
Shit all day.
Gets or D double?
Gotta be Gets.
It's muy,
But I
muy.
do love D double, brother.
But
Gets for me is still up to now one of my
Gets
one
just
of my
says
favourite
bare
artists.
madness.
Yeah,
Like he can
like
he-
he's flow. Like there's certain man, like I said,
he could
Potter,
just say a million
Rich,
things. He's
yeah.
like, no, but Gets is like a big pun. Not like a big pun like, as such, but I'm saying like he can literally, like in a 16, he can get a 32 or 64.
I'm telling you, I
He
don't
can
even
get
know
a 64
I
out.
don't even know how he does it.
He can get a
sometimes.
64 out in a
Nah,
16.
and
That's
still
what
make
Big
it
Pun
sound,
can do.
make it make sense. You know what I mean? So
That's what Big Pun can do
Gets,
as well.
Yeah, all day
But
long.
yeah, Kano or Dirty Dogs?
Kano,
Bashi or Crazy Titch?
Bashi, just for what he's done as well.
I thought he was going to say
Black boys.
Twitch. I met him in jail. You know that?
No, I didn't.
No, you know that? What is that? Frisco or P Money?
I'll say Frisk, man. Come on,
Titchy Strider or Footsie?
Foots. I'm gonna say Foots.
It's Footsie again.
Yep. When he used to be DW.
Be a right hooks, be a left hooks, be a uppercuts, be a headbutts. Aye. Left your face with make like aye.
Grime,
Like,
that was us.
I was mad.
Grime
Aye.
was me, but
Like, I don't know what made him
yeah.
say that. Aye. But yeah, I was working
Yeah,
with
them
that.
man there, Footsie.
Foots.
DW,
No, but you
them
can't
man.
start Titchy. We
No.
got things in boots.
Yeah.
Under the seat, now
And he was-
things in
and he
boots.
was
Like,
like-
blood.
he was the most
We got
young-
things in boots.
Come on.
Like,
When he used to
blood.
show them the shade at the age of
Don't
16.
think we
yeah,
didn't
he-
have things in boots them
he,
time.
He was shelling it. He was shelling it.
Like, big up both of them.
This
While you're dizzy.
That's what I'm saying. Because of the Godfather, he's Godfather. But I'll say Dizzy still. I'll say Dizzy because Dizzy used to like when I mean get that done that had that whoop bin that had that whoop. He's
Top
got
it up,
yeah,
what?
take that like he's yeah. He was saying like DW. Like if you didn't know Dizzy's like it was a myth. But
Yeah,
then-
when Dizzy dropped, it was a madness. But Wiley's just Wiley in it.
Yeah, Wiley's just
Skepta or Jamie?
I'll say Skep, but Jamie's a bad boy.
Yeah, Jamie's a bad boy.
Bad boy.
Bad boy MC. Heartless Crew or Soul Solid Crew?
I'm gonna have to say Artless, obviously from North. Come on.
Yeah, come on, big up
Represent the man,
Bushkin,
them,
big
come
up
on, Bushkin, all
Megs
them,
as
man.
well.
Yeah.
More Fire Crew or Pay As You Go?
More fire.
Kelly LaRock or Shola Amma?
Kelly LaRock,
Adele or Amy Winehouse?
Amy Winehouse,
Jungle or Garage?
Garage,
House or Grime?
House,
R&B or Hip Hop?
R&B,
Sizzler or Caperton?
Sizzler.
Oh my gosh. Trina, what country are you from?
Half Jamaican, half St. Lucian.
Did he say that already?
No.
No.
I
We
said where
went
my I said where
mad.
my missus was from. Like
No,
she's
but-
from Barbados and
No,
And
but
Guyanese.
you know, like I just thought, oh my gosh, like we went mad still.
yeah, half Jamaican, half St. Lucian.
Okay. Boom.
That's Jamaican.
It's
half
going
St.
mad
Lucian.
in St. Lucia now, you know, I heard.
Yeah.
They're going
yeah,
mad
yeah,
over there.
yeah.
I'm gunshot.
Yeah, no, it's going off.
They're
Yeah,
not,
no.
I've,
Yeah, no, it's
remember,
going
that's
off.
my sister island, you know.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
going off.
Dominica, that's our sister. So we're going mad as well, but they're going mad.
Yeah, it's going off for those. So my
Yeah.
mum's St. Lucian and
Bad
that's Jamaican.
people.
Yeah.
Big up my illusion, Saka Fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like, don't, like, yeah. I heard it's going mad over there. But yeah, boom. Did you say Sizzler or Caperton?
Sizzler.
Berry Salmon or Sanchez?
Where's haven't man?
Mad Cobra or Supercat?
Supercat.
Ninja Man or Merciless?
Ooh, Ninja.
Shab or Buju?
Buju.
Bounty Killer or Beanie Man?
Oh. Bounty.
Yeah, they just done a show the other day
Yeah,
as
they
well.
killed it. They killed it.
Did you go?
No, I didn't
Oh,
go,
Mind
man.
Games.
They killed it. Yeah, they
Vibes
killed it.
Cartel or Movado? They killed it with Mind Games and you didn't go. Vibes Cartel or Movado? I don't know if they killed it or not because I didn't go, but I know they.
No, but I've obviously saw the clips and
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
in the sense
I-
of
I
that,
didn't see
that
it,
it was
I
good to
didn't
see
see it.
everyone together.
I
but
did see it. Yeah, you got Linda, I saw-
Vibes Cartel.
Yeah, World Boss. Donia or Busy Signal?
Beanie Siegel.
Popcorn or Alkaline?
I would say Alkaline, you know, even though Popcorn, he's been doing his thing. but
Yeah, Alkaline full of
yeah.
Alkaline full of lyrics still,
Mm,
but
mm.
I would have to say Poppy. Massacre or Skilly Bang?
Skilly.
Never. I could take. Nah, Massacres, they're done. Skeng or Valiant?
Valiant.
So your Valley's over here as well. Dexter Daps or Intense?
I'm not really too sure about that Dexter Dap, so I'm gonna say Intense still.
TJ or Tentic?
I don't know TJ. Who's TJ?
At least you know Tentic. Big up Tentic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boom.
Take it. Yeah.
Ah, man. McDonald's or Burger King?
None of them, but go on and Burger again.
Pizza Hut or Domino's?
Pizza Hut.
Domino's or Fireway? Pizza.
Fire away.
All right, then big up Fireway.
No one's like, yeah.
KFC or Morley's?
It's gotta have to be a Morley's, isn't it?
Coke or Pepsi?
Nostalgia. Coke. Coke or Pepsi? No, just normal Coke.
You ever dabble?
No,
and
not
Fanta.
even, you know.
Cool.
I never even,
Not even a little.
no, I never,
cheeky
I never
one.
touched base.
Alright,
The worst
cool.
thing about it,
Cool.
I only went up to like, you know what I mean, the ganja and everything. I didn't do no pills, no sniff,
I'm
no
going
this,
mad.
no. I didn't jump on the wave. Still,
Alright, mate,
I
I'm
had
going.
enough hyperactive as it is. I think
All
the
right,
man them
stop
said-
showing off, bro. All right, bro. We heard you did it. You haven't done it. We heard. Stop showing off. Me and Omo have. That's it. That's it. Me and Omo.
No.
There you go.
Don't
Like,
me, man.
that's it. You get me? I know I'm going mad. I'm going. I've never Elmo before you lot go too mad. Yeah, but boom. Fanta or Tango?
I'll say fan now.
Orange or apple juice?
Orange.
Carrot cake or chocolate cake?
Chocolate.
Chinese or Indian?
Indian.
Italian or Turkish?
Turkish.
Rice and peas or jollof?
Rice and peas all day.
Fish and chips or pie and mash?
Fish and chips.
Car or bike?
Car.
BMW or Mercedes?
BM.
Audi or Volkswagen?
Audi.
Lambo or Bugatti?
Bagats.
Ferrari or Bentley?
Bentley.
Jeep or coupe?
Jeep.
England or America?
England.
Fury or Usyk on their rebound?
Fury. What's the last one?
Fury or Usyk?
Oh, Fury or Usyk. I say Fury then, innit? Just to say. But Usyk, he's a bad boy.
Joshua or Wilder?
I'm gonna say Wilder, but Joshua.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
gonna
saw
lie.
what
Yeah,
happened.
Joshua's like, yeah, come on.
Zhang or Dillian White?
I still like Dillian White though. He's solid, but I'm gonna say Dills, bruv. Dillian White, bruv.
All right, who we saying out of Dubois and Dillian then?
Because obviously, like I said, they both got that passion, but I still think Warden because
Dubois.
he's
mad.
but the way that when my man
He's moving.
when my man was shaking trying to get up Joshua, I said, Josh,
Fam,
well,
Dubois. And you see
he's in
now
a
he
bad way.
can't even talk properly. He's got no like. You see this thing in it. His personality is mad. He's fighting for the autistic people in this earth. Like 100%.
No, you
Big
can't
up
say-
Dubois. Now big him up because I'm autistic.
you can't
But I'm
just say
saying
no,
you
but
can
I hear
see
it, I
he's on
hear
the
it.
spectrum.
Nah, I hear it.
Like you don't want to get in a ring with them guys on the spectrum, blood. Like what'd you say?
He's a proper
I
boxer.
say, like,
He's a
do you
proper-
remember like you're not saying to you're not getting me scared? Do you say like when
they was doing the little face-off? Yeah, I
and
saw it,
Josh
I
was
saw it.
like, what? Really? Like,
Yeah, know who you're
don't
talking
re-
to. Yeah,
and all that. He's like,
yeah.
Do you think I'm funny? Like, but
Yeah,
he
but
got him back
he
though.
got him. Yeah,
Yeah,
he got him.
don't think you
Yeah.
can shout at me and doing all of that. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're gonna shout
Trust
at me,
me.
make sure you knock me out after like. Because the way he knocked him out, the way Joshua was,
It was
that's why I
bad.
can't do boxing.
It was a bad way. It
Yeah,
was
I
a
can't
bad way.
do boxing.
Yeah, it was a
You've
bad way,
gone
man.
mad. I rather, my 3 stars good enough for me, blood. Tank or Haney?
Tank.
Spence or Boots, Ennis?
Spence.
Do you reckon he's still got in him, yeah?
I reckon.
I reckon Boots is dealing. But Boots didn't have the greatest.
No.
Anyway, last outing. Bud or Canelo? Crawford or Canelo?
Canelo.
Tyson in his prime or Ali in his prime?
I'm always going to say Tyson. That's why it was so sad for me to see the other day because
Yeah.
Tyson looked like first round he was going to knock. Like, do you know what I mean? So for me, when I started seeing him get like, it was
Just
quite
too
sad for me
old.
still.
He's
But
just too
Tyson's
old,
he's a monster. You can't deny that guy.
That's why I said in his prime.
understand?
He's just too old.
58 though.
Come on. And he was still like,
He was still.
yeah.
I'm fighting him still. I'm definitely on fighting him. After seeing that fight, I'm on fighting him still. I beat him up. I actually think I can beat up Tyson as well.
No, I think he went mad.
Yeah, you've
yeah.
gone mad. After I saw
I don't
the
think
fight.
don't you think it was staged though?
I think it was staged.
I think it was
Because he,
staged, man.
he,
There's
he,
no way in
he
hell.
shut down. He
Staged,
steamed.
staged. Honestly, do you think that what he was just? You think that Tyson was just slow now and he just got
Bro,
beat up?
he's 50 something.
I heard that, but didn't you see? Like even in the first one, it's like he went to uppercut man and he
And
kind
then
of
he
like
just
pulled
thought, let me
away,
not
brother,
do
like
it.
sort of kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Don't you watch boxing? You see, sometimes they don't. They do that. Like they go to fair and then they don't. because they realised the person was going to either move
or hit them,
or they don't just waste their energy. I know about boxing.
I heard that as well.
So I'm not even going to, I'm actually talking to you because girls go mad when they even talk about boxing.
Anyway,
Do you know what I mean? They
from
don't really know
the
about
footage
boxing.
that I've seen, it looked like
No, but I'm saying,
Tyson was pulling his punches to me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Girls don't, do you know what I mean? But I'll let you know that if you watch boxing,
when you're in that kind of
if you
dynamic,
actually watch
if you're
boxing, it
fighting and
happens all
everything.
the time.
No, I get
Yeah.
that to a certain degree. I
Feints.
do get that to a certain degree. But then there was also saying certain things like they wasn't allowed to knock each other out anyway. So it's all these kind of things. But for me, it was just like, well, how was it really? Because Tyson's just
How
known
can
for
you
being.
not be allowed to knock?
Yeah,
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, there was.
It was part of the contract.
It was part of the
Oh,
contract.
is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was part
Remember,
of the
it's an
contract.
exhibition.
You're
It's not a
chatting,
real
yeah.
fight.
So there wasn't
It's an
allowed-
exhibition. It's
So
not
there
a
wasn't
real
allowed to knock
fight.
each
Maybe you
other
lot are
out.
right then. Idiot.
There wasn't allowed
It's
to
an
knock-
exhibition. It's not a real fight.
Yeah, idiot
Like-
thing. You lot might be right. Idiot thing. Idiot thing. All right, boom. JD's or Foot Asylum?
Foot Asylum.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Jordans or Air Maxes?
Max.
Puma or New Balance?
Puma all day.
Gucci or Louis?
None of them, but yeah, go on then.
Fendi or Dior? Man said none of them, but go on then. Which one?
I was gonna say Louis, then innit? Cool, whatever. But yeah,
Fendi or Dior?
Dior, but
Versace or Mosh? Old school beat.
old school. Like I said, I love. But if you was gonna talk about brands, that's what I used to love back in the day. So Mosh and Versace, but I say Versace then.
Amiri or Givenchy?
Mary,
Selfridges or Harrods?
Selfridges.
Designer or sportswear?
I'm more of, like I said, I would say sportswear.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
Restaurant or cinema? Gal thing.
Restaurant.
Looks or personality?
Personality.
Natural or surgery?
Natural.
Bad gal or good gal?
Good girl, but I was like, I like someone that's just
Bruv,
grounded.
just stop it. You're married.
Alright.
Just stop it.
But that's what I said, because I don't.
I'm
think
just
my-
gonna
I don't
help
think
you
my-
out and
no, I
just
don't think
stop
my missus
it.
is bad though in that kind of
Bruv,
sense.
just
But
stop
she's grounded,
it. I know, but
she
just
knows how
don't
to
say
own herself.
anything else.
Yeah, alright, cool, good.
Just stop it.
All right, good.
Like,
Alright.
this is what I had to do with I had to help him out with even DJ Ironic. Don't trigger your wife. Do you get what I'm saying? That's even I had to do.
No, I
Don't
hear-
trigger
no, I hear it,
any
I hear
form.
it.
Don't start thinking you're gonna say other stuff. Or do you know what I'm saying? Because there's even more madness.
Yeah,
Because
just
the
skip
brothers
past
there, I
them.
can't
Skip
even.
past them.
Yeah, I can't. But you know the ADHD though. Girls' breast or girls' bum?
Bum.
Her on top of missionary.
Skip past it.
Yeah, we'll leave that to the
Yeah.
imagination. Yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
To bow or not to bow? He's bowing. Money or love?
Love.
Oh my! I'm gonna find that too funny. You know that there was no defense. He didn't defend it though.
I didn't.
Yeah, he
I
just
was
worked
saying-
with it. Yeah, just
yeah,
work
yeah,
with it.
yeah.
Work with it. To the brothers here, it's
Married
mad
man.
anyway. It's
So yeah,
crazy.
married. Yeah, love. I'll say love for the last one. Yeah,
Career of your dreams or the love of your life?
love of my life.
To have to do some quick Finsbury Park questions because I googled and it said Finsbury Park, so I said Orleans or Rowans.
Like I said, I'm still young, so I'm saying I'm getting older now, but so I'm gonna say Orleans because obviously that's where I kind of.
Do you know what?
That's where I grew up. But obviously, Romans is like,
Yeah.
I think it's popping off for these kids now.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
they do local raves in there and everything.
Yeah, that's why-
I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
what
why I put it
Romans are
in there.
doing? Yeah. I just used to go there for bowling, but now it's all the dance and then people are putting on a nice little slacks.
Do you know what?
But yeah,
My,
Orleans was a sweatbox, bruv. That one day, I don't even know how
was.
I don't even know how they still
My
there, bruv.
actual teacher, one of my teachers in school, that was his club, you know.
Is it
Mr. Raphael.
really?
Yeah, what did it used to be called before Orleans again? I was trying to remember. Because remember they changed that name a couple
Yeah.
times.
But yeah, you go downstairs. That
But
was
yeah,
a sweatbox,
that's
boy.
my teacher's
Yeah,
club. Big up Mr. Raphael. Always gonna big you up.
pick him up.
Clissold Park or Hackney Downs?
Crystal Park,
Best kebab or super kebab?
best kebab.
He proper knows it.
Come on, our man was over there, bruv. Come on,
Yum Yums or Fuji?
yum yums.
Stradgree Road or Blackstock Road?
Obviously, we're gonna say Blackstock because obviously that's where we're there.
Oh, yeah, see it there. Yeah, that's all. That's the best I could do for. But anyway, what's something you never thought that you do, but you did?
The worst thing about it, like I never thought I was gonna teach young people.
Mm.
That wasn't my goal. Do you know what I mean? Like I wanted to be actor. Left university. I felt like that was the path that I'm on. I wanted to be the next Denzel Washington and all the rest of it. And like I said, even going into that game and everything, everyone doesn't realize how sometimes fickle it is and how sometimes hard it is in that kind of field. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize of what the game, like you said, that you're seeing now with all these superstars, what you have to keep up with and what you have to do sometimes and selling souls and everything. So I was very, very appreciative of me finding that out and having another passion sort of kind of thing. But yeah, I never thought I would work with young people. And then I fell into it one day. So yeah, I'm grateful for that.
What cliche or phrase do you most live by?
Cliche or phrase that I live by. One of the biggest things one I use now is doing something is better than nothing. You know?
Yeah.
So whether it's a little bit of exercise, like some people's like, oh, I want to do the 30-day challenge. Like if you do 2 days, then it's better than nothing. If you do 3 days, it's better than nothing. Same thing with fruit. Same thing with fasting, whatever. Doing something is better than nothing. Do you know what I mean? So if you look a piece of fruit, 1 apple, then try 2 tomorrow. Then do you know what I mean? Try more veg the next day. So doing something for me is better than nothing. Yeah.
How do you unwind after a long day?
Always gotta sit down. 9 times out of 10, it's always with the missus. We like to reflect sometimes on sometimes being able to take our stuff out of the world that we have been in. So whether it's meditating, whether it's, you know, it's there, like I do a lot of my meditation and stuff like that. So that's something that I do a lot.
When you're feeling down, what can cheer you up?
I love comedy. I love laughing, you know. Something that can just cheer me
I
up.
can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
You everyone. From anyone that picks Eddie Griffin knows the thing.
Yeah.
What is the best advice you've ever received?
The best advice I've ever received. Best advice I've ever received.
I reckon it's from that guy that you was crying in his arms.
Simon. No,
Simon,
and he was probably like the best advice that I got from
That
him in the
changed
sense
stuff.
of making me realize that, you know, like you said, it's probably true, way. Like you said, like I didn't have to go by what my sort of
Peers.
heritage or my generation was telling me, or my name was telling me that I need to do. So that's probably the best advice that he gave me, that I was allowed to. It was okay to be me.
Yeah.
It was okay to have your own name, and that's why I love myself so much, that I've built my own name. Do you know what I mean? As much as but my name is Chris Preddie. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about the end of it. But I made Chris Preddie who he is today, so I was able to take that away. So that was nice. That's the best advice he gave me. Just be yourself.
Favorite month?
Favorite month, obviously, always the summer. Do you know what I mean? But I would say my birthday as well. But yeah, summer definitely.
Favorite month?
So June.
It said summer.
Summer. So yeah, June. Whatever random time.
No, because the man did think the next one's the favorite season. So I boom. Favorite animal?
Favorite animal. Cheetah.
Favorite color?
Black.
Favorite food?
Caribbean.
Favorite word?
What do I say a lot? There's something. Don't worry, I'll wait.
What word do you hate hearing?
I can't.
What word do you have a hard time pronouncing?
Philosophical or philosoph.
You just said it.
Yeah.
Still.
Well,
Who do you text the most?
Who do I text the most? Mrs.
Who's your hero?
I would have to say my kids.
Where did you go on your last vacation?
We went to Tenerife.
What's your go-to pastime?
Go-to pastime. In the sense of what would I go to pastime?
Hobby maybe.
Yeah, hobby or whatever. I love music, so I write a lot. Do you know what I mean? I'm creative, writing books.
Favorite word in another language?
Favorite word in another language?
Weird questions, isn't it?
Yeah, innit? I don't even know.
Sakafet?
Yeah, Sakafet.
What's your favorite dessert?
Salop. You know, that's where my nan used to lick me.
What's your favorite dessert?
I'm not really a dessert kind of guy, so I would just say normal school Iceland fairy cake with a little bit of sprinkle of ice and some custard. Old school.
Yeah, that can work.
Yeah.
Favorite breakfast?
Favorite breakfast, as always, if I can have a good breakfast, I love a little bit of hard food breakfast. So,
yeah, I know that style. I know that
Boiled
style.
dumplings.
Boiled
I know
dumpling.
that style with the
Ackee and saltfish.
yeah, but you need that thingy though, innit? Scrambled eggs.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
With the
Yeah.
pepper and all that.
Yeah. Pepper. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. You know that thing. You could get them breakfast in Brixton, innit? What's that shop?
Yeah.
I know what show you're talking about.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Why can I forget it?
Oh my gosh. My brother used
It
to go
wasn't
there all
Rocks,
the
was it?
time.
No.
No, there was rocks though. There was a
Rock,
rocks.
you could
there
get
was a rocks.
yeah, there was rocks.
There
You
was
could
a
get like a
Rocks.
porridge and all that, but it wasn't rock. There was a shop.
Something else. It was something. Yeah.
It's
And the
near,
breakfast was mad.
Oh my god.
Me and Zigga man used to like why for that a bit.
It's
still,
near
but-
Hootenannies. It's down that little
yeah,
side over
that's a
there
big
by
word.
Rocco
Sorry,
Park. there.
Zigga. That's guy mad, but yeah.
Red
Me and
card
my
for you as
brethren,
well,
yeah,
fam.
me and my brethren used to go get that still. But yeah, boom. All right. If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to?
I would have gave my name, like I said, like the names that I gave my kids and everything. I just felt like my mum had 9 months and come up with Christopher. I was just like, well, what was you thinking? You know, you had 9 months, mum, and that's what you gave me, yeah?
My cousin's name Christopher.
Yeah, she just gave us like all of us. She just gave us kind of like solid names and that kind of sense. But probably back them days, she just wanted me to be able to be seen in society if I was going for a job or whatever. So she didn't want to give me one of those mad names and all the rest of it. But yeah, I would have liked it back in the day because I was liking them guys that I met. One guy and he was just like, yeah, my name's Nation. I was like, say none. Them strong names there.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Nation.
Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
Nation.
Yeah, Nation. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, wow. Do you know what I mean?
So that's the name you change it to, Nation.
I wouldn't. I just like.
Although you said
but
one of
yeah,
your
something like that. But yeah.
Name a 5-letter word that starts with the letter C.
5-letter word that starts with the letter C, Chris.
Chime.
He got there, but not a name, but
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
word.
but you done that quick. You done that so quick that.
And I'm not good with maths, you know, because even when you said it, I was like, all right, cool, I got to try and pull something at the back here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you actually done well.
Change, you know what's there? I think, but if I see H-N-G-E, no, okay.
6.
6, I went mad with it. All right, cool. So you
I'm going to leave you with a Chris because you got there. I would have said cover.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
What time do you usually wake up in the morning?
As soon as my son wakes up, so, yep, 6:30s.
What time do you usually go sleep at night?
Well, I used to be a late man, but now I go to bed early, man. 11 o'clock, man.
Who's your best friend?
Mrs.
What were you afraid of as a child?
Abandonment.
One subject you would like to learn more about?
History.
What do you collect?
What do I collect? Memories.
Good one. Describe yourself in one word.
Resilient.
From you see me like this, you know something serious is going on. And I'm pissed off with you lot. I mean, I am. Because you lot ain't scared of nothing right now. You lot don't know what's going on in it. You don't know that President Biden has told the president of Ukraine to, you could do your thing. Send missiles into Russia. Putin said, you do that, I'm pressing the nuke on everybody. Yeah, I'm doing that. Now, you're taking orders from President Biden, who the other day didn't know what day of the week it was. He didn't even know that he was in the presidential election. They got rid of him and got Kamala Harris in. Do you remember that? So this guy is giving orders still. He doesn't even know what day of the week it is. He doesn't even know that his name's President Biden. The man should be at home with his socks on, watching bingo on TV. He shouldn't even be at the bingo, just watching it on TV. But yeah, he's giving big orders like that. Now, they asked the Prime Minister, because he's saying he's back in Ukraine. They're saying to him, so even if you know Britain's going to be at risk, you're still back in it. He said, yeah, basically, because he's got his bunker in it. Them and their elites, they got their bunker. Where's our bunker? And they got the cheat. I saw some comments on the BBC mocking Putin, saying the man's bluffing. He's always threatening to press the nuke, but you haven't bombed his country, so that's why he didn't have no use for it. So let's see if he's bluffing now, because one of his top advisor, Sergey. I'm even laughing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Don't quote me, Russians. Yeah, Sergey. Yeah, Sergey said that by Christmas we all gonna be dead. We could laugh it off and say Sergey's chatting shit, but I don't believe Sergey's chatting shit in it. So I'm looking to fly out, people. Just let me know where there's cheap flights that's not in the war, and let me go there with you lot. Cause this is bullshit. Cause first things first, how we get caught up in this fuckeries? How?
The main subject today, yeah, because we normally have a main subject, yeah, that we talk about. I was going to talk about role models, yeah. We kind of covered it,
Yeah.
We've kind of covered it still, innit? But we can touch back into it, just stressing on the importance of, say, either role models, father figures,
Mentors.
100%.
It's very
Coaches.
important. Like even what I was saying about the life coach, all of that stuff, very important. But have you got any current affairs for us to just touch on a current affairs before we get into that?
Just briefly, Chipmunk released like a new grime song, and it's got it's like an all-star song, and it's quite big at the moment. So I just wanted to touch on that because it's like he's bringing grime back.
And that's what I love. And I even saw it. But you got to pick up the AGs. Is it AG?
Oh,
DJ
yes,
AG.
And certain man like is it DJ Mac as well?
Mac
I don't know.
10,
Mac 10.
Yeah. So them man are like really bringing it back. And what I love about some of the artists is, like you said, they're allowing it to just be like back to saying rustic, when man them just turning up and doing it for the love of it. So you can actually see man them are turning up for the love of it, not turning up like, wow, you pay me though, but am I getting something out of it? Like, and it's just it's so nice because it takes me back to the pirate days when we just man them were just doing it for the love of it. So yeah, shout out to Chip.
Big up Chip, because you know what? I'm just gonna be honest, because I'm just always honest. Yeah, the lineup is great, spectacular lineup. I don't really like the beat.
Don't you?
No.
I think it's fire.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
I haven't even heard
It's
it
like
yet,
a
and I haven't heard
remake.
it.
It's like a remake of.
It's not like pow. It's not like a power beat. It's not like even the beat. That's if I had.
Has he got everyone on there? Who's
there? People on there.
Skepta, JME,
Big
Flo
lineup.
Dan,
Big lineup.
like Frisco.
But I would have rather hear them on.
It's crazy.
You know that Novelist beat.
Novelist is on there as well.
I know Novelist on there, but I'm saying Novelist done some beat the other day. It's so cold. But big you up. Each to their own, and it's not really feeling the beat. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I hear it. No, I hear it.
Like I like the beat, just because it's a big tune.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big friend. I'm not just gonna say, oh yeah.
No, I'm gonna check it out.
Big you lot up. It's a big.
Course.
Like I like the lineup. I like everything. It's not my sort of beat. That's it.
That's fair.
No,
but
that's
I
fair
liked
play.
it.
That's
I'll
good.
check it out.
But I wanted to
And
say
that's actually good that you liked it, because
I was gonna say AG as well. Like I big him up all the time, but he's actually doing other stuff other than doing like
doing that.
He's going to like old people homes, nursing homes and such, and
was he doing
music.
that before he got the light shining on him? On let's start there.
In between, because I've seen.
No, was he doing it before he had the light shine on him?
I get what he's trying to say. So even though he's doing it now, but now he's getting a little bit more of a push.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's going back to the sense of sometimes with me with the OB, like Sway's trying to say that, does he feel like now he has a certain reputation that he has to act a certain
that's
way?
What I'm saying.
And sometimes it's a good thing.
Anyway,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
just
what I'm
saying,
saying.
was that something that he does?
I don't know. I've only started following.
But
because of
from what we've
the
seen,
trend and
but from
stuff.
what I've seen, I think it's really, really good and inspiring other young artists. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, you wouldn't be able to see Ragga and that guy there. Yeah, when I saw a man came out of
in
the
chicken suit.
Listen, he came out of the cage, cousin.
I never saw the cage.
He came out of the cage from Iceland's brother.
Ragga
He was in some cage, brother.
Who's Ragga?
He's some dancehall artist.
Okay.
You need to check about sprays too.
Yeah.
Funny.
Well, he done it AG
in Brixton, outside Iceland.
I saw the
Madness.
And he put some mad outfits. One time he was looking like a predator and he had some mad mask on. Yeah, he's funny still. But it's nice to be able to put people on in the community.
I'm going mad, my brain. I remember those days when L was
Baby Sham.
Baby Sham.
Yeah, he murked. He finished it.
Yeah.
But you know what I would have been happy to see if him, Killer, and Beanie Man.
Mind games.
I was gonna say something else.
Yeah.
If they
was able to go
if
down
they
there
did it all together, because you see back to back, you cannot play with dancehall artists. They can ride any rhythm, any beat,
anywhere,
time.
And
AG played like some different, like he played like some grime tracks and that, and Baby Sham was just flowing on all of them. No itching, no. All right, let me now pull up another one.
I've been seeing a few people there. Like I said, Skepta, Jamie, I think Dappy's and Snow Johnny's one. Chipmunk went down there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a good
Trillery
look, man.
Banks was down there. She
it's a
shut it
really
down
good
as
look, man.
well.
I love it, man. I love it. I love seeing him out there doing something. Do you know what I mean?
Doll.
Yeah, man. Positive thing for the community, and I've said since uplifting the young people and giving them an opportunity as well. So no, big up, man. Big up to that, man.
And Tino was down there as well. Tino.
Oh, did you see Tino?
Yeah, Tino was down there. But yeah, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, man.
But
wicked.
Community.
So big up. So yeah, I'll check out the Chipmunk one. Definitely, I'll check out the track.
Yeah.
Pick him up.
Yeah. So role models. Big up Shireen as well for the
Shout out Shireen
I done
Green.
an episode of her the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done. It's
Lovely
been long since I've done an episode, just me and
the guest.
someone else. But
Yeah.
I've been trying to do extra in it. That I'm probably gonna release the day before this, when this comes out, like on a Saturday. This will be on a Sunday. Trying to do like little extra, like.
But do you know your role model as well, though, Spray? Even though sometimes you might not even guide yourself to, but do you know how much that, do you understand what I'm saying?
I do know, because everyone says mind games, everyone says why.
I'm telling you, bro.
Says, everyone copies So I do get
You're very
the influence
influential. Yeah, you're very.
that I have and I hold, and I try, and I do try and withhold a certain standard where, even though I say whatever and they know what I'm about, whatever, but I do try and push the correct narrative, don't I? Like
you do.
in the background of it all, like, look, it's not great, it's not the best way to live. It's not. I try and do that, innit? Whether or not.
Sometimes it comes across
It
like you said,
lands.
not
Type of thing,
like
you get what I'm
if
saying?
some people won't listen, some like Joe will, but I'm glad that you know that you are, because you are, and a lot of youths look up to you, and you are icon, and you are a figure, and you've got a testimony, man.
No,
man. Do you know what I mean?
thank you. I mean, I appreciate.
You've shown that, because there's no many lot of men that's been vulnerable in the sense of you sharing some things that you've shared. Do you know what I mean?
And I do it all.
you know,
I go mad too much as well.
And I really respect
and
you
people
for that.
around me don't like it. To be fair, like my baby mother, like my sister sometimes, like, because they just think, why to stop saying stuff?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'll literally sit on some big show and talk about I used to bun food, like.
Yeah, no, but then that's what sometimes I love, the realness and the
too
openness about you,
crazy for them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, but you're able to be vulnerable. But a lot of man, them, like I said, these youths don't see that side.
But
I'm
my
glad
thing
that
is,
sometimes
if I
you say
was still
certain
doing
side.
it, I wouldn't be saying it.
Yeah, I
but
hear
I'm just proud that that's something I
I
can
left
say.
it behind here, innit? Of course.
Proud that's something I can say, and then. But what it is, you say these things, and it gives people ammunition, because I do. Because if I didn't say it, you wouldn't have that ammunition against me.
I get it.
But I don't care. People don't realize I actually don't care, type of thing. But anyway, role model. I'm glad you said that, because they say stuff like, like, you're not a good role model. You're not a good role model. I get people say that. Oh, you're not. But I'm not asking to be a role model. And number two, I'm not a good role model to you, or maybe you're to good kids.
Yeah.
But I'm a good role model to bad kids. You have to understand there's differences.
No, there's a difference.
You get what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
but
Like,
if you can pull on any young people,
as far as for a bad person to look at me and say, bruv, this is, to me, even starting this, my brethren was, are you going mad? Like, this is so cheesy to my friends. Like,
of course, see,
you get what I'm saying?
on the
Like,
levels, but like, yeah, do you know what I mean?
sitting
Like, what
here
you doing,
talking
bruv?
this,
You're
like,
talking that.
this is
You're
so
like,
mad for them.
So
I've even had to go through that. So just bad kids can look at me and think, you know what? Because I've been through things, innit, or whatever. But I've been through enough of that shit, like street life, rude boy life, from whatever. But I'm saying I'm sitting here, though. So there's, like, at the end of it, I'm giving them that hope then, innit?
That there's another light, yeah, of course.
You can
after
change.
all of that,
change. There's light at the end of the
after
tunnel.
all of that, because you could go and listen to my tracks. You can listen to all the tracks that I used to say when I was younger. So there's binds involved. There's definitely death around them tracks. I'm going mad. But
now,
you transitioned.
every now and again, I need to feel tough.
But you stand
But
on you stand on your word of what it is, though. Realer the most. Do you know what I mean? Like you're showing
I
them,
go
like,
mad
I've been there, done that, worn a t-shirt.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you guys can come out and be able to do something. Like you said, you show prowess, where you got this big boy podcast. A lot of people follow you. A lot of people influenced you by you. Like you said, every single time I'm in schools and I can tell you that the kids are saying why. You know, why for that? Chill out, bruv. You know
mad.
what?
It's mad.
Like, I'm like, but then that just goes to show you that you do have strength, and as much as sometimes you don't see it all the time, and you're in one little box, and sometimes we're with certain man, but I'm telling you, from a man that's outside, I respect you, brother.
I respect, man. I appreciate
the stuff that you've been doing, and the artists that you've been putting up on there, and the platform that you're giving certain people. Because, like you said, what I love about your show, like you've always said, you're giving it to people that sometimes wouldn't never enough have an opportunity, or you would have never known their story. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So
definitely,
big up
it's
to
so
that.
mad, because that's why even when I said big up Shreen, because I've done the post with a picture on the YouTube, and then someone was like, oh, there's always someone like, where are you going with this unknown guest? Rare, like this, that, but they don't realize it's not even. I don't care about all of that.
Yeah.
And then you got people that they will have 100 and something thousand views, and then it might not connect. They don't care. Like,
yeah.
But I don't care about.
We don't
followers.
care all of that. Yeah,
like,
100%.
I'm about the story, and then just the right people as well.
Yes.
Telling the right stories,
100%.
I don't care about all of that, because we're still gonna be here next week.
Of course. And trust me, out there, we've inspired someone. We've
Inshallah.
inspired
Even
a
if
man,
it's
a young
one.
woman. And we thank you. Thank you, Spray.
Do you know
Thank
what I
you,
mean?
Trina. Thank we've inspired someone today. I'm telling you, someone's going to look at this post and be
100%.
like, thank you, I needed to hear that.
Bro, Elmo is coming into the room and nodding his head at me like, yeah, thumbs up. I'm thinking, and he ain't even heard nothing. He just heard about 2 minutes of the show. So I'm knowing like, raw, I'm doing something all right, eh? You know them ones that I'm thinking, raw, this is like, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, no,
you get what I'm saying? Because them
it's
man are
been- it's
used
been
to
a
just walking in and just hearing madness. But
It's a real good show, man.
do you know what I
Seriously.
mean? So no, but that's why I said, you know what? And Shireen's got a good story as well. That was good. But this is like a good weekend, just calm.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Not every week going mad. Because last week Jada I was getting mad still. That was it boys, men versus women. She don't like coming to them no more, so I didn't invite her.
That's it, done.
Yeah, she's
Finished.
not. She's
Mine's
not,
out of there, yeah?
Traumatized.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too much.
Yeah, yeah.
She's not.
Like lovely girls though,
Of
lovely
course,
girls.
absolutely.
But like for me, it's just
Yeah, it's too much, yeah, absolutely.
That's it. Every episode.
dilemma.
Yeah, I know. I was saying that's it for the current affairs. Every episode we have a different dilemma. Yeah. So this episode, it's right, it's a quick one. Dear RTM podcast show, I'm so fuming right now, so I'll try and make this short. Basically, I'm a 24-year-old woman, and my best friend since primary school has just owned up to me over the phone that she's been sleeping with my dad behind my back for 2 years, and how she's in love with him. My dad and mum have been split up for over 5 years, but that's not the point. This is effing weird. I'm not happy. I can't lie, but I don't know what to do now. How could she be so snaky? Am I overreacting? Please let me know your thoughts, guys, and keep up the good work.
No, I feel that's mad. And if you're saying it's a long-term friend as well, with your dad and everything, like, once again, where what we were talking about earlier, where's the loyalty, where's the understanding, where's the respect? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And even for Poppy now,
Pops
big
is
man,
going
like, you're
mad.
going mad at it.
Pops
Because
is
if she's been
going
around
mad.
for a long time, then that means
Pops is
You've been
going
watching her.
You understand?
mad.
That's your
So,
best friend. You've been
Pops
watching this
is
little girl.
going mad. 24.
You've been
Yeah.
watching this little
So
girl
you
this whole
definitely not-
time.
Pops is, you've done at 24. Remember, she said she's 24.
so.
So
like
Pops has been definitely seeing that
do you understand?
since she was like 6, 7. Like, Pops
But this is
going
what I'm trying
mad.
to say. This is crazy. That's crazy.
I wonder how that dad would feel like if someone was looking at his daughter like that and
this is-
decided to do that with his
Do you
daughter.
understand what I'm trying to say?
Sick.
No, I think she should drop her out. That's not friends, bro.
Yeah, it's
That's
not even
good.
a question.
Yeah, it's not good people
She's out of
around.
it.
Yeah, don't have people like that around you, man.
I don't know, you know. It's mad. I know what you lot are saying, but like.
But what's the
we're
justification on that?
No. Listen to what I'm saying, because like what we just said, it's Pops, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? The girl
It's
could have been
both of them.
coerced. No, but it's both, yeah. But I'm saying like she's still like what we're saying, innit? If the
No, because
dad's
I hear what
known
you're
that-
trying to say. So
Do you
you're,
get what I'm saying?
you're
Like,
trying to say it in the sense of don't just put it on the friend and be like, drop out the friend. Like daddy's got
The
that. Do you know what I
dad
mean?
went
Like,
mad.
no,
I don't
I'm
think
too,
I
like,
could be
drop out both.
I can't be
Yeah.
talking to my
You
dad.
can't,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
but
honest.
100%,
I can't
bro.
talk to my dad. I can't talk to my dad
Oh, you
after that.
wouldn't be able to talk to him?
What do you mean? Look at my friend.
Oh.
And then, like you said, then
My
what is this now,
friend.
Spirit? What if he just wants to have a relationship and she's coming
Yeah,
to say,
And now you want to have
they-
kids with my
Yeah,
friend.
they're going
Come
mad for real.
on.
They're
You wanna
saying
have
they're
kids
in
with my
love.
friend?
They're saying they're in love and
Come
bare
on.
madness
And now
for
I've
real.
got to look at my mum and explain to my mum.
You don't have to
that
explain.
my
They've
friend-
broken up for 5
it doesn't
years. You don't have
matter.
to-
But
you don't
it
have to
doesn't
explain
matter.
nothing
not
to
like
your
you have
mum.
to speak to your mum, but
Yeah,
then
you don't have to
even-
explain
That's
nothing to
not-
your mum.
that's
Mum
not
needs
cool.
to just call.
That's not
Mum
cool.
needs to be cool.
That's
You
not
get me?
cool.
Yeah,
No.
no.
My
I
mum's
just-
probably fed this girl,
Yeah, I understand.
had her in my house.
Oh yeah, you got both people in it. Yeah.
Nah, it's nah.
Yeah, it's
Daddy,
toxic.
I'm sorry.
That's
You're
really,
out
really
of it.
toxic.
Oh,
Dad.
you're not talking to the dad.
Dad's out of it. I can't talk to my dad. You've been looking at my friend.
Have you ever had a good relationship with your dad?
Yeah, me and my dad's cool.
Okay.
Me and my dad's cool.
Yeah.
No, I thought
My
maybe
dad
you.
could
No, I
never-
thought maybe
my
you
dad
did
could-
have.
Like, yeah,
I thought maybe.
mental.
because some people say that, yeah, and be like, no. But there is people that have good relationships, and there's certain people that will say that, no, they will still back their family, because there's a lot of people that love dads and love their mums, and they will back that in that kind of understanding. But like I
But
said,
thinking about it like that, he's a pedo in waiting.
Alright,
Like, just
listen.
waiting for it.
How did you look at her
yeah,
like?
come on.
Just
I
waited
would.
till it was
I
old
wouldn't
enough.
want to say that, but like you said, you have to say it, because
Just
what was you
waited till she
doing?
was old
Like, do you know what I
enough.
mean? Like, you're just waiting. You can't sit there and
'Cause-
say I didn't, because
One day I just woke up and I disliked her at 24.
No, we
Really?
always have this
and
conversation.
how did that come about? How did you not become so close and so for that even to jump
And
off?
it's been
in
going
that-
on for 2 years. So she was 22 when this started.
Precisely.
Ooh, okay, now you're talking up
It
the
started
things.
at
Now you're talking up
22.
the things.
Do you
And
get-
it
that's
didn't
when
just
you lot
start
started.
off.
And
That's official
exactly.
starting.
That's when you lot started
So
beating.
when did it really
That's when you lot
happen?
started beating.
So you could have been slightly little
When
in the
you was
windows,
dropping us home and
dropping-
stuff, like, oh, don't worry, I'll drop her at home. What was going on there?
Yeah.
I don't know, Daddy, you're moving mad.
Yeah,
You need to
yeah,
get out of
yeah,
here.
Yeah. And
What should she do?
And it could have just been subtle ones, because that's how sometimes girls get manipulated. It could be subtle ones like, you're very beautiful, you're very... Do you know what I mean? So he might have not done nothing
Grooming.
physical.
He could have been
but just
grooming.
mind gaming
Yeah,
her.
grooming.
And then now
Grooming.
making her feel like, I want to be with you. Like, I want to be with a man like you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's mad.
Grooming.
It's mad.
Went mad.
That's disgusting.
But what are we telling her to do though? Because she wants
cut
advice.
them off.
Cut them off.
Yeah, cut them off.
Yeah, I don't know what your relationship's at fully, like I said, with your parents and all that kind of stuff, but if that's kind of like the world that you're in right now, it can only get toxic and it can only get worse. So save your health and save your trauma in that kind of sense. For me, I would be like, yeah, man, because like you said, what are you going to get out of that? Because what you're going to say to your friend? And if you're still rolling with your friend, you're not feeling like you trust her no more. There's no loyalty there. Then you're gonna be looking at your dad a little bit funny, like, Rod, you like younger girls. So for me, it's like, yeah,
I don't know what to say.
Take yourself back, man, and then try and regroup in that kind
I don't know
of
what
way.
to say, 'cause I don't like to tell people. I don't like to tell people to drop out their
No,
parents.
so no, do I really? So that's what I'm trying to say.
The
I
dad
hear
hasn't
it.
even told her. It's the friends told her. So
On
the
the-
dad is
No, but-
still holding the secret.
Yeah.
No, but you don't know. They just said this is a quick letter. The dad could have told the girl, it's time to tell now.
Yeah, it's time to
It
say
could-
something.
You know what I'm saying? It could be one of them ones like,
She said her friend told her. So
Yes, I
I'm
know,
feeling
but
like
the
that.
friend
Dad
told
weren't the
first,
first
innit?
one
But
to
then, like
say
you
it.
said, but even if we're not saying like, how did she get through that then? Is that something that's like you said? What we say? Like your dad's old enough, the friend's old enough. They're both responsible adults. So what they do is what they do. If she's got to have a relationship like that with her
you've
friend
got
and
to
her
sit
dad, now,
down
it's
with
a
them.
hard
We've
one.
got to sit down with them too, and you got to just go mad or just say what you got to say, and then see how. It,
Oh, so at least that you're at least saying
at least have not just drop out
No,
people.
okay,
Yeah,
that's
drop out
true.
your dad.
Okay.
Drop out.
Okay.
Sit down and
Address them. Okay.
Everything what we were saying, we obviously want to know. She would probably want to know, when did this start? When did, like, don't you want to find out all these things? Like, instead of just looking,
No,
you know what I mean?
I respect it in
like,
that kind of
find
sense.
out
So,
everything,
yeah, if
and
you,
then
like, but if she feels strong enough, if she feels
you
she's
can.
capable of doing that, then I would say, yeah, dress them. But overall, keep your peace, keep your because
Mental health is-
they're moving mad.
If you can have an
mad.
open and honest conversation,
dad is
have
going
that,
mad.
but-
though.
going mad,
I
bruv.
would say the dad is
Drop out.
mostly in the
Yeah,
wrong.
of
Yeah,
course,
no,
he's
of
a
course.
grown man.
That's what I'm
100%.
saying. That's what I'm
100%.
saying. That's all I was trying to
100%.
say. When you said
100%.
drop out the friend first, that's all I was trying to say. The dad though,
Yeah,
Dad's
yeah,
got
he's
to be
getting
part of
mad.
You got to be
You get
part of
me?
it.
The dad's
100%.
going mad.
Dad
So
did
boom.
some grooming.
Book suggestion. We've remind them, please.
I'm a dad, not a father. Chris Preddie, OBE.com. Just jump to the site, you'll see it. And also got a book that's coming out soon called Hospitalized Room 7 about mental health. So watch out for that as well.
RIPs and frees.
R.I.P.
You got anyone to RIP? Anyone to free? Free the guys, obviously.
R.I.P. my dad.
Who went? Free Zyka, my doggy. I heard Zyka, you're in jail, you madman. But yeah, free Zykes. Free the man then, man. Who else?
Always
RIP?
free loons as always.
Any new? I'm sure. I always forget.
Yeah,
but
you always forget. And then when you come off,
RIP,
the-
yeah, I think,
yeah.
oh my God, why was it? There's always people dying, but I did think I did RIP everyone in Shireen's episode. So yeah, boom. Yo. We got it anyway. Respect, fam.
Seriously, man.
Respect.
Thank you for having me.
Because we got that's a red card. I haven't had you. I know I'm going, man. Now respect though. We have to joke and.
No, we have to. Do you know what I mean?
saying?
And I'm glad that we did that because I didn't want. Because sometimes people see me online and they think I'm just.
You can't.
I
guys
can't
got
joke and I
jokes.
can't.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
it-
relax. Like, man can relax too. Like it's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So I did, man. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I definitely don't want it to be the last time. I definitely want to come back again.
Nah,
brother.
respect.
You know, once
respect.
there.
Nah,
So
definitely.
pick up to what you're doing, man.
Definitely, we got honestly speaking as well. You can have a big conversation with her, grown-up conversation
When you're ready, train.
well.
Thank you.
I'm over there, man.
Like, and you lot
Let's
would actually have a
support.
great conversation, to
Let's
be
support.
fair. Elmo, thank you. My brother, thank you to Jermaine. Thank you to brother-in-law. Real Lamos. Oh, yeah.
Where can we find
Follow
you?
Chris.
Follow Chris Preddie, OBE, on any Instagram, Facebook, any social media platform. Just type my name in, CHRISPREDDIE, OBE. You'll find me.
Follow Trina.
Honestly, Trina on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Check out Honestly Speaking, season 2, all the episodes. And go back to season 1 as well, because there's some
Yes.
good stuff there
Yeah,
too.
run it up, man. This is
Yeah.
what we need to do.
Yes, follow me at young_spray_official on Instagram, at RTM Podcast Show on Instagram, at RTM Clothing Original on Instagram, www.reallylamose.com, at young_spray on Twitter, at RTM Podcast Show on Twitter, at RTM Podcast on TikTok. And yeah, thanks for rocking with us. Oh, you know what? I'm going mad because we normally read out the comments.
Yeah.
But the thing about it,
You'd have to go to boys and girls.
I did. Who did I? I think I read out some of the boys and girls with Shireen's one.
Okay.
So we'll do that next time anyway. But yeah, boom. Thanks for rocking with us, everyone.
Always.
Hope you enjoy. If you've actually made it this far, you're a G, because that means you're a proper
listener, tuned in.
You know what I'm saying? You
subscriber.
know
and it's
about.
and it's the same thing because obviously they appreciate the stuff that you're putting out. So get back onto the Shocka one as well. If you haven't seen it, guys, I know we like to turn up and everybody likes to see spray. Just you know what, everyone's going crazy.
They want to see madness.
You got to respect him for this. So please hit the like button, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Make sure you know when the men are going live again, because once again, we're not just doing certain shows just for everybody. Like Sway says, we're doing certain things to make sure that you know that we're trying to do the rounded thing. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
so
man.
big up to yourself
Balance,
all the time.
you
Yeah,
get
man.
me?
Big up.
Realer than most.
Blessings.